should see you're
I
getting signal.
got it, guys. You have to give me a minute.
Yes. Number one technician in the house.
Right, like, let me brainstorm the problem and then fix it.
Yup.
Just rushing things.
Psychologist approach to every and anything.
I feel like that was more of, like, engineer's approach, but, like, I appreciate it.
Trying to help you guys out. But,
I know nothing.
What is psychology really used for?
Absolutely. I mean,
kidding.
it's used for a lot. I just feel like a lot of it could just be
better.
If you would just tell people the truth and hurt their feelings a little bit, you wouldn't need psychology.
Right.
I'm not gonna say it.
If people weren't stupid, just say it.
I'm not gonna say it because if I ever do want to use my degree later on in life, I don't want to cut my bridges and burn them now. That's all. I'm not gonna say it. Psychology is very useful for many things, and it's very helpful to people who need it. Is the audio working now, assholes?
Yeah, you're getting signal.
I mean, not assholes.
Damn.
Viewers.
Calling them out of their name.
B!
Supporters.
What are you getting into? Don't be getting into trouble.
Big ass dog. I'm mad nobody else is here, bro. Like, I thought I was late. I thought it was gonna be a couple people here. I thought Zay was gonna be here. Where's he at? He just be popping up randomly.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
What do you mean you weren't supposed to be
I was supposed to be in my room.
Oh.
Locked up for the evening.
What?
He doesn't like you. He doesn't want to pet you.
It's not that. It's just he licked my face. I don't want him to, because I was petting him and he licked my face. I don't want him to keep.
Which is weird because we don't let him lick our faces.
Yeah, I don't know.
At all.
Yo, let me lick your face, I guess.
Early is on time.
Why are you trying to get into stuff, bro? Jeez. Yes. Sit there and be calm. Be calm. Calm. Good boy.
Sorry, guys. Marcus had to go do something for work, so you're stuck with me, who's not very good at this. I don't talk.
All you gotta do is talk. You be talking about everything when we on here. I don't know.
It's easy when someone gives me a prompt. It's another thing to be like the whole person who orchestrates this shit.
Oh my goodness.
Jensen!
Calm down, bro. It's like,
Calm, my day.
if you want me to pet you, you gotta calm down.
There you go.
With the nice coat.
There you go.
Good coat.
I appreciate it, KT.
I'm gonna read this article, okay? Just calm down. Where was I? So I didn't even read it. So this person wants to know, I guess, am I a jerk for saying she should die? I guess it's a female. So for background, 5 years ago, my mother-in-law died. Wow. We didn't have the typical bad relationship. She was a really sweet person, and I loved her. A few days later, my family and I started cleaning her house and going through her stuff when I was going through her stuff when my father-in-law's sister walked in. Let's call her Karen. I guess she just named her Karen. Okay, that's fucked up. She came in inquiring about a bowl. She went to a... What are you... Jeez, what are they on, bro? Okay, we get it. Somebody's here. We get it. What's somebody? They're here.
You're here.
Somebody's here.
It's because normally he's in the cage.
Buzz it down. Buzz it down. Make sure buzz it down. What you doing, big buzzing baby? Buzzing baby, I haven't seen you in weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in weeks. I haven't seen you in weeks. Can I pet you? Can I pet you? How?
Because
Who's random phone?
Marcus, I think it's Marcus' other phone.
Hold on. You said his Discord is playing in the background? I don't know what that means.
We ain't got Marcus today?
I think this maybe the intro music. Did we have intro music?
What?
Calm down, buddy.
What you want? What you want? Buzz it down.
Let's have.
What you
Bro,
want?
Marcus should have set all this shit up. I don't know why he left us to someone like me who knows nothing.
Oh, we ain't got Marcus today?
He went
He went to attend to some work.
people's
Some work matters.
playground.
Oh, around here.
Yeah.
Oh. He is no. He got called away to work before he right before he started the stream. He got a work call, so
No.
he left.
Literally.
No.
He was playing on his
Calm
computer,
down.
which I am currently at. Also, KT, congratulations for passing your real estate exam
Real
class.
estate exam?
Class. I don't know what they do.
Is that a thing?
I guess so. He passed it.
To get his realtor's license? Is
I
that-
guess so. Yeah.
You know what? Don't talk to me right now. We're not cool.
Why?
How you make empanadas the 1 week
I
I said
didn't
I
know-
wasn't showing up?
First of all, I didn't know you weren't coming.
I told y'all
Ask
a week in advance.
Bro, you can literally ask everybody. When they showed up, I was like, yo, is she coming or not?
I told y'all a week in advance.
Bro, you can even ask Marcus. I was sick that week, remember?
Yeah, she was.
I was not out here.
I gave you breadsticks that week.
I was sick. I didn't know you weren't going to be here.
But them
And
empanadas
so,
was
you can
fire.
ask
I ain't
Marcus.
gonna lie,
That
it
day, I was like, yo,
hit me.
I'm going to surprise
She,
Daisy and make some empanadas
yeah,
for her.
she was thinking
And
about
he was like, oh, that's really nice. Yeah, you should go do that. And then I make them, and I was like, where is everybody?
hey, calm
Daisy's
down.
late. And they were like,
Calm down.
yeah, she
Calm
is.
down.
Let me see where she's at.
Calm down.
And then, like an hour passed, I'm
Calm down.
finished cooking the empanadas. They're like, oh, wait, she's not even coming this week. I was like, are you fucking serious? I said I put in all the work for her to not
They
be
waited
here.
to tell you so you'd still make them.
Yeah.
Who's they? I wasn't even here when
I was
happened.
gonna say probably not you.
It was spontaneous. She was just like, oh, I had to pick them up on the way. I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
had to pick up the shells. And then I was
Yeah,
told you
alright.
weren't going to be here for the next 2 weeks, which is why I didn't make them today.
I mean, not to be funny today. I said I was gonna come this week. They didn't believe me, but I said like I might miss next week, but I'm gonna try to show up this one.
Yeah, so I didn't make them this week because I didn't think you were going to be here.
It's all right. I guess I'll just prep my stomach for next Sunday.
Yeah, like,
Try not to cry about
bro, I've been bamboozled 2 weeks in a row now.
it.
Because I tried to surprise you with them.
I
What?
think Issa will be here next week
What, baby?
if she doesn't have to work.
What you got going on? What you got going on, big baby? Miss your baby.
Anyway, am I the asshole for saying she should die?
Did y'all talk
Girl,
about
this-
any of my stories
I was-
without me?
I was reading
I
your
have no
articles
clue.
that you.
Oh, okay, good.
I was reading the
hope
articles
not.
that you put in.
I don't think we did, actually, because
Discord.
last week we were more talking about prostitution being
We were just talking about
legalized.
random
Why do y'all always talk about prostitution? Why are we always going back to someone's pussy,
It
Mark?
matters.
What's your?
It matters.
Hold up.
Why does
Mac.
prostitution?
I
matter?
about to call him Marcus. That's why I had to. That's why I had to stop. I'm sorry.
Supposed to be her cousin. That's crazy.
No, y'all,
Oh,
listen.
your name.
With Mac and Marcus, like, cause I be shortening it to Mark when I'm talking too fast. So it's like,
Mark and Mac.
yeah, bro, it's just forgetting one letter.
Bro, that's okay. Today my brain is fried. I couldn't remember his name. Like, that's why it
It's
took
a
me so
fake.
long
You
to
don't
say
want it.
hi, Mac, while I was walking down the hallway because I couldn't think of it. And then, like, just now I blinked on your name, too. I was going to call you Honey, and I was like, that is not it.
Hey.
And I was like, I had to fix it.
Oh wow.
Damn, Shed Master.
Damn.
But it's because someone on my, like, I thought of Honey, but someone on my
Honey?
Snapchat
Honey?
name is Honey.
Holy shit.
And
bro.
then I was like, ew, that
Calm
is
down.
not her. Different,
What I say?
different
Hell
person.
no.
I had to
Calm
fix
down.
it. My brain
Calm
is
down.
absolutely fried.
Calm down.
Yeah, I was in my bestie's wedding yesterday.
Aw, congratulations.
It was such a nice
to her.
wedding. It was a very nice fucking wedding. Have y'all ever watched The Greatest Showman?
Yes, like
That's
3
what it
times.
was based around. And she actually, I went with her to record the Never Enough. That
Oh my
song.
God,
She
I love it.
surprised her fiance with it. And he was crying, and I had never seen it, so I watched it literally the night before the wedding. I'm sitting here fried as fuck. I done figured out how to roll blunts for myself now, and I'm smoking my ass off because I ain't got nobody. I don't have to pack a pipe, so I ain't got to worry about burning my fat ass fingers. I ain't got to do nothing. I can just sit here and smoke my little ass off of this little fucked up leaf that's too fat and it's a little too wet because I didn't realize I should just, dry it up a little piece. But anyway, I'm fucking toasted watching this shit, and we get to that scene, and I was like, ooh, I hope this bitch can sing, because he fucked if she can't, right? And then she starts singing, and I actually listened, and I was like, God damn. Now, I knew it wasn't the actor singing, not to be funny. It just didn't fit her voice. But I was listening, and I was like,
Is it
damn,
Never?
this song is fucking
wait, no,
beautiful.
Never Enough.
Yeah,
The white girl singing on stage.
yeah.
That is her.
That is her.
That's the actress?
Yeah.
That's her singing.
I thought that wasn't the actress.
No, it is.
That's her singing.
It's
Oh wait, no,
I
no,
think
it
she's
isn't.
singing
No.
live.
That's the one. That's the bitch that dude cheats on his wife with.
He
That's
doesn't
not
cheat-
her voice.
He doesn't cheat on his wife.
That's not her. He's a hoe and she's a
I
hoe
don't-
too.
What killed me with anyway, hold on, let me finish because
Sorry,
I'm definitely
Stop
gonna
biting
I'm
stuff.
definitely gonna start whatever that shit is called. Like the little side conversations. But anyway, I thought when I saw this scene, like I told you, I'm high. I'm sitting here thinking about the depths of life. I was like, God damn, this bitch can sing. That bitch can really sing. This is a beautiful song. That's a beautiful dress. She looks great up there. Like, you know, like I told you, I was toasted. So I'm watching the shit. And then when Skylar, because her name is Skylar, the bride. So when she started singing yesterday, I was like, you know, thinking because in the studio she was like super nervous. So like she wasn't singing to full capacity, but I didn't know her in high school.
Studio.
Yeah, we went to a studio in West Palm. It's
To record?
yeah.
So she could record herself singing that song for
So
her
it wasn't
now
like the-
husband, but before just her fiance.
Yeah, like it wasn't the actress singing. Skylar went and recorded it, so it would
But
be
she
her in the
didn't-
background.
She didn't sing it, like she sung it during her reception?
Yes, she did. So I was gonna say, like, when she was singing during the reception, she actually did so much better than in the studio. And I was like, look at my theatrical bestie. I'm over here trying to hold back tears because I got makeup on and shit. But she actually did really good. And, like, Skylar can really sing because I've always said she has more of a theater voice than, like, a pop voice. But she
cut off.
did so fucking good. She really did. And I was
My
in there.
dog is.
Howdy.
How was the wedding?
It was nice as fuck, man. I was just telling him about it.
Just talking about it.
Just talking about
Just
it.
Yeah.
talking about it.
Literally just. It was
I don't
really
know
nice.
if this is playing in the background, but someone said something about you playing People's Playground
How the hell do you know that?
on Discord.
Also, I sent a link about Adam 22
Oh, I'm sorry.
and
I'm
his
in your
new
spot.
show with his wife.
Bro,
I didn't know.
have
if
you
y'all
seen
it.
that shit? Oh my god.
I sent a link
Bruh,
to
he started
Twitter
this
for
show
the
for
preview.
the love of Lena. You know, like for the love of Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna be
TV
an
show?
audition show.
A TV
Yeah,
It's gonna
so
be
it's
an
for
audition
men.
show for a bunch of men that they've had on the podcast
Hey,
before,
Mira, you get
and some professional porn actors
Ew.
to audition to be the first male female threesome for their
Yeah.
podcast. You know how they invite all them women on to be airing out the women
That's
on there.
horrible.
They talk and then they do, and
No,
then
it's-
they
it's
fuck the
alright.
woman.
It's alright.
You said what?
Now he's like, bro, he done let one hit, bro. But this is what I'm saying. That's why that shit don't work.
What the fuck is wrong?
Bro,
with you,
nigga,
bro?
guess who's a part of the show?
What the
Crip Mac.
Is that
Why?
the tall nigga with the dread?
No, Crip Mac is that nigga that was, you want the press cut?
Oh,
The
that
nigga
one.
with the tattoos on
I
his
seen that and
face.
I was like, he's doing too much.
You want some
No, that's it,
watermelons
bro.
to rock?
That's his real personality, bro. Crip Mac gets the bangest niggas wife, bro. I will fucking cry.
like you so much.
What the fuck is wrong with this man, bro? Like,
And it's all black men. It's only black men on the
of
show.
course
No,
it's
it's not.
black
Yes,
men.
it is. It was niggas.
It was a bunch
there
of, there
were
were
two
two white
guys.
dudes.
There
Oh,
were
hold
and
on,
then-
hold on,
and then
no.
one of them had
At the end, when they have them lined up on the couch, they only had when they had them lined up behind the
That's 'cause
couch
they
looking
sent
at
the white
Lena,
men home.
it was only black men.
That was
So I didn't
that's
know
a
there was
toss
white
out, That's
men.
a toss out to the old Penelope Piper did a scene with 5 black dudes behind
Well,
it.
isn't
And
that
that was
like
the-
little bitty white girl.
Yeah.
is that not like the most popular casting couch
No,
kind of vibe?
I mean, it's
No.
it's
That's
that vibe.
not the casting couch.
no,
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
I'm not a porn person. Like,
no.
you know, I might watch some every now and then,
Crowley.
but I'm
Casting
not well
couch.
versed.
Crowley.
Yeah, I always thought that was the joke.
No. So
Because I
her-
know what
her-
picture of course that you're
Penelope-
talking about.
Penelope Piper has been inside the industry forever.
She's a little rich.
She had started when she was 18. That was just the first time somebody that size took on 5
Really
well-known black
Oh.
men in the industry.
But she's
And
also
also
like,
it made funny because it's like 5 guys.
But it's 5 big black guys and 1 little white girl.
I know. I always see I see like
But it's also funny because
Roblox
5
jokes.
Guys food was popular at that time. So
Oh,
it was
I-
5 guys in front.
I don't know.
Somebody even did an edit
sorry.
where they put her.
I'm so sorry.
They're not mine. They're
Have you
ours.
tried them? They're great.
I don't like almonds.
Have you tried them?
Are there
I
regular
don't like
almonds?
No, those are honey roasted. Them bitches snap.
Oh,
you
yeah,
haven't
you're
tried
crazy.
them.
These are gas.
You have not tried them. Like
These
I'm
are-
telling, I don't really just
I like
eat
pecans.
almonds.
I like
Why
walnuts.
are you gonna bring us some unopened? I'm not gonna open nobody's shit. I can't do that.
No, she's trying to be a good Samaritan because I asked
She is,
if
but I'm
they
Bro,
had
sorry.
snacks.
I'm
They're
telling
wow.
you, try them. They don't taste like regular. They don't taste like regular
Wow.
almonds.
Mac, may I have one almond?
She doesn't understand, bro.
Them bitches fire.
If I hand them to you, it means I don't care. I knew they weren't open.
Oh damn, cuz. Damn,
Oh,
cuz.
She said one,
Crowley,
and he's like, "Dude,
You know you don't even eat fucking people food. You better stop fucking playing with me.
What he said.
I told you I don't even fuck with almonds
It's
like that
alright.
either. Them bitches fire, bro.
No, I really don't like almonds.
Them bitches fire.
How you not like these though?
I don't know what it is with almonds. I
I
think
don't even want this beer. I'm not
why the fuck did you grab a beer?
I don't know. I'm finna eat some of these bitches though.
Them bitches fire, bro. Yeah, once you let them.
They
Bro,
look
when I
good.
first hit them bitches, I was like, oh, these
I
ain't
don't know if
that.
I need some of these bitches though.
Huh? Yeah. Bro,
She know they
I'm
good as
finna eat.
fuck.
I'm finna-
them
No,
bitches,
they're
them
decent.
bitches is fire. I don't know what they do to the. I don't
They're
fuck with
decent.
regular
I'm not
almonds.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't fuck with regular almonds like that either. But them.
Last
I'm
night they
smashing
had
that
they
bad.
had almonds on the green beans, and I almost didn't touch them. And I was like, broaden your palate. The green beans was good.
And green beans was fire. They had half almonds or sliced almonds.
Yeah, they had them like thin slice
Mm-hmm.
all over the green beans. I
What
had
you
goat
have?
cheese for the first time.
Goat cheese.
Yeah, they had I think it was like grilled chicken with sun dried tomatoes and goat cheese on it.
See,
Man,
I-
that shit was so good,
They,
y'all.
they
white
lost.
farm?
Yeah,
They lost me, huh?
that was a good app. That might not be what I give at my wedding, but that was
listen,
a nice app.
I'm not gonna be honest. The sun dried tomatoes would have lost it for me. I can't.
When you
fuck
said
with
sun-dried tomatoes, I was like, yeah, that ain't.
I actually like the tomatoes.
I didn't
Y'all
know
crazy.
niggas-
I don't like sun dried tomatoes. Something about it. I'll eat a tomato. I'll eat tomato sauce.
I
I'll
actually dislike regular tomatoes compared to how I was fucking them
Who was
bitches
the
up last
cater
night.
company?
It was at a venue called Point West, so they had Point West Cater, but it's a country club.
Oh, okay.
I bet. They could have done anything else. And my way, when y'all come, when we finally make it, and
Gonna
I
be
have a
nigga
big
food.
wedding. Oh no, I'm
Gonna be
I'm
nigga
cooking
food.
everything.
Soul food.
I'm cooking brisket.
I'm gonna have
I'm
some-
cooking steak, and I'm cooking chicken.
I'm gonna have some alternative options. I'll
I
have
don't know what
sushi.
I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Probably have some sushi.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get married.
might
I'm
be
over here
bad.
plotting.
Over here plotting. The man said, Tech Dummy's been here this whole time. Did you respond?
Sup,
to him?
Tech?
What?
You didn't respond to Tech?
I've been responding to everybody.
No, she didn't.
KT. You just passed your class for his real estate.
Bro,
Let's fucking go.
I've been literally responding until that KT's message. OMG, the bitch has finally arrived. Talking
The
about him.
bitch.
Talking
I was
about
gonna
him.
be like, what motherfucking bitch? Listen, I thought you was talking about me. I was like, what do you mean?
Bro, why you getting gas?
'Cause I was
It's
late.
your
I was
first
late
day.
as
It was
fuck.
your first day back.
She was
Let's.
I got
see
here maybe
how long
not even
before
10
I
minutes
fall
before
asleep.
him.
Oh, Tech, don't fall asleep. Tech
We're
say,
safe. Save me on.
Oh, you know what? I guess Aunt Nancy's having a birthday dinner for Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, and Buddy's going.
shit.
Told you.
What?
That's what I thought you was gonna be.
No, I didn't even.
I
get
didn't know you were
invited.
coming. I didn't
I ain't
think
get
you-
I'm
invited.
trying to find an
Damn, y'all really is the black sheep.
AITA story.
It's not really like that. I'm just not.
Social.
I'm not social with like her older sons.
I ain't social.
That's all it is.
I ain't social with nobody.
Now, if it was Junior and I knew, I'd call her and be like, "Hey, is it cool if I show up?" I'm just not. That almost finna get me.
I knew she was gonna say. Let me see. Let me see.
Ooh, shit.
Some bitches.
I was just saying, I didn't click with the
Damn,
older two,
Callie, look what you did, bro.
but they're like heavy into video games and shit. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, they're gamers.
Well,
They're
yeah, I'm
gamers.
not well versed like that, but Buddy is.
No,
so that's
they're-
how.
They literally video game because their dad plays video games. Like our cousin.
We're talking about, yeah.
They play video games like all day, every fucking day, bro. Like,
Hey, I
they
fuck with
don't-
that jacket.
They don't go outside.
That's what I said when he walked in. That bit hard.
Yeah, that with them shoes is hard. I fuck with it.
Trying to keep it clean, but somebody. Yeah,
Why you
you.
put his ass in the cage? Crowley, get down. Stop it.
Nigga licked me in the face. I was like, what the fuck?
He licked you in the face?
Licked me in the
That's
face.
crazy. He don't do that shit to me
I was
at
like,
all.
I was petting him though.
He don't do
I
that
don't
shit
know
to
why
me.
he won't just come sit by me. He know I fuck with him.
Couch.
You just exiled him from society.
He don't sneak his happy-go-lucky ass back over there.
Nigga got a whole couch.
It's his whole couch. Don't nobody sit over there but
You
Crowley.
got a
Yeah.
whole pillow on it.
Big ass dog.
He has 3 pillows on it, and he wants them there.
Oh, he'll put them back if you
He'll
take
put
them
them
off.
back up there, and then pull the blanket down on top of himself.
That's fucking hilarious.
He has a thing
Crowley.
where like he loves
That show don't make.
pillows and blankies.
Let
I
out.
love that dog so bad.
Yeah, he wants.
Huh?
He's like.
Said
a
I love that
nester.
dog so bad.
Why?
I talk about Crowley so much.
Why?
Cause he's the cutest. Look at him. Look.
He's a good. I like your dog.
baby.
I don't even. And let me tell you, I've been around some
Big
dogs
ass
I couldn't
dog.
fuck
What do
with.
you
He
mean?
fought.
He's a baby.
If you saw
That is
that
a
dog,
baby.
if you saw that dog outside, you didn't know whose dog that was, bro. You walked up on that dog, you're crazy.
I'm not
See,
walking
even
up on him.
KT says he's adorable. He is.
He's adorable.
He's not no
He's
little
like
baby.
No,
me.
bro, he's not that. And he's fat.
It's a killing machine.
Look, he's
Say,
like
no,
little
I'm not.
Get your ass up there,
My little Toby.
Karaklovitz.
Don't be mean to him. He's just a baby.
He is. He's just a baby.
Could be in the cage.
Yeah, he could be in the cage.
KT
me.
Facts.
I can't stand y'all. The dog is not the show, bro.
Where's Zay today?
Zay, he said he was trying to get ready to shoot a music video.
Oh, okay. Big nigga, we see you.
Trying to get ready.
Well, he's trying to find a model because you know he don't talk to the girl no more. So
That's his only model?
that was the one he was using.
Really?
That's not
I
surprising.
thought it was his girlfriend.
It was.
We talking
But
about
he was using her as a model?
Yep.
That's crazy.
It works. It works.
Alright, this dude and his fiance are both 26. And he wants to know if he's the asshole for breaking up with her over not having sex.
Yes.
He said
he's
Wait.
the asshole for breaking up with her for not having sex?
He didn't
No,
want to have sex,
he's
or
not.
she didn't want to have sex?
she didn't want to.
And he broke up with her.
I
So-
think we did this one before.
Why is he an asshole?
Did we read this one before?
Was it in the Discord or did you find it on Reddit?
I just found it on Reddit.
Then we probably didn't do it. Most Reddit posts when I find them like that.
Wasn't this the
This was 13 days ago.
Wasn't this the
No.
Oh no, we didn't do this
Yeah,
one.
probably
Either
not.
that or it's a repo. Crowley, get your ass back on the couch.
Anyway,
You think you slick as hell.
this dude was saying that they've been together for over 5 years. And in the first 3 years it was fine, but over the last 2 years it's been like iffy.
Mhm.
And he said in the last few months it's gotten like really, really bad. And the only time that she'll be intimate with him is for like rewards for things. And
Thank
so he's talked to
Them bitches
her.
hit.
He's talked to
I'm
her
fucking
about it
those
on
up.
multiple
I told you.
occasions. And like she's like, I'm just not in the mood. And he's like, well, maybe we should get your hormones checked. She's not a birth control or anything that would fuck it up. He's like, maybe we should go to the doctor get your hormones checked because it was fine before and now it's not. And she refuses to do that.
Bro, KT said he has half a mind just to come up and see the puppy. If you
Honestly,
come all the way
let's
up
go.
here
You're
to see this
welcome
dog,
to do that.
what we need to do.
Hey, if you cute, I got something for you, man.
Oh.
I'm done.
I
Yo,
thought
man,
you
gonna
were
come
me.
blow up the spot. You better stop playing with
No,
us.
he's not.
What
I'm
old man?
single. I've been single. I've been single the whole time I've been shooting with y'all.
Hot girl
You
summer.
said that you had a man.
Yeah, I got a little something.
Hot
See?
girl summer.
You ain't about to have him show up here and talk about where that nigga at.
He's not on that. I mean, okay, hold up. The confines of our
Arrangement.
half relationship, whatever you want to call it.
A situationship.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, we do our own shit.
Anyway. So
I ain't judging you. Do you?
dude has talked to her about it on multiple occasions, and this like, and nothing
KT said
has
say less.
changed.
He's really gonna pull up now. Now
Oh,
you gonna have to make-
I can't back up what I just said, so
That's crazy.
absolutely cannot. I cannot back up what I just said.
You a little Spanish dude, you might be into him.
Oh, he's Spanish? What kind of Spanish? If you Puerto Rican, say less.
Puerto Rican.
Hey.
Every Hispanic nigga is Puerto
I think
Rican.
he's Dominican.
No, see, I was just gonna say, if you extra foreign, say even less.
Right, I'm dead. Right, he's rolling on the floor. KT is out here stripping. We need to take a weekend down to go visit KT down in Miami.
Oh, he's in Miami?
Where
Yeah,
he
that's my
at,
dog.
bro?
I be in Miami all the time.
Can
We
I
could
do
make,
this?
we can schedule this trip.
I want to get my GoPro first so we can do a vlog when we go
Yeah,
out
it would be.
partying.
I still think it's cool as shit.
I'm doing that.
Like, I had lived in Florida for like the majority of my life. I've never been to Miami.
It's
Puerto
not
Rican
bad.
and Cuban. He said he both of them.
You never been to
Both
Miami?
of them.
Never.
Both of
I
them.
work with some Cubans. I can show you some things.
I don't get what.
Do I seem like a Miami type person?
But been to Miami and a Miami person is like that's
That
like,
is
you know
two
what I'm
different
saying?
vibes.
Like you could
There's
be-
nothing
you
about
could
Miami
go,
that appeases me.
you could go to
I
Miami.
don't fuck with Miami for real.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think it's all that.
All I hear about
That,
Miami is
to
that
me,
first of all, there's a
tells
lot
me
of
that
crime.
y'all didn't have a real like an actual Miami experience.
I had a great time in Miami.
I've
but
never
I could
been there,
never-
so
I
of
could
course
never-
I haven't.
I could
The
never live
one,
there.
the few times I've been
Wait,
there,
are
it was
you
for like a
saying you
few
could never live
hours.
there?
What did you do in Miami?
No, that's what I was just gonna say. I was there for like a few hours and went out to a few clubs.
Exactly.
I didn't care for it.
No.
So what
I
did
had-
you do in Miami?
Oh, I was there for 2 weeks. You don't. I was there. I was there even longer than that.
But
I
what
kept
did
going.
you do though? Because you could have been there. You could be there a month.
Everything.
You could be there a year and not. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying? Actually do
First,
shit.
first 2 days.
What did you do in Miami? Shit.
Shit, I was fucking bitches on the
Beaches.
beach. I was fucking.
Fucking bitches on the beach
I was
and ain't all this crap
I was
at
at
the
the.
beach.
What
Too
you
much-
mean?
I'm not
bro?
fucking on the beach.
In Miami is different. Though.
Sand.
In
No,
Miami,
sand
No,
is sand
I
no
get
matter
sand.
where you at, bro.
I
it's
get
not-
sand everywhere
Miami
without
Beach,
fucking on the beach.
right?
I
Y'all
can
say
tell you,
that.
I don't
Miami
want to
Beach
do
is
that.
different, bro,
Right.
because they have like shit like hotels
They have
by
little
the beach.
cabanas and
They
stuff.
have yes,
Yeah, bro,
and them
but-
bitches are
but
closed
you
off.
gotta- but you
can
gotta-
close
you
them
gotta
bitches
say,
off, and
Yeah, you.
cheeks in, but
Yeah, but you gotta say that, nigga. You said having sex on the beach, nigga. I
It's
thought
not
you
my
meant
fault
like in
y'all
the sand.
misinterpreted. Y'all didn't even let me explain all the shit. I'm talking about we went to nightclubs, like
I did a
actual VIP bottle service
I
experience.
had more fun in Little Havana than I had going to the nightclubs. Did you go to Little Havana midday?
Bro, I don't know.
Me and
The only
Carly
thing
are
I
gonna be
really want to
active
do
pops.
in Miami that I didn't
I
do
told
really
you.
is go on like a boat party. You feel me? Like I've never been on a
I've been on a
I
couple.
do
I've been
wanna
on
go
a
to
boat,
a boat party.
like yachts and shit, but I've never been like in a Miami yacht.
I got invited.
I'm trying to
on
get
the
on a
beach
yacht,
with the girls I was at. Get your
in a
ass back
thong.
up there.
Drinking martinis.
Let me know ahead of time.
Yeah.
I can schedule a boat trip and we can split it.
Them boat trips don't be that expensive. It'd be like maybe $250 per person, depending on how many people you got with you.
I'll drop a band. I'll drop a band and cover half of y'all.
I mean, I'll pitch in, but it's fun. It's fun. It's some shit.
But y'all gotta
I'll
bring
throw
the
something.
drinks.
I'll throw a little
Yeah.
something.
You know we'll bring the drinks, nigga.
I'm not buying. I don't want to have to buy one drink while I'm out there. Just keep a beer in my hand and I'm asleep.
Oh, I don't know what you drink, so that might be a problem.
I'm-
I drink
Buddy will
Douce.
cover you.
I drink Douce.
I drink OP.
Corona, Twisted Tea. This nigga said OP.
What is OP?
OPA.
No, open.
IPA.
What is
Whatever's
that?
open. That's what I'm drinking.
Whatever's open.
You crack that bitch open and give it to me.
OPA.
My favorite beer is the
Alcohol.
open one. I do like
You
OPAs.
said OPA is what?
Other people's alcohol.
Yeah.
Everybody else's shit.
That's it.
Y'all are
You-
crazy.
you don't
I
bring your
I
own
fuck like-
shit.
I don't play like that.
What?
I'm a
With
complete-
y'all, like with y'all, I might
If
play
I go
like that.
anywhere, it don't matter where it is. I bring
Nope.
my own alcohol because people don't typically drink what I drink.
Wait. You said it's $1,000 in total. Shit, I'll pay.
Oh,
for
we
the
can
boat
bust
trip.
that down easy with this mini.
I'll just pay for the boat trip. Y'all just make sure I'm drunk.
The type of person who just drinks beer, so I just always buy my own fucking like 12 pack. or something.
Child.
If you want to be fancy, you can buy me a nice bottle of scotch.
I just
I'm
get
a
a bottle,
liquor.
bottle of
Get
yak.
some liquor.
I don't drink.
I'm not drinking yet no more.
That's all it is.
Oh my god, while I was up in Kentucky visiting my family though, we had a little Halloween party
Mhm.
for my sister's birthday and we all made our own special Halloween drinks. I made like an Amortentia potion.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's a Harry
based
Potter
off a
thing,
Harry
bro.
Potter reference.
I thought so when you said.
It was so fucking good. It's so simple too. I can make that shit.
Where you just mixed a whole bunch of shit together that don't belong together, and
No.
it turned a color? Is that oh? The mother was like, "Yo, I make drinks." And
Bro,
then they
it
mix
literally
this
was
shit.
like
You
I know
got
how
a
to
brown drink, nigga. Like,
it was like 2 ingredients.
I know how to make real drinks. I used to bar back and bartend. That shit was.
I used to want to be a bartender.
I want to learn
so-
how to be a bartender just like.
It's so. Do you
So I
want
can
to learn
look
how
up my
to?
own
Do you
shit.
want to flare bartend or do you want to bartend? Because I was a
What's the
good bartender.
difference? Shit.
Flare bartending is when you do all that extra shit. Like I wasn't good at the extra shit,
I was.
but if you wanted a fire ass drink,
What's the extra shit?
I just
like
like,
you would do
doing
the
it.
bottle
flipping the
flips.
bottles.
Like I used to serve next to a nigga, he'd be flipping the bottles and he'd keep you distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like he was getting drinks out fast, but that nigga couldn't mix drinks like me, nigga. I
Well,
was on it.
yeah,
I make 12.
I was gonna say I want to be that person.
I
If
make-
you do
I
it-
make
if you-
12 drinks
If you
at
do
a
it
time.
efficiently, you could do it fast, but like Marcus is saying, you can't do it
You ain't
fast
out
with somebody
beating
who's
somebody like
not
me.
doing all that shit.
Yeah,
Cause you're
yeah.
sitting there throwing that bitch up
I ain't
4
trying to
times
do all
before
that.
you actually
Zero
shake the
tip
shit.
where? In America?
What?
To
What?
who? Who are we not
Tip?
tipping?
I'm confused.
But
What did you say?
he said he was talking about to the boat driver. He said give 0 tip. It's not necessary. I mean, I found myself on the fence about this lately. I'm all for tipping if you really appreciate something, and I don't mind. And I tip good wherever we go. I don't care. But I also believe that
I get that nigga
People-
$100. I give him $100.
I also believe that companies need to start paying people a livable wage
Right.
too. Like I'm at
That's
the,
where I'm at.
I'm at the point where it's like I don't mind tipping
Mhm.
my waitress wherever I'm at, but I kind of feel bad because I used to be on that side of the spectrum when I was a delivery
Some of
driver.
these
There's
niggas
some
need these tips.
yeah, bro. Like it was some nights where nigga, if I didn't make that $100 that night, nigga, it was about to be a bad night. But I'd come home that night with $150
What you
because
talking about,
I'll
a boat?
let your
You talking
grandma
about-
out her drawers for this pizza.
You talking about a boat? This nigga. You talking about a boat driver though? Like they making
They're definitely getting that
they
money.
making bread, bro. Just to sit
Bro,
there.
KT said I really only tip people I know. This nigga is really from Miami. That's a Miami thing,
I
bro.
only tip people I know is
That's crazy.
that's wild, bro. Because some people will fuck your ass
Bro,
up.
in Miami, they make so much money. A lot of them waitresses and waiters,
I'm sure.
ain't giving a fuck.
Well, yeah,
Them bottle service girls ain't getting no tip out of no nigga I'm with. I
they don't
promise you.
need no tip, nigga. They making bread on all night.
Them bottle
every
service
night.
girls are making money. Them bottle service girls, you know,
Doesn't their money come from tips?
Nah, you
not
wanna know where a
all
lot of them
They
make a lot of
they
money?
get hourly wages.
Yeah,
Oh, and then they make money off bottles and shit, don't they?
no,
Don't they
yeah,
get commission?
but you know what else? You know what else they make money off of?
They do.
they'll wait for the party to get drunk,
Mhm.
and she gonna keep serving this party all night. And then when them men get real drunk and they calling for more tequila shots, she gonna go back there, fill up that bottle of tequila with water, take that money, pocket that bitch, and give them a bottle of water. And them niggas be so drunk, you throw a little salt in that bitch, they think they getting fucking wasted.
Dude, I actually seen this video
Well,
on TikTok.
they can't do that.
Yes, they do, nigga.
That's
I-
actually
Bruh,
that's pointless.
KT,
What's
let
the
this
point
man
in
know.
What they do is though when they take shots though, because like if the model girls are like taking shots with the clients, they'll take water shots.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
do
but
water.
they'll feed you.
What's
a
the
bottle.
point
I
of
know,
giving you
I know
water?
3 girls that are bartenders in Miami, and then I know two bitches that are bartending doing bottle service in Orlando. They tell me the same shit, bro. They don't drink anything.
Yeah,
with
they're
the
not
bitches,
drinking
bro.
none of that shit.
They don't
I
drink none of that shit.
But they will feed you a bottle that's not alcohol. I'm
I don't
telling
know
you.
about that.
Why would they do that?
Huh? Because if
They
these
make
niggas
money
is paying
without-
$200 per bottle.
More.
Right, but it's not your alcohol,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah. So, but you don't have to get. But if you just pocket that $200, say they're fucked up. They're not paying attention.
Oh, okay.
You pocket $200, bring them a bottle of water.
Right, you don't have to pay the bar for the bottle anymore.
Yeah.
Because the bottle is not alcohol.
That's questionable.
Right.
It happens,
But
bro.
it happens a lot. I actually seen this video.
Bruh,
Where
KT
they-
said they really be doing this. I have a few friends that do it to people on a regular.
That's crazy.
I'm
But no,
telling you.
like,
I be tasting my shots.
I
Bitch, you gonna
actually
get
seen
this
a
water
video.
bottle out of here?
I've never had that happen though.
I just seen a video on TikTok where these people went to
You probably
this
don't get that
bar
drunk.
for a bachelorette party, and they were getting they were
Right.
swifty, and they asked for another round of shots, and the fucking bride or whatever
Swifty.
went to go take a shot. She's like, "This shit is water," and just threw the whole fucking tray of shots at the bitch. Like grabbed it and went, "These are water!" Whack! Threw it at the bitch.
Shit, if it was
because
water, it
also,
was. I
you
could
gotta
like
think-
the fuck
Damn.
off.
The clubs, the promoter is in charge of having a certain amount of bottles delivered for the event. So if they run out of bottles, what are they gonna do? They gonna serve water. They gonna serve nigga water shots. Like
Tipping is not a thing.
They better not play me
I
like
don't
that.
drink clear shit like that. So you can't bring me some fucking. I can't. I drink like cups
That's
of.
around the world.
Like,
Crown and
I
stuff like
either
that.
drink like Henny or some type of whiskey.
We ain't
like,
know. We ain't getting water past you because that shit is brown.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I
But you
don't.
can put soda in there. So it
No,
works.
I don't mix
That
my.
would
I don't.
taste the
I don't
same.
mix
Or
Douce,
sweet tea.
bro.
That just make
I don't
it
know. I'm a
brown.
clear person, and if you give me some water, I'm gonna know that shit's some water.
It depends on. Like I said.
How fucked up you are,
They're
though?
doing it.
No,
they know.
listen.
They know who come in there. They know
People.
who gets.
Well, I'm not saying.
And
you
plus,
that
I don't get fucked up like that in
They
public
know
places.
who gets fucked up.
Yeah,
Like
you-
the bottle service girls aren't stupid. They know who they can run it on. Like
Right.
they it's gonna be a group of guys who, first off, one of them's gonna think they cute. It's usually the nigga that's paying, and they gonna get so fucked up. She'll bring them the first 6 bottles, right? Now these niggas is partying, nobody's really paying attention. They're hot this way, and they're just throwing. And if you normally do it if you know they're just taking shots, because most of these niggas are gonna throw it back. They're not sipping on that, so they just throwing that bitch back, and they think they getting
I
drunk
don't
as
do
hell.
that. I don't take
That's
shots at the club. That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
that's when you do it. You'll bring the tray of shots, and since nobody's paying attention, they're just throwing them bitches back, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm too drunk to feel it anymore." No, nigga, you're shooting water. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they're so party and the music's so loud, they're not
'Cause you're
paying
not
attention.
tasting it. You're not tasting it no way. You just shooting that bitch back, and when you that fucked up, like I don't know how that happens, but I guess some people can't tell
I don't know.
that they're drinking water.
Y'all aren't shooting shit. Like, we're not.
I've been pretty
I'm
fucked
not gonna
up
be that
before,
fucked
and I
up
know
and just
if
be
it's not
shooting shit.
alcohol.
First off, I'm tasting every shot you bring me. Hey, yo, bitch, come on now.
I just refuse to get drunk places that are not. I'll get a
Take
little
the.
tipsy, but I will not get
Depends.
Tech Dummy said they don't tip where he's from. I know that, bro. Overseas, they didn't tip at all. I tried to
Well,
leave a
don't
couple
they?
tips.
They actually make livable wages over
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And then
In
some
Miami?
people think it's an insult.
No,
No,
Yeah.
where
he
he's
lives
from.
in
He
Germany
lives in
and stuff.
Germany.
Yeah, like
Oh.
in Spain, it's rude to tip.
But in Japan, they'll chase you down. They'll chase you down with the money because it's like you're calling them poor, saying they
Right,
can't provide
right.
for their family.
You can't.
And the owners.
They can because they get paid livable wages over
The
there.
owners of the stores and stuff take it as an insult if you tip their employees because it's like, are you saying I'm not paying them? Is that like they take it as a very big insult, insult.
I guess it's just the industry then, because like, what about these like fancy ass hotels that people that you tip the
It's
guy,
an American thing to
you tip
tip.
the guy, but nah, even internationally, like if you go to a
The bellhop and stuff like that.
like no, if you go to like places in what's it called, like the United Emirates, like over there, like you go to Dubai
Oh,
or
they-
some
they-
shit. Like people
That's
tip,
because they tip.
like bag service members or
That's
they tip.
that's
they
a
tip-
different culture. They tip over there. They tip over there only because
Also,
that's
you
the way
said it's an
to.
American thing. Like you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? People in
but
other
they tip
cultures
over
do
there
that.
for a different reason than we tip here in America. When you tip over there, it's because you're flashing money.
Stop, Crowley.
Well, them niggas, if you go over there, you
They
got
they
money.
fly, yeah, exactly. So that's their thing. Like they'll fight each other to tip over there. Get your ass back on that couch. They'll fight each other to tip over there because they want to show who has the most money.
They do be flexing big over there. That
Then
shit
like
crazy,
if you
man.
go to try to pay for the ticket, somebody else going.
Shit, I need to be over there so I can flag.
You should
Flag
see
a little
me.
piece.
You should see me
I
and
ain't
Chino.
paying
Me
for
and
shit.
Chino be at the. Me and Chino be at the
You got
table.
that?
Bitch, I got this.
You got that?
Nah, me
Like,
and
yeah,
Chino fight to pay.
You got it.
I'd love to go out to eat with y'all.
You got it.
Shit, I got 50
No, you
cents
don't,
towards
bruh.
this tab.
You don't want to go out.
Bro,
I don't know if it's just the one experience I had, but nah, these niggas, they serious about their food. Nah, they gon' and I'm gonna fight. So if they trying to fight about some food,
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna just
Wait,
fight too.
it was not the food that was the issue.
You're right.
It was not the
Was
food
this
that
if
that
that
one time
nigga would have
they
came
fucked up
around
and
that
shit,
table one more fucking bro, I'm telling y'all, I would have broke probation. I was in prison for 15 over a SeaWorld trip. This nigga would have walked past that table one more time. I looked at Mira. I said, Mira, he come past this table one more time. She said, Marcus, don't. I said, if he come past this table one more time, I'm throwing this chair.
So here's the story,
I'm
right?
throwing that.
I think you've told me this
We've
story
already told
multiple
this story.
times.
This nigga trying to make jokes. That shit was not funny.
That shit is hilarious,
Bro, you've never seen me that pissed off. I was pissed.
You was.
I'm one of
That's why I
those
was like,
people
damn.
where I would die before I complain about my own food. Especially if everyone else's food is fine, I will not say anything.
I chugged a triple shot of
Absolutely
tequila. Holy
not. I'm
You're a
one of
better
those-
shit.
man than me.
Marcus is the one who's like, that's fucked up. And I sit there and I die. I melt into the floor. Just a little bit on the inside.
Sit back.
Like, I can't.
Not
Please
me.
don't spit in my food.
Right, bro. My thing is, like, I've worked
Please don't spit in my food.
I've worked in the food industry, like, since I
spit in
started
my
working, and whereas I have never, like, none of my employees have ever spit in anybody's food. I've never spit in anybody's food. If you complain, like, alright, it's just a complaint. I've never actually seen anyone do it, and
I'll drop your buns quick on the floor and then pack that bitch up.
right, but I've
Here
heard
you go.
so many people who work in fast food
I'm petty.
say that they've seen this happen or that they've
I've never
done it.
seen no shit like that happen.
No.
But I've
Right.
worked in multiple
That's
fast
what
food.
I'm saying.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know niggas back there at McDonald's
Like,
dropping
No, when I
patties
was
and
I
shit.
when I
used
was
to
working
work
at
at
McDonald's,
McDonald's.
they
I've
did not
never done
they
that.
did not fucking play that shit. I mean, like if they thought you was fucking with somebody's shit, they gonna tell you put that shit back. They'll tell you to leave the kitchen. I used to
Yeah,
my
I-
GMs,
wait.
my supervisors would literally hop in the kitchen if they felt like he was playing.
I feel bad.
Dude,
now.
I was a shift manager at Five Guys. I mean, not at Five. Well,
They
at
can't run
Five
that.
Guys,
They
but
can't run that shit like me and
at
my crew.
McDonald's, and
That's crazy.
we don't like McDonald's does not fuck around about
Yeah.
the food.
Well-
Specifically, corporate McDonald's. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
about
that's the
franchise,
one I was working
But
at.
a corporate McDonald's,
Yeah.
corporate will if they even hear a whisper about something happening in one of their McDonald's, they will show the fuck.
And not to
up
be
the
funny, I
next
can tell
day.
y'all for facts, franchise around here, they ain't playing that shit.
You're dead as fuck.
I don't know about franchise.
If they're
but I know
owned,
about
if they're
corporate.
owned by the family of the one I worked at, they're not
You're
playing
dead
that
as
shit.
fuck.
Which one are you talking
You
about?
talk about the Spanish dude? The older Spanish family?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
the son. No, there's this one son that
Nigga,
owns a
you-
few.
I just worked at the one up here on
He's better
Melbourne,
than
on
those.
Wickham. On Wickham.
I didn't.
I worked at
That's
this one.
owned by a different family member than the ones over
It was
there.
just acquired by them. It was acquired by
No,
them
but
while I
I'm
was
saying
there.
like there's like the dad, there's a son, there's a sister.
Okay, who
So
it was? We was
the,
out
the
there.
dad, they say the dad is like, he's dead in the water. Like he's you might find all kinds of shit at his restaurants.
There you go. Listen, all I know, I think it was the son. It was the younger. He had like the spiked up hair looking shit. Came in that bitch flexing a little bit. I didn't care. I was like, he said something to me. I was like, I don't really need this job. Like it just is what it is. I'll find another one.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
right.
own this McDonald's and several other McDonald's.
I'm like, I don't.
Is that how he acted toward you?
And I mean, I did have a little bit of an attitude. They was asking me
I just
questions.
imagine.
Bro,
You know who I am?
No, he's not.
No?
If when I met him,
No,
he was joking.
he was nice as fuck.
Oh.
But I just had an attitude because I was working back at McDonald's.
No, I get that.
Yeah, I was mad as fuck. Like I was working back at McDonald's, and everybody over there was acting like it was like the spot. Like I was mad. I was like, bro,
Can't relate.
I can't be here. I worked that job for all of 2 weeks. I was like, nope.
I lasted I think maybe like 3-4 months at the last one. I can't do it again.
All right, so Tech
I ain't
Dummy
gotta
said
get-
also over here, it's a shame if a doctor asks for money. They get paid fully from insurance.
Stop being.
And if
Thank
they
you.
ask for extra money, you can report them to the police. I definitely think that our medical system, we make the best doctors, or we acquire the best doctors because they know they can get paid more. But also, it's getting way too expensive for us to have medical treatment.
Hell yeah.
Bro, it's starting to get outrageous. Like, something needs to happen.
If you want to live a comfortable life, you gotta pay that
Bro.
price.
Bro, if you get cancer, bro, you might as well just go ahead and sell your soul to somebody.
This dude had a heart attack and had to have emergency open heart surgery, and they sent him a bill for over like $300,000, and they were like, if you can't pay it in total now, you can go here for a partial payment of $32,000. And he was like, I'm sorry, sir. What the fuck did you just say
Yeah,
to
I'm
me?
smoking that shit, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if you
crazy.
think I just got it like that, or I don't know what.
I'm
you
sorry,
One
I
second,
was
sir.
running-
Let me go back inside this office real quick and shit this gold brick for you. Like,
I'm so serious about not giving a fuck about medical bills. Like, bitch, I will die out here
Bruh, take
before
me
I
back
let you
in
call
there
that
and fuck up
ambulance for
whatever you just fixed.
$5,000. I'm
I'm
not
not
paying
paying
them people.
Yeah.
I'm not paying. I
you don't
swear.
have to.
It's like
I know you don't, but like, still, like, I'm not racking up no medical. Bro, I had a fucking
$2,500.
fat ass 3rd-degree burn on my hand last week. I should have went to the hospital. My shit was on fire for 12 plus hours. You think I was going to that hospital? No, I'm not fucking paying y'all.
Yeah. You
I would have went to the hospital.
hold
No,
that bitch in some
I ain't
water.
paying y'all. That's
You can
exactly
give
what I
them-
did.
You can get their ass a fake name too.
This man, they gonna want their social security.
Nope, can't ask for that.
What do you mean?
They
You
do
can't.
ask for that.
Yeah, but
They-
you can't.
they
But you don't
ask-
have to give it.
I'm just saying they do ask for it, but I didn't.
You don't
Yeah.
I
have
think
to-
I've heard that you don't have to
you
give it,
don't
but I
have to
have
give
heard
it.
them ask
You don't
for
have to give that. You don't have
Why
to give
not?
that at all,
Of
huh?
course you do.
Because first off, once they admit you, they've now acknowledged that you're a medical. That
But they
that
want to
you're
admit
that
you
this
without,
is a
without the proper
yeah.
information.
No, they'll admit you because once they allow you in the back and they're already questioning you, they already know what the problem is. They cannot turn you away. If they seem fit to bring you in the back, they cannot turn you away. You don't have to give them shit. Literally, you can give them a fake name, a fake anything else. I'm not saying you should do this. It is definitely not legal, but you don't technically have to do any of that.
They make you show, like, they ask for your ID.
You can say I don't have one. They're not gonna turn you away if it's that serious.
If
They-
it's
they
depending on the
My-
severity.
Yeah, like if you're
for
bleeding,
burns and stuff, you can go to like
a clinic.
like not even to a clinic,
Medifast.
but to like CVS or something, and they literally have like over the counter silver
You go to a medical
sulfate
clinic.
cream or something, whatever, and you just put that shit on. That's what they did.
It was
with-
too late. By
That's
then.
crazy.
I had a
We gotta pay for
second and
burns, but they
third-degree
handed
burn
out
on my hand
methadone
when
to
I was in
people
high
for free.
school. You said what?
I said it's crazy. We got to pay for burn cream, but you can go to a methadone clinic for free. If you're a junkie, we got something to get that monkey off your back for the next 6 hours. So you
We
can
can
count your
wean
next
you
fix.
off this.
My thing is,
For
it's
24
not even.
hours.
Yeah, for
Most
free.
people who go to methadone clinics aren't even going to get weaned off. They go there to get their dose because they can't afford one on the streets, and then they go out.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it. It's just to get
really
by.
what it is. It's not a wean
It's,
off
oh, fuck,
situation.
if I
It's, yeah,
don't-
we're gonna help you get your
Most of
fix.
it's
Yeah, I don't really understand why we have those.
because
no.
we're fighting the war on
Well,
drugs.
what is the percentage of people that
Well-
are actually getting like rehabilitated
It's
from
very,
that?
very.
Well, if
Very
it's like
low.
meth and
Very,
heroin, it's because people
very
will
low.
literally die from like some. Like I think it's heroin's the most dangerous. Like from withdrawal, like so if they have to go X
Yeah.
amount of time, like
Well, the symptoms.
there's a
Actually-
fucking sickness. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's the sickness from not having your shit. Like that can actually kill you, and I think it's heroin that is the most
It's actually
profound.
It's actually Molly.
well, either
which
way,
is meth.
it's all
So,
bad. But
It's
once
not meth,
you
it's
get to that
ecstasy,
point
but-
though, like
Isn't
Molly is ecstasy mixed with a couple other things. Right now, I think I think they're mixing it with fentanyl, which
No,
is why it's
it's-
so bad.
fentanyl meth. I think
It's
I know it's,
ecstasy.
yeah, but I'm saying it's fucking meth. Like long story short, I'm just saying like I think
Meth can
it's
be made with pipe.
I think
cleaning.
it's pure heroin that's like the most dangerous to like when you're trying to get off of it because it can kill
And
you.
codeine.
I think it's that one, and then you're probably right about the following.
Yeah.
Heroin's just the one on top.
Codeine is terrible too.
I don't do drugs, so I don't really
I don't
know.
understand niggas drinking cough syrup to feel sleepy.
I was just talking to my mom about that because I was fucking sick earlier this week, and I was like, niggas really drink this for fun? Because on the back it had like adults take up to like 4,000 milligrams a day, children take 5 times,
That
like
shit
up
is-
to 5 times the actual dosage.
Ugh.
And it was like giving you the facts on the back, and it was like if anyone you know has a substance abuse. I was like, y'all drinking this for fun?
That shit is
According to
actually
the hip-
nasty, and it's expensive, and that shit it don't really even fuck you up like that.
Check
much.
we said according to the
Well,
Hippocratic
it depends on
Oath,
what you
the
drink.
doctor shouldn't get paid at all, not even from insurance. The Hippocratic Oath says, "I promise to do everything I can to save humans, and will never ask for anything in exchange to heal someone."
That's what it should be, Tech. That's
is
not what it is.
Bullshit.
Listen, if I went to school all that time to learn all this medical knowledge to not get paid, y'all would have had me fucked up. I don't care if I'm the last doctor on the planet. Y'all got me fucked up. I don't care how many of y'all are sick.
I mean, they got all these, but they got these cops out here that are swearing oaths to protect the environment and everything, and they're out here.
They protect and serve the
killing motherfuckers.
They
on the
protect and
streets,
serve
like,
the law. That's the problem. It's because they swear to protect and uphold the law. The
but
law
they
needs
also
to.
have they also have a code or
They don't have one that says, bro. We just seen a cop the other day going to Coco, fucking Melbourne PD get next to me. This nigga's going every bit of 122.
on
Zoom in
95.
his-
Yeah,
On 95
without his lights on.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, no.
What?
Nigga,
Without his
no.
lights on?
Without his lights
That's
on.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was no emergency. He was just going 122 because he
I
could.
would too. Shit, I couldn't be. Yeah, I couldn't be. That's probably the only way I would abuse my authority.
If he was a
That
cop.
and like pulling bitches over. Like, oh yeah,
Shut the fuck up, Matt. You are not Mr. Officer.
I'm trying to be. Wee.
Shut the
Do you know
fuck
why I
up.
pulled you over? Because you're too pretty to be
Cause
driving
you
alone.
fine as fuck.
Like,
Don't
bitch,
get
sit
the
the fuck down, officer. The fuck?
You have the right to remain sexy.
I would be a menace. I ain't gonna lie.
You already are a menace.
Them niggas go. I get how them niggas.
You're in violation of code
Sex,
code 6922.
6'9".
What's that? What's that? You too pretty not to have my number.
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to issue this ticket with my number on it.
Remember, if you have any emergency,
Here's my personal
Call-
card.
call
call me
deputy. Call
anytime.
Deputy Mac.
That's crazy.
Call Deputy
Deputy
Mac.
Mac.
Fucking can.
I'm a sheriff now, nigga.
Deputy Mac.
I'm with the sheriff's county. No way.
Before County Sheriff's Department.
That's wild.
Oh, Mirror met 261.
Fred Lee.
Oh my god, I did meet 261.
Who's
She a hoe.
261?
Huh? The
Is
one
that-
that me and Marlon was talking about. 261?
What do you mean? What do you mean she's a hoe? How do you know by meeting her? Like, what are you talking
Bro,
about?
alright, because
That's-
first of all,
y'all are fucked
first
up.
of all,
I
we
met
didn't-
her. Hoe. Like.
No,
that's
listen,
You
fucked
would
up.
say
let
the
me
same
explain.
fucking thing,
Let
man.
me explain. And,
Listen.
no, Issa would have said the same thing if it was you and her in this situation, right? So we went over to this little meat shop right here.
Meat shop.
Yeah,
Wasai,
she
whatever.
See, you already know.
Yeah.
And they I'm looking in this section, and I go to see him, go back to where he's at the steak, so we can pick out what we want for dinner, and they're talking. So I stand next to him, and she looks at me, and then puts her back to me, and makes sure she can still see him, but where I'm not there, she cannot see me, and she's talking to him. And the whole time she's talking, she's doing that thing where girls look from under their eyelashes at him. Bitch, you are too tall to be looking up. Stop. Stop.
From
Sit the
under
fuck
your
down.
eyelashes?
With
yeah,
her head
when they're
tilted down.
this, talking to somebody, stop it. You're you're a joke. You're a full-on joke.
She
Your ass might be fat, but your face is ugly. You're not that cute.
Damn.
So the least you can do is introduce yourself to somebody.
The
'Cause he's not
ass is
fucking you
fat.
without talking to me first.
Fat.
You have to go through me to get to his dick.
But
Your
the question-
ass might be
But
fat.
the question is, was she double cheeked up?
She has a fat ass.
Double
just a
cheek,
hoe. She's a hoe and she's mad disrespectful.
I don't know. I get. How old is she? She probably younger.
She's literally our age. She's like 28.
Yeah, she's
Maybe she just has poor people skills.
not poor enough. I can promise you that.
She got 3 kids. She was flirting, nigga. That's what it was.
I said people skills, not sucking dick skills. That's
She's bad at that too. She has 3
She
kids.
has 3 kids. She ain't sucked a dick enough in her life,
She's clearly doing something to keep niggas in the box.
bro.
Yeah,
She
because
has
her mouth game is
Bro,
trash.
I can promise you her
Damn.
communication skills were not the
Damn.
problem. Cause she was talking just fine.
So what? It's just literally just
Just
the fact
not
that
to me.
She's just a hoe. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the answer to everything. She's a
If you're gonna stand there and pretend that
hoe.
his girl is not in the room with you, and you're gonna continue to flirt with my man in front of me, you're a hoe.
Not to be funny, as a
You's a
girl,
hoe.
yes, it kind of, well, not as a girl, but it's part of girl code, I suppose.
Yeah.
At least you can do
But
good.
I'm
Nah,
friendly,
at
so
least
I
you
don't have that problem. Bitches probably look at me like, why is she talking to me? Because I want to talk.
Bro,
I just wanna talk.
my thing is, but if you see that someone's girlfriend walks up while you're talking, you're gonna introduce yourself to her.
But did Marcus not introduce
Or
you
at
to
least
her?
say hi.
Yeah, did Marcus?
Why did
Why the
Marcus
fuck-
not
why-
introduce
Well,
That's what I said.
Why the fuck am I introducing her to somebody who's irrelevant? She started talking to me, and I kept it short and sweet. I was looking at fucking food. She's like,
That
"What do you
ass.
think?" What? No, I was looking.
That ass.
I'm not eating ass.
That
At
was
all,
like-
ever.
That was in the meat section, bricked up.
She's not that cute. She just has a fat ass.
That boy
Like, if
is-
she never looked at, like, she'd have to be a Facebook post.
She gotta be doing something right. She got 3 kids.
Yeah, from 3 lame niggas.
That ass must really be fat. That's
It
crazy.
is.
All right, the ass is fat, but she can't be that good since she doesn't have a man.
Let's-
No one's stuck
Let's stop
around.
taking accountability for men. They would fuck a raccoon with a fat ass.
You're
That's
staged.
not, that's stage.
That's not
Y'all
what
are
I'm saying.
y'all wouldn't.
You're crazy.
That's
I'm
what
not gonna
saying.
sit here and be like, oh, you're a trash ass bitch. Da, 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 da.
Bro.
That's-
But it's really niggas out here that's not getting no box. So when you say stuff like that, like, yes,
They
there
would.
are men that would probably fuck some shit. But, like, men in general are not just like.
Most
I
men ain't
definitely
getting boxed,
think-
though.
I
So
definitely
most men
think
aren't
Not
that
most,
desperate.
not most men. Just a percentage of men are
Most.
not getting. That's not. It's not most.
Most.
It's not most.
My
Most
thing
men
is,
We
are-
broke
it's
that
not
down
one
already.
man.
It's not
Most
most
men.
men.
She has
Most men ain't
multiple
getting
baby
boxed.
daddies with 3 kids. At that point, she's the common denominator in it. If
Oh,
it was
no,
one
oh.
dude that she had multiple kids with, all right, we get that.
Well,
That's
2
a
of her kids.
possibility.
Well, in her defense, one of her kids came from a boyfriend when they were young, and then these last 2 came from her
I had
husband.
boyfriends when I was young. I still
Came from her husband, and then she left her husband because he was stepping out because he found better box.
Better box. Fatter ass, maybe not.
Probably
Is
not.
that what she said, or is that like
That's what I
legit story?
that I drew that conclusion. She tries to talk your ear off when you go over there. I try not to listen.
Is
I
she
just-
white?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've witnessed that.
But she
like,
has like I said, she got the muck.
I don't ever believe in like the full he said she said thing. Girls have this thing where they like to over simplify all of the problems
Okay.
a little bit.
They
where
do
they're
like they'll take like when you
Oh,
hear a woman and it's like, where's your part in this?
right.
that's the
they
oversimplif-
always forget
You know
to
what?
put in their
You know
Yeah, but
what?
no,
part.
I'm saying
For
like
why, though?
whenever you listen and you're like, okay, so what part did you play?
Right.
That's the
They-
oversimplification.
They're like, oh yeah,
Let
like
get
you
to
just
it.
started yelling at me.
No,
blah,
that's
blah,
what I
blah.
said.
Like,
I
what
said
did
when
you
they're not
play?
trying to take accountability.
Where did this come from?
I listen. He's sitting here talking. I'll straight. So what was your part in it? I don't care. I'm that
Right.
person. I'm gonna. So what did you do? You said this man just went upside your head. What did you do before he slapped?
What?
Bro, I said this last
Right.
week when you weren't here, bro. I've
Right.
never heard of a quiet bitch getting choked. I've never met a bitch who was quiet in public, like, you know, together, and I've never ever
If a man
heard,
is domestically violent, I've absolutely heard of it.
I-
However, if this is a man
most
that
of the
does
women
not
that are quiet
typically,
don't end up-
no, I was gonna say
Right.
if this is a man that does not have typical habits of like like
Exactly.
over aggression type shit. What did you do before he slapped the fire out your ass?
I don't know many men. See, I guess I don't have that problem. I don't know many men that are domestically violent because I swing on men that
I
are
do.
domestically violent.
I do, but at the same time, like, I just be like, why are you still with that nigga? You know,
I
not
don't
to,
know
not to
about him.
victim blame or whatever, but like, why are you still with
I
that
think a lot of it, sometimes they're very afraid.
I'm just
Most
blunt,
of these
I don't
guys, like, before they get to the physical violence, they will strip you of your identity, make you feel like
Because
so
it's a
most-
process,
hold
yes.
on.
It's, that nigga
Yeah,
just
most
didn't come in.
abusive Men,
What's
I'm
up?
over here
step
popping
by
off
step
nails
by
and these
step,
two
right?
won't
It's
come
not
off.
just I'm going to smack like
I
I'm
glued
gonna
them on
punch you
though.
now.
They're not.
It starts
They're not
off
good
with
nails.
You ain't
um,
you ain't getting
financial
off the date.
abuse, right?
I don't think I
They
am, bro. These
take
are
away
yeah.
their
You get
ability
off the
to
date.
survive on their own financially.
Right.
All right, then they will start emotionally abusing them, so their confidence levels are so low. Like, this person is the only person in the world who actually loves me. Like, yeah, it sucks, but like, it's better than no one.
Did y'all see where
And then once they get like that, the first hit, like, is usually something smaller, and then they apologize, and then it goes wild before they hit them again, and it's like, look, I told you I want to do this, but you made me do it again.
Look what you made me do.
Right, that this is literally the
Crowley.
progression of it. And by the time it gets to a point where he's hitting the woman regularly,
going up
that
out of
woman
here?
is already like mentally gone. Like, she doesn't
Sit
know
down.
herself. She can't survive by herself financially,
That's yeah.
and they feel
Looking at you like,
hopeless
who
in
the
it.
fuck is you talking to?
That's crazy, but that's real.
Facts, and it's sad, but there's a difference,
Did
right?
y'all see sex crimes? Go ahead.
You can tell the difference between a woman who has just a very abusive relationship and then a man who's finally like snapped on a stupid bitch. Like, there's the difference.
Stupid.
Yeah, right. If you're there,
I'm sorry.
you can, and especially when you know the bitch. You know that when they're telling you what the fuck happened and they're not saying their side, like, bitch, I know you. I know your attitude. I know who you are. What did you do?
Okay.
And yeah, that's just a bad friend, bro, because you're not sitting there like trying to help them actually figure out and solve the
We've been
actual
over this
problem.
before. We've been
The
over this
root.
before. It's because so many people will lie. So many people will lie to women. So when somebody tells them the truth, it does it does. It seems like you're the liar. They have 100 people online telling them that they're right and that the people who are telling the truth are wrong.
You can count on Mac to keep it a stack.
I've
I'm not
heard
about to
bitches
sit here and lie to
feel real
nobody,
fast
bro.
to
I
tell the
tell females all the time, like, why are you with that nigga? And they're like, what do you mean? I can't just leave him. Alright, you gonna just keep getting beat up then, nigga? Like, what the fuck? What you want me to do about it? You want me to go beat his ass? I'll go do that, but it's not gonna. You still
You're
gonna get
still
your ass
going back
whooped.
to him.
You still gonna get your ass whooped even more because I beat his ass.
And the thing is, women who even are
I'm gonna
like
beat
in
his
abusive
ass and therefore
relationships-
pass the ass whooping on to you.
Exactly.
Not to be funny, I've said that shit too. I was like, listen, I can go handle this shit. But if I go handle this shit and you go back to them, just know they definitely finna be on your ass because I got on their ass.
And I'm not fucking
Is that
with
really
you,
what you want?
And I'm not fucking with you after that. I just spent this time whooping this nigga
Right,
ass.
and you just
I-
went back and did that shit.
And you gon' that happened to me. I went and beat this nigga ass, and then she fucked this nigga, get pregnant by him. I'm like,
I was gonna say, because I've had to say that to men. Like, if
Why?
I was to really go put my hands on this bitch, if I was to really go whoop her motherfucking ass, and you still went back, I don't give a fuck if you fucked her, made her feel like she was the worst shit ever, and still walked out of that bitch. If you go back for anything
anything.
after I done whoop that whole ass, don't talk to me again.
That's why
I don't put myself in that
that's
position
why I don't
anymore.
call nobody, because once I call somebody, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. If I call any of my friends to get involved, we're done. Like, hey, yo, she don't put her hands on me. Somebody come.
Yeah.
Somebody
Once it
come
gets
get
to that point, you better be ready to leave. You
So-
don't leave, I might whoop your ass when I see you again.
So did y'all see what the #1 crime in America is right now?
No, what is it?
Sex trafficking. It just surpassed drug use and every other crime.
Oh,
I was
to
just
be a
at a
woman in
party
America.
last
Huh?
weekend or this weekend.
Yeah.
I was just at a party telling these girls this shit. That
Sex trafficking
that
has
sex
now
trafficking
officially
is
become
way more prevalent than they believe it is.
has
Yeah.
just become the number.
I say that all
one-
the time.
The #1, and they're blaming part of it on inflation. It has
Oh.
become the #1
In all of the United States.
in all
Well,
of the United States.
that's
The
because-
#1 crime.
So it was like it started off in third world
Thorough.
countries. Jesus Christ, that hurt.
Thorough.
But and it's because they are financially destitute. They're desperate to get money to provide for their family. So it's very easy for someone to go and be like, oh well, I have this job doing this, or like come visit me and
But they
like
don't tell the
we'll
little
fly
girl
you to
either.
America and do this, and then they end up kidnapped like that. I just learned this today in
So they're
sexual
kidnapping
psychology.
women out of the United States.
No,
Right,
no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no.
on. Let me explain.
Go.
All right, now we are in a position in America where people are financially desperate
In America.
in America.
Mm.
So it's a lot easier, especially now with all this like OnlyFans and stuff like that. A lot of women believe that
What?
like they can get model deals because even if they're not that pretty, because they see all these people on Instagram that aren't that pretty getting a lot of followers and shit, and so they're like, oh, you could be a model, like
'Cause they're
here's my
shaking that
agency
ass.
number and
That's-
stuff like that, bro.
But
That's literally how like
but the main demographic right now, actually, that's being targeted is young single mothers for the sex trafficking.
For trafficking?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because
Young single mothers?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Honestly, in my head, when you said that, I feel like it's because they have access to the kids.
Because
That's
so
crazy.
so it's a
That was
great
my first thought.
it's a great manipulation tool when it comes down to, so you get her to sleep with one dude and then she's like, well, I didn't like so pimp,
And then you would abduct
the
her
pimp-
child and be like, okay, look.
no,
if
now
don't-
you have, but now you know, by that time you've already got to know her, you know her child, you probably know where she stays, and now you have leverage. You're like, well, if you stop doing this, we know where you live, we know where your kid is, we know where he goes to school.
But that's not sex trafficking.
Then no. Then they get the mom to start doing whatever it is they need her to do to make the money. It's literal
So,
trafficking.
That
Those-
is a part of.
That-
sex
That's just
trafficking.
prostituting.
No, that's a
No,
branch
no,
of.
No, they
trafficking.
grab her from that state. So a lot of them are dropping, have them drop the mother, have the mother drop the kid off with the grandparents or whatever. They'll keep information like ID cards or whatever. They'll find out where the grandparents live. They'll take the mother for like 3 to 4 days out of the state, and the mom will tell the parents like she has a job lined up or she's doing modeling or she's going to do whatever. She'll come back with a couple ranchy ass photos.
But I'm saying that's not trafficking.
Hold
That's
on, wait.
prostitution.
The
It sounds like
definition-
prostitution.
The definition of
But
sex
that's part of
trafficking
trafficking.
is
They-
using deception, force,
Coercion.
or
Coercion? Okay, yeah, but
something else in order to force a person into doing sexual acts, not like against their will.
Well, we'd have to
So-
figure out what the definition, the clear line definition, or the
Well,
difference between sex trafficking.
Well,
I can
inside
go get
the
my tablet and
prostituting.
tell you.
And
what-
the
I have them both because
and-
I literally just learned it.
in the stats, they include that form. That form is the most prominent right now. But also, it also is a lot of these kids that went missing during the border crisis.
What do you mean?
A lot of those Spanish kids that just got separated from the parents, they don't know where 50,000 kids are.
Oh yeah,
50,000 kids are just missing.
and I heard
Riley.
about that too.
Get on the couch.
Thought your ass was
50,000 kids. 50,000 babies are just gone.
people.
Motherfuckers just don't know where they're at.
But
Just
people,
50,000.
people were assuming that might be like just something that's a byproduct of all the people being ICE just putting all these people into these
Camps and
facilities
everything, yeah,
and
but it
whatnot.
doesn't matter,
They're
nigga.
like-
Why do we have 50,000 babies missing?
Yeah,
That's a lot of fucking children to be just up and gone.
but you got to know who's trafficking them. Like a lot.
Not to be funny, in America, black children actually go missing like it's fucking clockwork that they just never find again. So whenever I hear these conversations,
More than
yeah,
any
I
other-
mean,
more
yeah,
than any other,
yes, it actually is.
Really?
It's young black children go missing faster, and they are found like on like if you go numbers wise, they are found
On a
profoundly less
Oh,
Yeah.
than other races and children. So when I hear
Sometimes
this,
when they do
and
find-
it's actually been
Well-
worse. No, I'm being for real.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying,
but
I know-
sometimes-
I have an idea why that is.
Can I be honest?
I
Can I
don't
be?
sound
I
like-
just have to say one thing. Sometimes, very rarely, but on a higher statistic than most, those kids actually when they do turn up, are living a better life. Some of them try to just get away from home lives.
In what regard?
Huh?
And what are you speaking of?
Some of them are just running away from a bad situation and they go and stay with other people.
I mean, for those that actually go, what kind
Yeah,
of watch
I'm-
charger is this? I'm so curious. Sorry.
It's a Samsung watch charger.
Oh, I was like, this is weird because it looks the same.
Yeah.
That's why I was sitting here trying to. Okay, anyway.
It should
sorry.
work.
No, it does not.
They work on the same thing. It's magnetic based.
The magnet is like avoiding my watch.
You have it flipped upside down.
And
No.
The charger. You have the charger flipped upside down.
No, she just flipped it. No, yeah, the magnet thing. It's
Yeah.
that's right.
No, it's not. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
Oh, it's probably not. It's probably not. That charging block is fucking ass.
I was just curious. I just saw it there.
All right. Sex trafficking refers to the recruitment or control of people by threat or use of force or deception for purposes of sexual exploitation. Prostitution are people engaged in partnered sexual activity or sexualized interactions in return for money, material gifts, or some other form of payment, such as
So if you a sugar baby, you a prostitute. I don't want to hear no more about it.
And also, coercion falls under the umbrella of rape, so it does go in with sex trafficking.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I just
yeah.
He wanted to make sure we were speaking precisely.
no. Also, I was just curious because I don't know.
But that shit's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
the
I
difference
just learned it
between-
It's
today,
not
which
to
is
me.
why I like
Sex trafficking?
that's right here. in
No,
my brain.
because not
It's
to be fun,
fresh.
especially like since I've been working out at
I thought you were gonna say since Epstein Island closed down.
No, I was gonna say since I've been working out where I've been working,
That
like
shit is crazy.
learning, like the younger kids, a lot of the younger kids that are there, like they were sex trafficked. That's why they're here. They got to get away from that. There's actually this one very specific kid that y'all probably don't remember, but he couldn't stand me. I still feel like he secretly hates me. Not secretly hates me. He probably secretly thinks I'm cool. He just don't want to say that. He doesn't like women. Long story short, and he was sex trafficked like really bad. He didn't like go. He wouldn't go blow off backs. He wouldn't edge backs. He wouldn't fuck with the backs. Period. And it was because like he was sex trafficked like that. And a lot of the younger kids out there, like they won't not willingly. They won't like just tell you type shit. But like once you start talking to them and shit, you figure that out pretty quick. It sucks for them. It sucks in
I'm
general.
sure it does.
I'm just saying. I was just like,
That's why I tell people we can cut all of this out right now. All America needs to do is instead of sending money to other countries, let's just annex Mexico.
All I'm saying
Just
is
take over Mexico and we can turn it into something better. They're not doing right with the land.
a lot of
I'm
You're
not
doing
gonna
shit
say
with it.
that.
Huh?
'Cause I don't
Why?
wanna say that.
They're all trying to come here. If we just move our border down south, they're happy.
Think about it. If we
Oh,
liberate,
okay. I mean, if that was the grounds, yes. But if you,
That's what I'm saying.
but
Just
I'm saying
annex it.
no. I'm saying if they do it under like the grounds of how they've taken over other territories.
I mean, we're gonna have a war, but it's gonna be a war against the cartel.
yes,
That's
what I'm saying,
it.
Yeah,
They don't have an army.
they do.
They don't have an army. The cartel took down their army. They don't have an army.
Oh, I thought you meant the cartel.
Yeah, the cartel has an army, but
They have
to their
a,
defense,
Beefing with the
They have a
cartel, cool,
Mexican
but I'm saying like
military.
if citizens and shit came into play.
Bro,
like,
America's nice enough. We'd be like, they don't really have technology
I
over there.
don't think
We
America's
come
nice
out.
enough.
Uh-huh.
Said I don't think America's nice.
We would be. I can tell you right now
Nice
we
enough for
are
what we're
because
going. How's
I've been to war. I've been to war for our country. I'm
We-
telling you right now, we are overly nice.
Overly.
We're so nice that you can jump out, spray AKs at us, and then you can drop them and throw your hands up after you done shot two of my partners and go, "I surrender," and we can't shoot you.
Ah, bullshit.
No,
Bullshit.
That's what I was thinking in my head.
no.
Bullshit.
This is, but
Well,
if you
as
get
far
caught,
as
no.
rules
If
of
you get caught,
engagement-
you will go to prison.
As far as rules of
And not only
engagement,
will you
it's
go to
not
prison, you can be
wrong.
court-martialed. You can be all that. Like if your team's not on your side, bro.
Well,
Like
right, somebody ain't gonna be somebody got to
Like
say,
if you
like,
have a if you have a
niggas through their hands
if you have an
up,
officer
and-
with you, you better not do that shit.
guess
Depending
it
on your
depends
officer.
then.
Depending
I know
on your
someone
officer.
in the
Drop them
military
niggas. Bing, bing, bing.
right now who's that type of bitch who will snitch on you for it though.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them like
There's
round
always
bitches.
that uprighteous.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
overly
There's always a blue
self-righteous-
falcon. There's always a blue falcon. Even when you think there's not one, there's one.
Not in them green berets. They ain't
Even
no
there.
blue falcon over there.
Even there.
boy. Them niggas is on it.
But no,
Even
back to the sex trafficking.
It's just harder to prove because everything's supposed to be redacted anyway. That's it, bro. It's, how can you say that a nigga did something if there was no mission to speak of? That's it. That's the only thing. But niggas even in there, because I worked close with two of them at one point, and he was like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "There's snitches everywhere you go in the military." I was like, "It's like that." He's like, "Everywhere."
Well, yeah, because once you get up into like ranks like that, though, people are like using certain shit up for as
If it,
leverage.
he said it's more because they feel like they can't outcompete you. Like if you're a better shooter,
That's what
you're
I'm
better
saying.
this. They trying to outperform you in some way. Oh, he's
No,
breaking.
They're,
He's
they're
breaking
trying to get
military.
you out of the picture.
Yeah.
What flavor is that?
Frozen creamsicle.
Ew.
But all I can say is we could pull up to Mexico like this. Hey, everybody clear out the city.
Can I try that?
And y'all got 24 hours. Huh?
Nicotine
Annex in
food.
Mexico.
I mean, it's not impossible, but at the same time, we're just gonna run into the same situation like with Afghanistan.
No,
like,
because that one we were fighting an idea.
those people
Cartels
are
aren't
not.
an idea.
Those people are not gonna want to leave. Like, just think about the regular Mexican people. They're not gonna want to leave their area.
They're all trying to come here.
But the people that aren't. That's what I'm saying.
There's very few.
That's and
The
those
most
are,
of them aren't.
those are the people we have to worry about because those are the people that people are like, oh, they're just slaughtering Mexican citizens and
Bro, no,
and
they
then they're not only targeting.
I don't think it's gonna be the same thing because it's not the same culture of ingrained like resistance. Like
It
the
tastes
Middle
like
East
vanilla
is a country that's
Yeah,
built
that part that
off
sits in your mouth, I had to get
resisting.
over it.
We're not the
I
first people to
absolutely-
try to invade. We're not going to be the last people to try to invade. That place is always at fucking war. Before us, it was the German. Before the very first ones were the Germans. No, first it was Rome. Then it was the Germans.
Mhm.
Then it was Russia. Then it was another country. I think it was China at one point or India, and then it was us. All those motherfuckers over there have just been trained. And you got to realize
I thought it was
when
the Russians. Before us.
when the Russia,
Russians before us.
yeah, that's what I said.
The
It was
Germans invaded after Russia. The Russians.
German.
invaded after
It literally
Germany.
goes Rome, Germany.
Oh, I don't know about Rome. I didn't know that. I don't know
What's
that
wrong
far.
with
Yeah, that's why Rome tried to take over that and all of fucking Africa at the same time.
Mm.
It's part of why they fell. They had their fucking army spread way too fucking thin.
Right.
So, actually, Rome trying to invade is what started the very first jihad. It was the very first retaliation from the Middle East against the Christians, against their belief system.
Catholic.
What's happening?
Yeah,
Roman
against
Catholics.
the Catholics. Yeah, Roman Catholics were, but they
I
did
just
fuck
said
up a
all
lot of
these
shit
good
over there.
stories
Oh,
for
of
no
course they
reason.
did.
huh? What'd you say?
Nothing.
You whispered.
I was talking to
while y'all
Mira.
are talking.
Why?
Huh?
What do you mean? Why? What are we
Why
gonna
we
add
have-
to this conversation?
why
We
we
have
have
this
side
conversation
conversations?
every week.
We don't.
Oh no, about what?
I feel like we
Middle
have.
East?
Yeah, huh?
Prostitution.
About the Middle East?
No.
Oh.
I was gonna say maybe not the Middle East
We
specific.
talk about
But y'all talk
prostitution
about,
way
like,
too
No,
much.
we talk
know
about,
we're
like,
not
war
talking
and
about
shit
prostitution.
Every week, bro. I have nothing to add every week to this segment of
Well, then
conversation.
maybe you should learn about some
No,
more shit.
I don't want to. No, Mac, we carry the same
You can't just
conversation
talk
about that.
what you
every
want to talk
week.
about all the time. Like,
Good thing I wasn't
damn.
talking to you, Mac.
That's
You
why-
inserted yourself.
We need
We
to
just
have.
wanted to know
And
what y'all
Mark
talking
also
about.
inserted himself.
I want to know what y'all
Conversation.
talking about. Because maybe I
What
can
were
add
we,
to y'all.
were we talking about the fucking dog? What were we talking
I
about?
don't even know what y'all talking about.
I don't remember what I said.
See, like,
What did I say?
They was just talking.
Some nonsensical shit.
We wasn't talking about this shit.
We talking about wars and shit.
We
talking
said
about
we wasn't
holy
talking about this shit.
Anyway,
We finna go to war. Y'all talking about some dogs.
who's about to go to war?
Right? Is you finna get on the line?
We already know where we're going.
Oh,
That's why I had to say who real quick. When you said we, this thing over here
Yeah,
speaking
much like
French.
mentioned, this conversation is
The
relevant.
United States. Is,
Huh? Much like what?
I said much like mentioned, this conversation is irrelevant.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm in contact with my family right now. I'm telling y'all.
I done told you, as long as you send me that boat emoji, you know where to find me.
Hey, I'm sitting in the island.
the island emoji.
That's it.
What I was gonna say, what's he supposed to sing? It was some kind
The
of emoji.
island emoji.
3 boat emojis.
Let me. If I get any random emoji, I'll see you in Cape.
3
Oh, God.
3 boat emojis. That's all I need.
I found out that
2, 2, 2.
I'm safe from being drafted.
How?
My age. It's females over the age of 26 are not getting drafted.
They're gonna draft you. If
No.
they need to draft
If they
you,
need to draft
they're
you,
gonna
they
draft you.
I'm gonna be
But,
pregnant by
Listen,
There's levels
they
to
don't
the
care.
draft.
They don't care if you're pregnant in the military. I'm so tired of people thinking this. If the draft was implemented and they needed somebody on that fucking front line, they don't give a fuck. They gonna wait for you to drop that baby. They gonna take the baby and tell you, hey, send it to your next closest relatives. It's gonna be either my mom or your mom. And then
Someone that's
I don't know why we're
actually-
even having this conversation. I'm not gonna be here.
Right.
I'm sending niggas is sending pictures on Snapchat about the war. I'm sending pictures from the beach with my feet kicked up.
My
While I say over there
what
with the chopper in the
irritates me
lap.
is all, this is pretty much like, so all the feminists were arguing that they could do anything that they could do, right? And that's why we are now in this situation where we're being drafted. Alright, but then all these bitches
I like it.
all these bitches in the comments about the draft
Put 'em
are
on the
like,
front
bro,
line.
I didn't even participate in PE when I was on my period. I'm not fighting in a war. And like
You have to realize we're young enough that we did not fight for the rights that we have. The ones before us did. Maybe we should start referencing them.
my
But the rights don't. Yeah, but the rights that they fight for are for everyone, and it's supposed to be for the betterment of society and the people. That's why people fight for those rights. If you're fighting for rights that are gonna negatively affect people, that's a conversation that y'all need to have within y'all own circle. I'm not gonna lie.
my thing is, I think that it's fair
I
that
think it's fair.
if women are allowed to vote, we are also drafted.
Wow.
Right? Because that's the reason why men were allowed to vote, is because they were automatically signed up for the draft. Like that's how that worked. Men went to war and were drafted, and therefore they had the right to vote. Women,
No. Well, men just had the right to vote. They had the right to own property. They had certain rights like that women didn't have. But being drafted was just a part of a man's civil duty. Like if
For
it
voting.
came to that. No, I mean drafted. Like voting was just a privilege of the United States of Americans in the United States. But there were certain limitations on what a American civilian is classified as, like a first, second, or a first, was it first class American
Yeah, but if you
citizen
didn't set up
versus
the-
second class, and there was like racial discrimination, which
Yeah,
made
but
that
you couldn't.
differently.
But if you were a man, like past all that, even if you became a man, if you didn't sign up to vote, if you didn't sign up for the draft, you weren't allowed to vote. Like that's what she's saying. She's saying at a point in time, there was a time where you could, like, as a man. You
Oh well,
could,
I'm sure there was a point in time in that. Like,
yeah, that's what she's saying. So, but that's where it first came from. That's where the first right to vote came from. They were like, if you want to vote, you want to participate in politics, then you have to be willing to take the responsibility of, if the person you put in charge says we go to war, now you have to go to war. And it actually happened at a time of war when they were having elections, and they were like, okay, well, if the person that gets elected, you selected, now you have to go to war. Since you wanted to have a say-so, now your ass is going to the front lines when they say so.
Well, yeah, of course. That's
so my thing is
That's
like
all.
women for the longest time have had that same right, like the same exact rights as men when it comes to owning property, voting, and anything else. But we didn't take up the same responsibility that men did when we were brought into like being allowed to do this, when we got the permissions.
that's crazy.
So for me, I understand, and I think it's fair that we've gone way too long without having to kick up the same responsibility as men, while still having the same exact rights and permissions as men. So I understand, and I think it's fair that now, since while we do have these rights and permissions, we are also being held to the same standard of, well, you get all these rights and permissions, you have to be drafted too. That's
rights
the
and
cost for it.
privileges,
I
but
did-
the responsibility, which is what comes with that.
Right.
That's
I disagree.
What do you
You,
mean?
but I
In
understand
what
you,
way?
but I also did. I don't agree
You
that we should
disagree
be.
with what?
able
I
to vote
disagree.
in
I
certain
disagree
things.
that women have to be implemented in the draft. I think that.
Well,
I think now,
okay.
if you want the right now, if you want to keep the right to vote, if men have to sign up for the draft, I think that you have to be willing to add to the population. If you want to vote, if you give up your right to have kids, like if you choose not to have kids, and you don't have any descendants that are gonna have to take responsibility. So I'll even put adoption in there. If you're willing to adopt kids and take care and like have people who are
You don't
descendant
do
of
that.
you or that are going to carry on your legacy that have to deal with the responsibilities and the decisions that you make putting people in office, I think that then you have the right to vote as a woman. But I think if you're saying, well, I'm not having kids and this is the end of my family line, like you don't get that right anymore.
Because my thing is, we vote in, like, we
Because
vote
you're not
on
voting for yourself. You're supposed to be
presidents
voting
and
for the
laws
next
in
generation.
order to
Crowley, why are you up? No.
help the later generations, like the people who come after us. Because most of the things that are implemented are not really affecting us in our day, like
Of course they
especially
are.
when we're older. Like so, almost everything we do is implemented for younger generations to come. Because it usually
Right, but it's
takes
also-
years for those to be implemented.
It takes years to see the effect. Like if we
The
voted
effects
right
of it,
now,
thank you.
by the time you put inside a policy in place, the real effects aren't really seen till 5 or 10 years after.
Right. Like,
You know what I mean?
The changes aren't actually seen. They're not immediate.
Like we didn't see
no, because those whatever those, if you have a president, his term, even if he only has one, his limitation to his first term is 4 years. So within that time, within those 4 years, is when those laws are being
passed and stuff like
reviewed
that.
and put in. And I mean, I get what you're saying. Like,
The effects don't come out till
The-
later because even if you do all that in your
but
first,
it's still prevalent to the people that are voting on that or
You're voting-
pushing for that in that time.
Yep.
But it is going to be more beneficial.
you should vote
Ideally,
you should vote for somebody who has a. Honestly, I think voting for somebody who you think is going to be able to change the world in 8 years or change a country this size in 8 years is actually pretty fucking stupid and
we're
short-sighted.
not talking about. Well, I mean, maybe some people have that idea, but
No,
we're not
that-
talking about doing that. Like, we don't need to change the world drastically, like within
But
the
not
matter
even
of 4
drastically,
years.
but
Like, we
doing
just need to do better continuously, year
Do
after
it-
year.
yeah, but even
that's all we
doing-
need to do.
All I'm
No.
saying is, if women are going to have the same privileges that men have had for the longest time,
They
we
should have the
have
same
to
responsibility.
we have to have, if not the same,
No, yes.
some sort of responsibility
No, the
that
same.
backs it up.
No, if you want the same luxuries and
Well-
access to things that men do, and you guys want the same rights and all that, okay, you can have it, but you should also take up the same amount of responsibility that is required of.
Yeah, but I think it should
I'm
be.
just
I think
saying,
it should be. I think it
y'all-
should be catered to what they are. Like it should be the
Why?
same amount of responsibility.
Because they're equal to you at the end of the day.
No, they're not.
Well, that's how they see it.
Well-
so
well-
whether you like it
well,
or not,
I'm telling
or whether
you-
you agree with it or not, that's
not,
how they.
I'm not
see
saying that they're.
I'm
I'm
saying
not saying
that's-
that they're not
that's
equal.
the
I'm
argument.
just saying that they're.
Well,
that
no.
they're
You can have that
exactly.
stance,
They're
but-
opposite. They're opposite force. Like they're totally opposite. Like I'll put it to you like this. Here's why I don't want women on the front line. Two major factors. One.
We know why. We
Well-
obviously.
Well, no, but for me,
know
on
why.
on a tactical standpoint, it's sperm is cheap, and eggs are expensive.
Well, from a biological standpoint.
Yeah, eggs are expensive and sperm is cheap. I need one man.
To make right.
Yeah, I need one man, and I can get 100 women pregnant.
No, they're not thinking that far.
Yeah, but that's how the government sees it. That's why that's another major reason why they wouldn't let women go to the draft. Because in World War II, it came up. They were like, should we send women too? Because they were drafting every man they could. They're like, should we send women too? They said no.
Yeah.
You want to know why? They were like, well, if we lose all the men at war, what happens? And one of the politicians said, if we send out 1,000 men and they send back 10 to one hometown, those 10 men can get every woman in that hometown pregnant
Within a week,
within a week of being back.
they gonna. I would like to be one of those 10 men. Just gonna volunteer myself.
I'm not.
I'm pretty good looking and I have really good genes, so I feel like I should be. And I'm mixed, so you know.
Those are kind of skinny jeans. I'm gonna be honest.
What do you mean?
Done.
Genes? Get the fuck out of
I'm just saying, like, as much
That
as
dog has just rubbed up against your legs.
Yeah,
so
she
fucking much.
said she would get me some dryer
here.
sheets,
Lint roller.
but I
we
just
don't have lint
I just wasn't gonna
rollers.
worry
I
about
have-
it.
I don't know where it is.
It's inside Chino's room.
I wasn't gonna worry about it until like the
Time
end of
to
the
go.
podcast.
You want me to lock
After
him up?
she pets him all he
No,
wants.
he's alright.
All she wants. Like,
Yeah.
I will lock him up.
I would say he's not bothering me.
He's
Like
chilling.
He is pacing.
But he's not bothering anybody. He's not hyper. He's
I
just
see
doing
him.
his thing. This is his house. He can walk
He's
around.
in his cage.
No, he's laying next to Daisy, behind Daisy, literally. He just heard me say something.
But no, like, all I'm saying, like, first of all, I don't understand the obsession with wanting to be equal to men. Like,
Of course you do.
no, you want to be, like, treated with, like, you want the same rights, right? Like, you want to
I think
get.
I think it's more than that though. Like it's not about the right. They
All
have
right,
the,
but what I'm
they have
saying is-
all the. You guys realize you have all the same rights as men, right?
That's what I'm saying, right? But, like, all I'm saying is, like,
You just don't have all the same responsibility. That's all it is.
all right, but women don't want the same responsibility.
Of course they don't. Which is the
Right?
problem.
All right, but that's what I'm saying, right? They're always like, women are like, oh, well, we want to be equal to men. No, you don't. First of all, we are not men. We're women. All right, we will never be held to the same level of accountability or responsibility that any man will.
I just.
All right, but so to me, it's like,
That's-
first of all, we are different. Personally, we're different. We have different
Biologically.
physicalities, different emotions,
Is that mine?
different mentalities, and that's perfectly fine. That's what makes it beautiful to be different. Like genders, to me, like I will
But-
never be the same as Marcus.
But yeah, you're right. But I feel like you understand that other women or these feminist women don't share that level of.
That's what I'm saying.
like
Like,
intellectual
I don't
comprehension.
understand. I don't understand their
They-
want to be equal in every way to
They
a
don't.
man.
They don't want to feel in any facet that they're inferior to a man. I don't understand why when like. In general, you physically are. Dexterity wise, I'd hate to say it, for most cases you are. Like there's a lot of.
I'd say women are more flexible.
My thing is,
You get
we
flexibility.
we all
I'll give
like
you that
all right.
shit.
Both genders
I think that
have
comes with.
their own.
Dexterity?
I think dexterity and flexibility can almost.
Again,
It's not the same thing.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but they-
both men
they
and
can go hand in
women
hand.
have different strengths and different weaknesses,
But
right?
what strength does a woman have that a man doesn't have, other than giving birth, other than the ability to literally
Social
give
reading.
birth? What strength does a woman have that a man just does not?
Social reading.
I feel like you're talking about physical strength.
No, I mean in any regard, in any
Social-
facet. I'm just curious. I want to know.
Social-
Marcus is right.
social
And even
reading.
in psychology, it's proven that women are better at reading people's emotions. So if you want somebody to go into a room and tell you like
I get it. No, I know.
and
I know
pick
what
out a
you're
person
saying.
that you think might be a terrorist, a woman is the best person for that
Not
job.
a terrorist.
Well, what I'm saying is like that's an
She's
extreme.
giving an extreme. I get
right,
it. I get it.
to
Yeah,
get a
but-
point across.
I
But,
get it.
but
I
it's
get what
better
you're
just to be able to read the
A
temperature of the
liar.
room.
Women are better at telling out when someone is lying.
Judges of characters.
Right.
Yeah, I-
So like, I think personally, like
So
each
that's
person,
the one thing that
That's
women
not-
have.
No, like that's not. It's just an example. You asked for one thing. I'm giving you an example.
I honestly didn't think you would give
So-
me one, but I would like to have. I would like what because honestly, I don't see how that is beneficial or like an
Social
advantage.
reading?
An advantage like in any kind of way as far as like all the other things that men have in as far as an advantage over women or all the other capabilities that men have. Like you just gave me that one thing that okay maybe they're not the best judge of characters if that's what you're like describing it as. But men have to have some level of judge of character when they're the ones sitting there politicking and communicating on the front line
Way.
with other men.
Politics 9 times out of 10 doesn't really have. Politics isn't about social reading. It's about political power.
Of course it is though.
No.
You have to be able to read the other person because you're going to be sitting there debating. You're going to be sitting there offering supply and demand reasoning.
Yeah, but
what
but
can you
you
offer
don't-
me? You
can
have
have
to
the
know
worst-
how to
you
read
can
the
have
other
worst
person.
social. You can have the worst social skills in America.
But I'm just answering it as opposed
Okay,
to
but what I'm saying-
she's saying
but-
is the best strength for women.
But
You-
what I'm saying is politically, you really don't need that because if you have the right back, okay, put it to you like this: Bernie Sanders was a way more charismatic and leverageable leader for the Democratic for the Democratic Party when Trump went against Hillary. But Hillary won because she had more political power because her family's better at strong arming and pushing people in the way that politics doesn't equate to. When I was
I'm not
talking about
arguing that. I'm
when
just
I was
saying.
talking social cues, before Mira said what she said,
So
what
that-
I'm
you guys are
saying,
talking about two different things.
yeah, I'm saying something totally different. When I'm
Oh.
talking about social cues, I'm talking about the ability to walk into a room and almost on an instinctual level. where certain people weaknesses and strengths are. Like this person right here is going to be very, very.
But you don't think a guy is capable of doing that?
No, guys are
who's-
capable
a
of
man
doing
who's
it, but they're not.
confident
But
leader-
they're not capable of doing it on a level that women are.
It's
Women,
like women
have that
the
instinctually.
same capability
Just like
of
men
lifting things
instinctually,
as
we're
men.
able to
We're
lift
just
heavy
not at your
things
level.
on.
Instinctually, no, that's not instincts. That's,
Yeah, when you're a young
physical
boy, the first
capability,
time you see somebody, the first time you see somebody lift something that you thought was heavy, you literally, as a young man, start trying to work your way up to lifting that. Like you don't have to be taught that. Like if you see your friend pick up something, the first thing you said when you were a kid was, "Oh, I can pick that up too." It's an instinctual thing. Women literally start clicking up and doing all that stuff when they're kids. Like women, you'll see a group of young girls get together and they'll start clicking up and already forming a little social group because that's where their strength is. While as men, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna hurt ourselves, we're gonna do not saying all women do that, and there are outliers in both scenarios. There will be young boys that will go into those social cues and they'll excel. You'll be like, damn, he's running them women racket in their own game. But the same thing could be, you see a little tomboy out with some of the dudes. She's trying so hard to be a tomboy. She's out playing some of these dudes at football and stuff like that. And it's not because she's really better at them, but she puts in more time. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody had that one female cousin that's going to go outside and get dirty with the rest of the boys.
right, but your point is that
But
females are better at picking up on social cues.
social
than
interacting.
men.
Social
That is
interacting.
the
and
advantage
shit.
that they have
Yeah, exactly.
over men.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that's one. There's a couple. Both sexes have advantages and strengths at what they prosper.
I'm just
I would
curious.
say another
When
one
you say
is
both. Like,
another one is teaching and nurture. Teaching for sure. Women are way better at teaching than men. Way better. It's a nurturing aspect. Men tend to lack in that. Like if you go outside and you hang out with as you get older as a man, it becomes easier for us to teach older men, like somebody side by side with you. But even then, we tend to get frustrated on a
I
way
would argue
higher.
that it really depends on what it is that you're teaching. But
Hey,
when you say a nurturing aspect, like what do you mean? I get they have the nurturing aspect, like women
Lay down.
typically have that. But
Lay down.
Like as far
Lay
as
down.
that being a strength, as far as teaching, like
It's because if
I
you're good
wouldn't
at
say women are better teachers.
Okay,
than
put it to
men.
you.
Like,
I was
how's a
trying-
man? How's a woman?
I'm trying to explain it to you.
I'm just asking questions that are
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to help you. The questions I need you to answer.
You're saying how is a woman better at teaching? I'll give you an example.
How is a woman going to be better at teaching a man how to be a man?
It's not about what I didn't say.
That's why
I didn't say
asking.
teaching at being a man. I'm saying teaching in general.
In what?
Like
In
the
every-
basics,
in every
like social, like how to behave socially,
Genuine
how to
social.
activate, how to operate in your day-to-day life, stuff like that. Women are way better at teaching children that than men are. Like we're good at discipline and in correcting errors.
One
That's
sec.
teaching.
No, but correcting errors is not the same thing as teaching.
It's literally teaching.
No, it's not.
Like in the same regard that you were just saying. I'm just curious as to.
Paige,
I mean, if there
let
was
me
such
give you
a,
let me give you the prime examples, right? And then you can ask any questions that you have from that. Just give me a second, and I'll give you a prime example. Okay, so
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
prime example is on average, women tend to be most daycare teachers. I'm talking about early stage. That's what I'm getting at. Early stage teaching, where core development skills are being initiated. The reason why, hey, good to see you, man.
I know, right? It's been a minute.
The reason
bro.
why that field is dominated by women, mostly, huh? It's not. No, it has nothing to do with easy. Because you try to put a man inside. Most men are gonna get frustrated because the kids aren't listening the first time. There's very few men that are in there, and the men that are in there excel very easily. It's not an easy job. You're managing a lot of people's kids.
Across the room.
They might not be, and that's the thing. When they're not your kids, it's even harder because the parents may have a certain way they want you to talk or handle their children. It has nothing to do with being easy because you're not just dealing with the kids. You also have to deal with parents. Do you see what I'm saying? But one of the best examples of this is throughout all time, mostly women were the ones who started the teaching of the early years. And the reason why is because men understood innately that women are going to be better at teaching them from the early stages. Like, you're right. A woman can never teach a man how to be a man. Fair. I'll check that off to you. That's perfectly fine. That's why men literally, but also once men hit a certain age, we learn more by watching than we do by being told what to do. It's because we know that older men aren't going to be the best. Hey, yo, you do everything like this. Like, you will get a few. There are a few teachers that I had that were men that would take the time and show you how to do things, and I learned a lot from them. But most of the time, what do I do when I want to learn something? I'm going to go watch YouTube, and watch how to do it, and then I'm gonna practice it hands on instead of going to find an old head and be like, hey, can you show me how to do this? Because 9 times out of 10, he gonna get frustrated with me, and he gonna say something to me, and now I gotta say something back because you're not just about to talk to me like I'm a hoe. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And he may not even be talking to me like I'm a hoe, but I feel like you're disrespecting me. It's why men right now are learning more hands-on skills than I would say even our generation. Our generation lacked that because YouTube wasn't as prevalent as it is now. We didn't have as many DIYs. People really weren't out there doing things. I just learned how to rebuild a whole transmission. I could have learned from my mechanic friend, but I was like, he gonna get frustrated with me because I'm gonna get distracted 10 minutes in and I'm gonna do something wrong. He gonna be like, bro, you have to blow up this fucking transmission. I'm gonna be like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. I don't care. It's my fucking transmission. I paid for the bitch. You feel me? But why I say that they're good at teaching early on is women's nurturing aspect. First off, the children react way better to it when it comes down to learning. Now, first off, because the nurturing aspect, it's gentler. It tends to be more accepting. They're more forgiving of like mistakes made and stuff like that.
We're also
Now,
more patient.
yeah, and now when it comes down to discipline, I would say that that's a strength for us. But I don't think teaching and discipline are the same thing. Discipline can be used in teaching, but it's not the same thing. I can teach you without. No, it's not, because I can discipline you not for having nothing to do with teaching. I can just discipline you just.
Discipline stems strictly.
It can
stems strictly to accountability and repercussions. There for every action there's an equal opportunity.
Yeah, but that's not
action.
But that doesn't have anything to do.
That's what I'm saying. It stems from.
I disagree
But
because
teaching.
it's not a teacher's job to discipline, it's a teacher's job to teach. It's a parent's job to
To
discipline.
Well, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is an aspect of teaching.
Okay, well then but saying it's an aspect doesn't mean that it goes hand in hand. On average, women tend to be
That's
the
why I
best.
specifically said it.
Yeah,
an
but what I'm
aspect
saying
of
is
teaching.
that's why I was saying that discipline didn't count in this regard. The regard I'm talking about is literally just the teaching. It can be an aspect, but I'm talking about if we talk strictly teaching. I'm saying
teaching what is what I'm asking.
that's what I said.
Because
The early stages of life,
yeah,
the
but
base
you
principles.
said that I give you the, just like you said with the aspect of teaching as far as discipline. I give you the nurturing. Like, okay, women naturally are better nurturers. That's innately just part of who they are biologically. That's what they bring. But when you say like they're better teachers, like as far as like one of their strengths as compared to men, like that. This is going back to what we were actually originally talking about. Remember, I asked you what strengths do women have that men do not.
Would you prefer a male or a female to teach your?
It depends on what I'm trying to learn.
Mathematics, basic skills.
In any kind of field, in almost every regard, me now as a grown man, I would want a guy to teach me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want a
but I'm
female.
talking about kids.
I'm not trying to be sexist or anything.
I'm
just
talking
saying.
about kids, but that's what I said. Early stages, teaching, because that's when you're the most That's when you're the most malleable. Is when you're younger. Younger people are the most malleable. You want.
I'm gonna just say, how is that really an advantage? Over
Because
men?
if
Like,
you have a
come on,
society
that's
where-
that's what I'm saying. Like all these things
Because-
that men have that
Statistic-
actually matter. Like I don't want to say it like that, but like things that the strengths
Teaching
that men have over
teaching
that-
kids is absolutely fucking crucial. Being able to teach kids
But
and
at
rear
the
them.
age, the age that you're talking about, the younger ages, like what age are you?
I'm
speaking
gonna
about?
say
'Cause you
anywhere.
said
I'm gonna say
kindergarten-
anywhere from toddler
Yeah,
to probably
like elementary school.
to teen, preteen. Anywhere from
13,
toddler
12.
So
to
6th grade.
13, 13, 14,
So like
13,
6th, 7th
14,
grade.
13 to 14,
It's like almost
14, 14
So
years
before
old.
high school. Before
Yeah, bro, that's the early stages of life. Like if you don't get your core concepts there, you're seeing a generation now that don't have those core concepts taught to them, and it's probably a generation in which we really don't like to operate. They're disrespectful. First off, none of them know how to be appreciative of anything. Bro,
That's a whole different argument.
yeah, no, but that's because they had bad teachers. Like that's it. If they would have been taught properly, like you say it all the time, women aren't doing what they used to do, men aren't doing what they used to do. Like nobody's taking up their responsibility. When you're early on in life, if your mother or let's say the village elder is teaching you how to accept the responsibilities, you're able to do those things. If she gives you a task and says stick to them, they used to do those things. Most of the time it was older females because at that time they've already went through menopause. They have way more patience than they need to because it's shown that women after menopause tend to calm down so much more than in their early 20s and 30s and stuff like
What do you
that.
mean calm down?
Like,
Like they're not as.
They're not on go, bro. Their
You mean
testosterone.
sexually.
No, testosterone wise. Like even young women have a level of testosterone which makes them very irritable, stuff like that, especially when they're going through mood swings and changes like that during their months.
Like chemical imbalance.
Yeah. After they go through menopause, they're the most level that they will ever be. Like, they 9 times out, it takes a lot to get them started, and by the time you get there, like, you've already been warned multiple
And
times.
some of their levels just
What do you
land
mean
on
they're
beach.
patient? What are you saying? When
Like,
you,
they're way more patient. There you go. That's a good word. They're way more patient. They're way calmer. They don't get frustrated with little things. Like, kids are going to make mistakes because they're children.
Right, but how all these aspects stem back to them women being just better teachers? 'Cause that was your point of what they can do better than men. Like,
So if I can chime in on this part, so I agree in both aspects. Like, yes, women have a lot more patience, but I feel as though as far as women, I would say that I'll be tied more to, like Marcus said earlier, the core subjects. But going into, like, say a specialization class, or like say extracurricular class, me personally, I would say that men strive better in those cases, because, like, for example, Mr. Allen.
But what classes are you talking about?
Like let's say
woodshop engineering.
woodshop engineering,
okay, but that's
JROTC.
Okay, so a counter
Stuff that
counter.
matters.
You also have to
Well,
think
counter to that,
extracurriculars are
medicine?
art, music.
Medicine.
Yeah,
stuff
art.
like that,
So
and
who
I
would you
think
want
those would be
teaching,
better
like,
taught by
medicine,
women at
med
younger
care, stuff
ages.
like that?
Like, for kids at younger
Not a
ages.
woman.
You don't want a woman teaching nursing and stuff like that?
Not me. Like, if you're asking me specifically, no.
I'm talking about, but in general,
I would
women
think
make
men
better
are
nurses.
Because I think like for like so I
Sorry.
think for like with an extracurricular course, it's more to say it's like you're there because you want to be in the class, and I feel as though with a man teaching a class like that, they'll be more direct with you, they'll be more front with you, because that way you're more time to listen to them.
Yeah, but that's when you're going to be more bullheaded and be more stern. Honestly, the best male teachers are the ones that have the most patience. Most male teachers that are good male teachers tend to be on the lower side of testosterone.
But when you say that's what you say, like, look, that's where we're going back with the argument. Like, you're saying they're better. Like, you just said, okay, maybe it might not be the.
That's what I said. I said there's exceptions in both.
When there's men that are teachers,
that are exceptional, but they're
do
exception.
exceptionally well too. But you're saying, your
But
original
I said
argument, your original argument is
I
that
must have
women
been
are
lucky
better
because
teachers.
every like
I
real
said
talk.
they're I said the men
They're
that
better
do.
teachers.
I said no. I said the men that do that are the exceptions. Tend to be tend to excel in that class. But just like there's exceptions to certain things there's exceptions to everything in everything. So just like, okay, psychology is mostly dominated by women. The women that are the men that are in psychology tend to be up there with the top 1% of women because there's so few of them. Like just in their ability, just in their
Like
Financially?
patience ability.
no, just in their ability to treat patients, their clinical practices, stuff like that. They tend to go head to head. Like their knowledge on subjects, like I'll put it to you like this: Jordan Peterson is a male psychologist. He is held in high regards by most other psychologists because his knowledge of this field, his knowledge of everything. But there are certain women engineers that and you will back me up on this, that blow most men out of the water. I mean, they have to have most of the time they have 3 determining factors. They're very antisocial. Most of them don't have families. And they tend to be on the higher side of, I don't want to say,
masculine.
no, it's not even masculine. No, because they can be feminine as shit. Their emotional
Well,
spectrum is damaged.
That
So
means that,
they don't react emotionally. They're not the typical woman when it comes to
So they're more masculine.
they're more controlled, emotionally controlled.
It's not even being masculine because it's not like they just don't experience because there are certain people in this world, like we've been over this before, that don't experience emotion.
They're stoic. I mean, a lot of the traits that you're saying, though, are stem from masculinity. But also, if a woman's going to be held in that higher regard, she's going to have a lot more masculine traits as well. So you got to understand that as well. I'm talking about the exception that you're speaking of. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
then the female psychologists have a lot more feminine traits. They tend to be.
Do they though?
Yes. Jordan Peterson is very low on the testosterone scale. But Jordan Peterson also has a tendency to get emotional when it comes to things that he actually is passionate about, and he doesn't tend to be. He's not very argumentative. Like, being argumentative is a masculine trait. It's a very masculine trait because you're argumentative and you stand on your ground. Jordan Peterson is very unargumentative. He does not want to argue. He would rather, he does do it now because he's been put in the news, but he tells everybody, he's like, dude, I don't like arguing.
Okay,
He's
but
like,
you're
it's
using
part of the
that one man
But
to
he's
describe how
but
women
if
are not
Mira just was watching a thing
naturally
with
masculine. What I'm saying is the women that are in that top 1% that are usually standing above the rest, that you're saying that are better
you said that
than
they were
most of the male engineers that outwork most male engineers. Those women are going to be inherently masculine.
are gonna have
They're gonna
masculine
have-
traits,
of
and that's
course.
why I said the men that are exceeding the women
I-
inside their
I-
field
adding-
are
adding to
normally
that-
feminine and
adding
have a
to-
lot of feminine traits.
Adding to that, I would say that far as engineering goes,
In what regard are you saying that?
Like they have
Men-
feminine traits.
men that dominate women.
Dominate
Women
men that go
fields
into
are-
women dominated professions usually have tendencies to show feminine traits early on in life.
Okay,
They then
so
They
why are
then
you saying that? That's what I'm
they're,
confused.
they're just like wasn't saying you're wrong about your saying that they have masculine traits. I said the opposite is true. Anytime you have the exceptions are going to exhibit traits of the other. So if you have a man who's in a female dominated
industry, or
he's going to show feminine traits. If you have a woman that's in a male dominated industry, she's going to have masculine traits.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I still don't understand how where that stems from in your original argument.
My
What you
original-
were talking about, because you were talking about the exceptions to how there's women that can outwork male engineers.
There are some women that are very brilliant when it comes to engineering, coding, and stuff like that.
But I'm asking
I've just-
how, where did you, stemming from what you were originally just talking
my
about?
original
teaching.
teaching. So what I was going, because we got on that because you were like, because he said the core class, like the class extracurriculars. He said engineering stuff like that. I was like, first off, anything that has to do with nurturing, humanitarian work, anything like that, and all that stuff is important for society. Because in order for any of those jobs to have any type of relevancy, we have to keep society at the place or moving forward from where we are
But
now.
you're saying that it's 100% essential that women are in charge of those areas because they are better fitted for that, whereas
Yes.
a man could not do that.
I'm saying that no. I'm saying what's optimal. Optimally speaking, women are better at that point.
And say that.
That's
But what did I originally? What I originally asked
is what
was,
they're better at, and they are better
What-
at teaching.
What strengths?
What I
do
originally
women have?
asked was, name some, I guess, strengths that women have that men don't have. That's what we're originally talking about. And she said, picking up on or identifying.
I said that.
You said social cues.
Yeah.
so
Right.
social cues, patience.
Well, no, she said identifying different characteristics.
Characteristics and emotions. Women are much better at identifying emotions and characters than men are.
The only one I
Okay, but
disagree
that's
with
kinda
that.
different
The
than
only
what you
one I
were saying.
disagree with that on is the deception.
Okay, but I'm just
That
trying to.
women are more in psychology. It's proven women are much more prone to identifying deception than a man, and it's because we are better at reading body language and emotions on people than men are.
I have to do more research, but I'll get back to you on that.
I
So
disagree.
reading
I
deception.
don't
What do you
know,
mean by
but I
that?
don't know what you know,
lost
so
on
I'm gonna
that.
just say
All right,
personally, I just
so
disagree.
because women are more in tune with people's emotions and stuff like that, we learn to read when a person lies way quicker than men. Like,
Women aren't even in tune with their own emotions. How are they going to be in tune with other people's emotions? That's what I don't understand. When you're saying they're more in tune with other people's emotions, what do you mean? Just because women in general are more emotional?
I think
they're
it's
better
more the
at
fact that's
picking
just
up-
more
No.
observative. I guess.
alright, we are better at reading other people's emotions than men are. That's just psychology. It's a psychological, statistical fact.
Personally, I think it stems from, like I said earlier, when women are younger, they tend to click up and form their own little social groups immediately. Almost, you can see it as early as kindergarten, preschool. The earlier years, they tend to get friend groups and they tend to operate in those friend groups, and there's set rules that they already have established. And from doing that over and over again, I think that it increases their ability to be able to detect lies and deception, especially when one of the friends in the friend group lie.
Oh no, because they can't even tell when their friends are lying to them and telling them that, oh no, you're not fat.
No.
You're
Being able
beautiful.
to
You're not ugly,
being
you're
able to
beautiful.
tell.
Yeah,
No, Mac. They can tell. They know.
Okay.
They know. But being able to tell and being willing to accept that fact and being able to make yourself better is different. Not a lot of people have the potential to say, okay, this is what's wrong with me, and I'm gonna fix it. There are very few people that do. There are very few people who strive every day
But do
to
you
be
not
better.
see how like that's her whole
No,
argument?
those are two different things. Being able to know and being able to tell and being able to act upon it are different things. They know. There's no woman in this world that weighs 400, 500 pounds, and
There
their
is.
friends
There
are
is.
saying, and their friends are saying, "Oh,
You know
you're
there
not
is.
fat." No,
You know for a fact there is.
no,
Yes, you do.
I don't
No.
know why I just thought about that one fat
Exactly.
trash chick on Instagram.
no,
Fucking
Exactly.
Count Gorgon.
You know. I'm not even gonna sit here and do that with you.
bro. But
What you
they
think,
all
Cuz?
know that they're big. Look, they all.
I don't play these. I don't play this conversation with people who have some kind of prerogative to just shit on women. Like,
Is that what you think I'm doing?
no, because I was gonna say, like, with other conversations, and even like in the beginning when I was actually listening, you did have, like, say, valid questions. I don't think we really have the answers that we need, like maybe like the research, the actual science behind to give you the answer. Sure, I could sit here, do a quick googly, go through some articles and find it for you, but it goes into like how men's brains work different than women's. How he said we socialize different. And a part of the emotional aspect, like, it's literally like a lot of it is within brain activity that makes women so much different than men. So I'm not gonna say like, yeah, your purpose is to shit on women. I think maybe we just don't have the research to actually give you a solid answer that you're gonna be content with.
I'm just asking for something like, I'm a reasonable, logical person. That's the way I think. So I'm asking you for, based off of maybe your own idea or what you think about or what you see in society. Like,
I mean, women are
just
proven to
just
be
make
better
the connections.
leaders.
Like, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean
No, that's not what I'm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Like,
I
I
clocked
wanna know
out because I don't
what
feel like we. I don't feel like we have like the actual science research type shit to give you on a layout to actually look at and then be like, oh, okay, and then ask like questions according to what the correct technical answer would be.
So then, what do you think?
What
What
five
do you
things?
What's the
personally think?
overall?
What do you personally believe?
Hold on. What are you finna say?
I
Just in
want to
case?
know what 5 things you think that like men are excelling at. That women aren't.
But now, why are we backpedaling? See,
Because I just
because
wanna- I just
all
wanna-
I was asking was some strengths that women have that men do not have.
Yeah,
or
but in order
things
for me
that
to
women-
gauge what a strength is, I have to hear what your strengths for men are. Because like anything that I'm throwing up, you're like, well, that's not necessarily a strength. I want to know. That I like that. That's.
But
not
you
me being-
said teaching.
I said
You said
teaching. I
picking
said.
up on social cues.
I said reading. I said social reading is a big one. Teaching is another one. I'm telling you, teaching core set skills for children. That's why even in let's say any culture.
But my argument is that those things that you're saying, men are also adept in as well.
They're not.
And
But
and then you like move the goalpost with optimal and you change
Hold
that,
on.
which I'll give you. Okay, maybe in earlier years, in
Okay, so then what?
and
That's
like-
what I'm saying. In order for me to be able to combat your question effectively, I have to know what you consider a strength.
what do you think is a strength? What do
Well,
you
I'm
think is a
asking you.
strength
Give
that
me
men-
one for men, so
that-
then I
that
can
men
dare.
have that
I
women
need
don't.
an example, so I can therefore lead you to a result. I need an example.
I said earlier what my examples were.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention then, or I was at the bathroom. I don't
So,
know.
okay, just how many examples do you want?
Give me 5.
You said, okay, so just like how we said earlier, men naturally, generally, are more physically superior.
Okay.
They have physical strength naturally, biologically.
Fair.
Typically, higher levels of dexterity based on, you could say testosterone, or other physical characteristics that men just inhibit.
Okay, so but that all goes down to strength. So all that's one.
A lot
'Cause
of
if
it,
we're
a lot
better
of it's
physically-
physicality.
Yeah,
a lot
so
of it's
that-
physicality.
so physical.
The ability to work harder, longer hours in certain
that's all-
environments.
okay, but
in
that's all
harder,
one thing.
More harsh environments.
That's all one thing.
That's all different things. Just
No,
like you
no.
said, just like how you were saying the aspect of discipline, or discipline being an aspect of teaching.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the exact same thing, right? It's an aspect of that. It's not the exact same thing, but they all kind of go hand in hand with the physicality that.
Okay,
the
okay,
physical
I'm just
superior that-
confused as to what this.
I'm just trying to give him.
Okay,
Hold on,
wait.
hold on.
I
Give
need
him a
to finish the
definition.
example.
I just have a question.
What's the example?
All right, is your argument or your question like, oh well, men have strengths that women don't, but women don't have strengths that men don't? Like I'm trying to understand like where this is at. Because I think if you really do it
I
that
wish
way,
I
then
was high for this
there's neither on
conversation.
either side except for the ability to produce sperm and the ability
I'm
to
for real.
produce eggs
I think that would give
and
me
carry
more,
a child. Like
more leeway
those are
here.
the only two strengths
So I
that
wish
each
I was
gender
high for
has
this
that the other
conversation.
gender
I like
cannot
intellectual
do
conversations.
on any aspect.
Oh, I mean, okay, but
But
I
I
threw
just-
that off the table when I said
For real.
other
I'm gonna
than
get fucking
the ability
next
to
week
produce
come in here with all
human
kinds of
beings, like
Exactly.
what
That's what I'm asking. Like, are you
that
asking?
was I asked you a very specific question. I asked
Okay,
both
but
of you
I'm
a very
asking
specific
you.
question.
I'm asking you. Was like, are you asking what strengths women have that men do not? Because you feel like there are strengths that men have that women don't.
Well, that okay. So I really asked the question her in a clear frame. Like I don't understand. I literally asked what strengths
The
do
way you're
women
wording that
have
is very
other than the ability to give birth. That what are the strengths that women have, and that's
But
obviously
her question to you was,
that no. But I'm saying that's obviously a question
Okay,
framed as
I got a solid answer for you real quick. Research shows that girls perform much better than boys due to their approach towards learning in things such as attentiveness, task persistence, eagerness to learn, flexibility, and organization. So if you needed a solid answer, that is what science is going to back up.
that.
There's more. That's just what came up first. Is that like an answer? Like I feel because that
You
falls
said-
into what Mark has
You
been
said
saying.
girls are better at
Yes, research shows that women are better than men in attentiveness, task persistence, eagerness to learn, flexibility, and organization.
okay,
Which
In-
falls
in-
under
in
an
any-
umbrella
in
of
any-
like leadership.
in any
but
regard.
I don't think
In any-
I can
in
hold on.
any
I can go back and look, but it's
like-
saying like overall.
Overall, in any field.
Was this like a
what
field
field-
specific
so
question?
that's what
Right.
I'm. That's, like, so Mira's exact question was, because the way, like, her wording, I got it the second time she said it. I really couldn't follow it the first time. She wants to know, are you saying that there are strengths that women are excluded from that men have?
That's not
No,
That-
she's saying, is that what we're...
excluded from.
Yeah, like, are there strengths that men have that women don't? Like, naturally. Is that what you're looking for? Is that
There,
the
there
basis
are,
of
but that's not what I asked. I
Yeah, but
asked
you're
what
saying
are
what,
the what are
strength-
what,
so wait, so your question was, what are the strengths that women have that men don't? Right.
was that not clear?
So I want to know what strengths men have that women don't.
So that's what I was saying. That's what she was asking.
Like,
you.
so I can understand what your baseline is. What are strengths that men have that women do
That's what I
not
was
have
getting.
on any level?
One, I just like how you answer my question by asking me a question. Okay, right.
We've answered your question on multiple aspects and you're shutting them down. So now I'm asking you on your side, what do you think men
I'm not. I'm
are
debating your answer, but that's the thing. Like, I literally just
you're
asked
not-
you a question because this stemmed from what we were originally talking about.
Like I was asking. So that's why I was asking what I was asking for the examples, Mir. That's why I wanted him to finish the examples so I could find his baseline.
All right. If you put it as an all out, then there will be no answer on either side.
What's
Because
she
there's
saying?
nothing that a woman can do that a man can't, or vice versa. Everyone has the potential to do anything, except for the reproduction aspect, right? So like, if a man lifts a rock, a woman can lift a rock. Maybe not the same rock, but a rock, right? So we still have strengths, just not to your level. And
That-
it's
but
the opposite. It's the opposite
What?
on that aspect as well. All right, when you say
If a man can lift a rock, a woman can lift a rock. Maybe not the same rock. That's the idea like you're coming in with.
all right, but when you say what is a strength that a woman has that a man doesn't, right? We could list
What
things
can-
all day, but
What
there's
are things that a woman can do that a man can't do? I feel like it's a very
That-
simple question.
do you want to do that they can, or like what
But
they're better at?
But the
overall?
reason why she's saying that your question no longer makes sense is because when I said that women were better at teaching, you said, well, a man can do that too. Her combat to that is you just said that a man can lift a rock. He may be optimal at lifting the rocks, but a woman could also do that too. When I said earlier that the woman was optimal for teaching, especially in the early stages of living, you said, well, men can do that too. So for her, those two things would have been fucking off the board. So what she's getting at is just because they may not do it to the optimization or to the necessarily.
All I was doing was rebuting your point that you made that women are. You said that's one of the.
Well, that's
strengths
why
that
I
they
understood
have.
your question. But that's
Like-
but she's saying. But I understood your question on the base level, which is why when I put that forward, I didn't understand what you were saying. Just because men can do it does not mean we're optimal to do it. Does not mean that we're. I'll be honest with you.
That's the way I guess I didn't ask that, but I guess that's the way I'm
So-
asking the question. Like,
Yeah.
So
I
pretty
see
much
what-
you just asked the wrong question. You pretty much what you should have asked.
His wording was
well, because I
obscure, yeah.
preference that with other than the ability to
Reproduce.
give birth.
Yeah, but
Right.
what Mira's saying
So
is that
it would,
there's neither.
that would then already inhibit that I'm speaking specifically about things that women have a strength in that men can't do.
But then the answer is
But
always
then-
going to be nothing.
Because-
and it's vice versa for men. It's always
The
going
question
to be
can't
nothing.
be the answer can't ever be. The answer can never be anything because they can do it, but what you're looking for is either you want them to do it optimally or
That's why I said strength.
okay.
They obviously do it better. It's
Okay,
one of
but
the-
then when I
so-
said something that was better, you discounted it. You were like, well, men can do that too.
So
when you
so
say
the
a man
baseline
cannot
question.
do it, it means it is impossible for a man to do it.
And when you say a woman can't do it, it means that it's impossible for her to do it. So I guess that's where your question falls into a fallacy because there's nothing that the other sex can't do. It's just which one's going to be optimal.
Well, I feel
Right.
like we stemmed all from the base question because you guys can't answer the question.
No, it's because you're
There's
shutting
no,
every
there's,
answer
there,
down.
no,
to
no,
religion
there's,
or
no, no.
Christianity.
You're absolutely right. We can't answer the question because there's no answer to the question. It's a logical impossibility. There's nothing that I can do that Mira cannot do. She can do it. She's not going to do it as well. But there's nothing that I can do that Mira can't do. It's an impossibility. Just like there's nothing that she can do that I can't do, other than have kids. But on that term, like you said, excluding that out of there because she also can't produce sperm. So there's nothing that either one of us can do that the other one can't do. Now, if you're saying what we're optimal at, I'm way more efficient.
I think it's kind of like it makes sense though, right? Like what I was asking.
Yeah, I think I don't think he was looking for. I think what he was doing,
Like,
he
we're being
wasn't.
very
I think
technical
we
now
were
because we can't
conflating.
answer the question.
We're
right?
conflating the basis of his question. I think he wasn't looking for an answer. What he was looking for is that there was nothing. That's what you were looking
It
for.
wasn't like that. Like when you said that, like I literally just stopped talking because
He was
You
looking.
just- you just
it
gave
was
me-
it was a jacked question from the get go. That's what it was. He was a trap question. He hit us with the trap card. Like we've literally been arguing. He just was looking for us to say nothing. Because he never once stated that there was something that a man can do that a woman can't do.
I will repreference the question by saying, I guess, what are some things that women can do more efficiently or more effectively than men in general?
So that list that I gave you, that was like an overall, like in life. I can go back to it if you'd like, but that was like the overall.
No, say those again. because
what was highlighted.
I just with certain ones, I guess I agree, but then
I mean-
I'm thinking about in general in any kind of field or expertise.
Here's the thing.
There are
when you-
certain
when you-
fields that men would obviously dominate.
There's
in those same
but
categories.
that's right down the middle. Like women are way better at painting and art.
That's
I was gonna be like, dang, we paint houses better.
no,
Let me go get me a
not
job.
houses. No, I'm talking about like on the creativity
I'm
side.
sorry.
On the creativity side, women tend to be way better at it.
You really think so?
No, again excluding the exceptions, because you said in general, because you said generally
In
speaking.
general.
If you took the normal everyday female artist and put her up against the man, the female artist is gonna win 9 times out of 10.
Prime example, Mac. Prime example.
Okay, hold
the
on.
Housing Channel, Love It or List It.
Every time.
The housing channel?
Yeah, you know how the channel where people build houses and shit.
And they'll flip the houses and everything. That industry is mostly dominated by women because interior design is dominated by women. Unless you get the Abercrombie & Fitch gay guy who walks in and says all of it needs to go.
And they wrecking shit.
That's it.
They
Or the
really, they
property
pulling up on
brothers.
shit.
Yeah,
you see
property
what
brothers.
and I'm pretty sure both
But I'm
of
pretty
them
sure
are
they're gay.
both of them are
But at
feminine
least
as
one of
fuck.
them is.
They're both feminine as fuck. Have you seen both of
This
them?
one has a wife. The other one, I think.
And they're
I,
both
was gonna
feminine
say,
as
I
fuck.
think
I see that
know,
nigga.
I remember that.
Yeah.
This is how I knew that nigga was feminine. I see him swing a sledgehammer like this. I said, this nigga. I said, did he just...
He said this nigga.
He said, we'll be right back.
That's different though. Those guys
But,
aren't even doing
Hold
it.
up. So long
Yeah,
story
but they're
short, the
feminine.
overall of what women are in theory better at.
Where are you getting this from, by the way?
This
HGTV.
is no.
Shut the...
So
and by the way, so for your argument earlier, when you said the trans dude, the trans woman or whatever, that's a dude not accepting reality.
Hey.
Oh
that's a
yeah,
woman.
I was just making a joke out of that fucking
That's
top
a
of the
woman.
hut.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
That's a
but
woman.
what I was saying is, to y'all's argument, y'all were like women not accepting reality. That's a full blown.
and that's actually not something women are worse at.
What, accept the reality? I would say now
I think
they
hold
have
up.
a conflated reality.
It's more like I think in the way it goes, it's like men have more of a deniability complex, and then women, I think it's in the face of accountability, they retract more. You know what I'm saying? Like men are gonna deny it more, but it could be fully right, and you're just denying it. Women are probably
And what
I think they're more likely to step back from the
on
accountability
you, Amir,
if
so I would-
everything you said was right.
I would say.
So you're thinking men are more delusional in their reality?
No, no, no.
than women? That's
No.
what you're saying.
No,
saying
no, because what I'm
deniability.
saying, like accountability. Let's say I hit your car, right? You saw me hit your car, and you're like, "Hey, you hit my car," and I'm like, "No, what are you talking about? That didn't happen." And you're like, "Here's the proof. Here's the proof on your car as well." What are you talking about? You just hit my car. And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I just don't think I did that. That's been there." So then for men, the complex is more of like, "Hey, dude, let's say dude broke a window in your house. He threw a baseball,
Yeah.
and it happened to hit your window. So you come out, you saw the person who did it. You come out, you talk to him like, hey, listen, you just broke my window. What are we gonna do about it? That wasn't me. What are you talking? I saw you throw the. But no, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. So for women, it's more of like I'm gonna like play dumb and see like how I can back away from accepting accountability. Men, it's more like deny. Like no, I didn't do that. They're more typically gonna gaslight you, while women are gonna play like, hold up, I don't know what you're talking about.
Are
you seeing what I'm saying?
Did I hit your car?
but to me-
I
Yeah.
didn't even notice it.
Yeah, like
What do
they're
you
gonna
mean?
try to
Are you sure?
they're gonna try to deflect the accountability of the situation, while men are more typically just gonna
Straightforward,
deny.
right off the bat.
Yeah, they're gonna straight up like go hard in the paint on their shit, and a woman's gonna try to like tap dance around it.
Hey,
I
ain't gonna lie,
don't
that's
think.
true.
I mean.
I agree.
Yeah, I had to very much so like I had to simplify that as much as possible. I could try to look more into that, like even while I'm sitting
I
here,
think-
to give you the
I think
actual
men-
aspect.
The
I
only-
think men stand when men have denied. Like I think the better way to say that is when men are denying accountability, we're more steadfast on it. Like if if we've already decided we're not accepting responsibility, we're not accepting responsibility.
But that's what I'm saying.
Come
Like
hell or
men
high water,
stand
no
hard
matter-
on whatever point they
so-
take here.
so-
They're standing on it.
So then
Yeah.
your statement would be men tend to stick to their guns when it comes to deniability. As far as women are on average more delusional, but men are going to stick to their delusion 100%.
Maybe because like
I don't know,
like I
just
said,
because-
like when I say like tap dance around it, it's like you know it's there. You know what
Yeah, but
happened,
that's still
but let me see
delusional.
how
For
I
you
can
to
play the
del-
game.
But that's still
But
delusion.
men, okay, but if we're
But
going,
that's what I said. But
I'm
the
not
men-
using like delusional in this.
Okay, but men who are dodging account. Okay, so let's just say dodging accountability. Women are going to try to dodge accountability on 9 times out of 10.
no,
right?
but what I'm saying is like
But the
the way they go about it is the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I'm
not even the
So
number.
pretty
I'm not
much,
saying- I'm
so
not
pretty
saying
much a
that-
man is
I'm-
gonna like full on just say reject it. Like they're gonna
The
stand
man who
firm.
does
I'm
it,
rejecting
Yeah,
the
they're
man,
scrapping
the man,
that
the man
shit.
who has decided he's dodging account. I get what she's saying. The man who does this. So let's say we have 10 men, 10 women. Let's say 8 or 7 of those women say that they didn't do it, but we all saw them do it. When confronted with the evidence, the women are going to try to are eventually
like,
gonna
oh,
cave.
maybe I
Yeah,
don't know
they're
how
gonna
that
cave.
happened.
They're gonna cave.
But then
They're-
men, you can show
But
them
those
the evidence,
three-
and they're
but those
like, I
three
didn't
men
fucking
that
do it.
decided
I
they
do
wasn't
it.
taking accountability. Those
I
3
do
men
it.
that said they weren't taking accountability for hitting your car and they hit your shit.
Where's my lawyer?
Oh, you gonna have to take him to court because Cuz is not, and he gonna stand by his.
You can show Judge Judy the proof, and he's still gonna, Your Honor, that
Yeah.
You're
didn't
gonna be
happen.
like, that wasn't even me.
The only reason
Nigga, you're in the photo. It's not me.
Granted,
the only reason I know about that is because I had to fade a nigga for taking my Yu-Gi-Oh cards once in a middle
Ryan.
school.
We are on the internet.
So it's from Steward Healthcare. That's like who the science came from per se. Right?
Honestly,
For this specifically, go ahead.
all I was gonna say is about the learning aspect of it. I just think that I think that the educational system that we have right now is more geared towards women, but it was made so in order to promote more female education, especially when it was established. So like, women tend to learn better under fluorescent lighting than men do, scientifically speaking.
there's a lie. That shit hurts my head.
Fluorescent light. That's that bright ass light, right? Not that
Yeah.
soft one.
No,
light.
but it's just but it's that scientific. The fluorescent lighting and everything tend to help women. That's why also.
He is right. The assigned seats, the sitting down for almost all of your schooling
Classes and stuff like
and
that.
classes, almost all of it is reading and writing instead of actual hands-on projects and like working hands-on on things which is more geared like for men's brains.
Now, rightly
Schooling is what
now rightly so, because before, when it was geared for men, it was because women were excluded. So in order to encourage women to feel more comfortable with going to
Right.
school, to try to make it an equal term thing, which I think schooling, especially in the early years, is necessary for all ages and all genders. But like I said, right now I think that we've corrected, because now we have more females going to college, more females doing anything than ever before, and actually they're outperforming men. Well, they're out enrolling men. They're not outperforming. They're out enrolling men in most colleges and most high degree
In
situations.
what degrees though?
Huh?
In what degree
In all,
fields?
most men are going to college when
In
it comes
what
to
degree fields are they majority enrolled?
in all, and I was gonna explain why. In all of them, they're out. They're enrolling in higher numbers than all of them, Mac.
In STEM?
Yes, all of them. They're enrolling in higher numbers. More men are working in the field because most of them don't graduate. Wait, and here's why: because in STEM and in engineering and in stuff like that, hands-on experience right now is carrying a lot more than your degree. There's too many degrees out there and not enough experience. He's working in the computer science field right now. I'm telling you right now, as somebody who's in it, they don't care about your degree anymore. I want to see the fucking work. If you're doing the work, that's all I care about. Can you do the work? Come do the work. That's it. So, and men notice that, and like you said, most of them are logic. Those engineers and stuff like that are looking at that going, I can graduate college with $100,000 in debt, or I could just go get certified on a computer program for $500 for the year, take this same certificate to that job, start off at a lower pay grade, but owe no debt. They'll take it 9 times out of 10, dude. They're not. Fuck that. Why? Why would I go draw $200,000 worth of student loans when I can go get that same degree offline?
I understand your logic in that, but you're still saying that women
It's
are still
reported.
out enrolling.
They are.
in-
They're
in-
enrolling. It
in-
doesn't mean that they finish. They'll change whatever. They'll do whatever. But they're out enrolling. More women are going to college than men. It's just.
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're out enrolling.
They're also entering specific.
Yeah, but if they
fields
don't have
and-
but not all those fields have that many openings. That's why the problem is arising. That's why you have a lot of these people who are accruing this student debt. And most of it is female student debt, and they'll start off in a STEM field because they're like, oh, we'll give you bonuses if you go into the STEM field. And so the women are like, oh, so I get paid to go to
I
college.
think most women in general are just starting off in STEM fields. To be honest.
I didn't say most, but I'm saying more than men, because most of the men who want to go into STEM fields are looking at it and going, I don't want to have that debt. I'm also probably going to lose my slot to a female, because they'll promote females in STEM. They're giving you grants from the government. So if you wanted to go to school for nursing, and the school you applied for said, our nursing slot's filled, but you can go into biology, and we'll give you $60,000 on top of your normal thing, and you're going to get to go for free.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because education's more geared towards women. That's what I was just saying, Mac. Nothing that I'm saying right now is saying that women are going to perform better in that field. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is right now they're enrolling at higher rates. Every college around the country is reporting that women are the women to men ratio on the average college campus, not even Ivy League, on the average college campus is literally, I think it's 65 to 35.
So what does that mean? Why
Men
does that
aren't
matter?
going to college.
Why does that? But like you originally said this, like women are at a higher rate enrolling in.
Because men don't.
Why does that matter?
Because men not feeling comfortable to go to school is going to be a downfall. That's why.
In what regard? Like how?
Because you're going to have an entire
You
generation.
just said that these men are cutting out of class to go get a certification to make more money. To
because
do that.
starting off,
Why does
because they're starting out at a lower point than that they could start at. If you start off, so if you do have the degree and you do have the experience, and then the degrees did count for what they used to, you get to start at here versus starting off here. If he had a computer science degree right now, he would be way up here, and he would therefore be able to excel the company even further because he started off at not such a low point. Now you have these guys who are going to burn themselves out working from down here just to make it up here when they could have started up here and excelled even further.
But then, like you said, they still have much more student loan debt. So when you say like
What I was
when you're-
saying,
when you're
but that's
doing-
why I was bringing it all the way to the close. We need to just go ahead and make it to where men feel more comfortable going to school. The school system needs to be rigged again in order to where it benefits both sides. That's what my closing argument was going to be. I said right now it's stemmed and geared more towards women. And the problem with that is we have more women than men going to school. What you want to look for is that close to, like, honestly, I'd even say a 45 a 45-55 split would be fine. I don't care on what side. It could be 55% women, 45% men. Or it could be 45% women and 55% men. I don't care
But
either way.
How do we? Then that lies the question. How do
You bring back hands-on learning.
But okay, how does that benefit women that want to get into those fields that necessarily women in general don't specifically learn hands-on like men do, or like men do? So if
They're gonna-
schooling is more geared towards women in the fact that
Okay.
it's more organized, it's in a room, there's
I'll-
they have better whatever she said.
Prime example is I get what your question's coming from. You're like, what is that really going to do? The Netherlands. They've gone further than any other country in the world as far as trying to make social equality, right? They try to make sure that everything is down the line. And what happened is, as soon as they did that, the total opposite of what they thought was going to happen was going to happen. What happens when you make everything equal is that the sexes tend to go generally to where they want to go. So as soon as they did that, and they stopped pushing women to go to STEM. No. As soon as they started making everything equal, they thought they were going to have a flood of women going into the STEM fields, like we're having in America, because they're pushing the women into STEM fields. That's what they thought was going to happen in the Netherlands. They were like, oh, everything's equal, so now women aren't going to feel excluded from these fields anymore. They're like, women are going to flood to STEM and men are going to flood to medicine. The total opposite happened. They made everything equal, and women started going more women than ever started going towards the medical field, the nurturing side of things, and more men than ever started going to STEM. And the reason why is because there's a very select few women who are going to excel in STEM, and there's a very select few men who are going to excel in medicine to the degree, not like base medicine. Not we're talking specialists, surgeons, and stuff like that where it's hands-on. We're talking like base medicine. No, practitioners. No, like general practitioners and stuff like that. Most of them tend to be women. Most doctors tend to be specialized. They either specialize in pediatrics, they specialize in fucking ear, nose, and throat. They specialize in surgeries. Surgeons on typical.
You still need a medical degree to get that though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're all specialized.
And you're saying
Yeah, they don't do no. You're never gonna meet a surgeon who's gonna go, oh, I'm gonna diagnose people on a day-to-day basis. Surgeons go to school to be surgeons. I have a friend who went to school for surgery. They tried to get him to work the normal diagnosis shit. He said, fuck no. He said, absolutely not. He said, that's not what I went to school for. I went to school. I got my medical degree in order to become a surgeon.
So what is so I'm trying to figure out what the line is between what you're considering that women are doing as far as medical
in general
versus what men are doing.
Doctors are first off, doctors are a small percentage in the first place, but more doctors tend to be female. Now, the specialists and doctorates tend to be mostly male, because most doctors who aren't specialized tend to be female, because women don't mind diagnosing everything and going through everything. They're really good with bedside care and manner. We met one that wasn't. It was the one that wanted to pull the plug on her father. Yeah, she was a bitch, and I can see why she was a specialist. She was a bitch.
But I'm saying
zero
those people
social
aren't the
skills.
people that are handling that. You said bedside care and like stuff like that.
Yeah. But her other doctor,
who are less qualified.
No. The other doctor was also a female, and she had great bedside manner. She actually told the other female doctor, "You need to chill." Like, that's their dad. The other doctor was like, "I want the organs."
Yeah, fuck
Bruh.
Like she was dead set. It was fucking crazy. I was like, oh, she light skinned. She gonna be chill? No, this light skinned female surgeon was on one, bro. She was on one. And she had a beauty mark, so you know her heart was cold as an Eskimo. Bro, she was on one.
On her lip?
How'd you
I
know?
already know.
Cold than an Eskimo, bro.
You gotta tell me.
She came in that bitch. She had that bitch pulled in that tight ass bun. I said, oh, she about to be hit. She said, look, he's not coming back. I said, whoa.
She said he's brain dead. That's dead. He's not waking up, so you might as well pull it.
And then her mom was like, well, we're going to pray about it. She said, y'all can pray all you want to.
No, mind you, we were still waiting.
It's 7,000 a night in his room.
We were still waiting for his other family members to come in and say bye.
Right.
This nigga's literally
Right,
going
it's
for
not
$80,000
that we were just
right
holding
now.
it out, like holding out hope for him to wake up when we knew he was brain dead. We were literally just waiting for everybody to get there and like
She was
praying
outwardly.
while
Yeah, she was outwardly just
While we were
disrespectful. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, The specialists in those fields tend. I get what you're saying. The specialists inside doctoring.
Well, you're providing the criteria. I'm just questioning.
Yeah, yeah. The
You said
specialists.
the Netherlands specifically. That's what you.
Yeah, yeah. The Netherlands specifically, they have more. Like even there, they have more female doctors than they do male doctors. But all of their male doctors tend to specialize on average more. Like if you're like, I need to go see a specialist, you're going to see a male. If you went to see a general like
Why
a general
is that?
huh?
Why is
Because specialties are just fucking men's thing. Like if a man's going into medicine, he 9 times out of 10 already has it in his mind what he wants to specialize in. He wants to do something specific.
I get that, but why specifically is it that it's more male
Because most
dominated?
in specialties, because you don't have to deal with people on average. If you're a specialist doctor, you're not dealing with everyday people. You're going to deal with somebody who's coming to you who understands that you're an expert in your field. That's it. Whatever it is.
I'm saying, how do they get to that position? Why is it that men typically get those positions?
Because it gets
On
them
average.
away. On average, it gets them away from normal people. If you're a specialist, you don't have to diagnose everybody who comes through. The people who get sent to you are sent to you because you're an expert in your field. And men, on general, like things over people.
Okay.
So let's say
How is it that gets them?
It's like
from the majority.
it's like
gets
taking it
men
back.
into those positions.
So
more.
like
You know,
because men like things over people. That's what I'm saying. Most doctors, like a lot of women, start out going, "Oh, I want to specialize in something,"
So
and then they become a doctor, and then they're like, "You know what? I honestly don't mind working with people, but if I become a specialist, I'm not going to have this ability anymore because I need to charge more for my time." So they're going to just stay general doctors.
And also it goes to the line that
That's why you have.
it also goes down to the line like saying men going to like there's different specializations because the specialization is going to be more hands-on
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
like going to the general course where you're just looking at a fucking billboard all day.
Yeah, you're looking at a paperwork going, okay, I have to come up with this guy's diagnosis. Most of the time with the specialities, like if you're the ear, nose, and throat doctor and Mira's the medical doctor, if she sends somebody to you, you already know it's his ears, nose, or throat. You know what I mean? I don't have to sit here. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to have bedside manner. I'm coming in with my action plan. I'm going to execute my plan, and then we're done.
And almost always.
And then you pass them back on to her.
Almost always, like someone can't just walk into a specialist without a
Without referral.
recommendation
Without a
or
referral.
from another from a
Like
general
you have to.
Okay, I
right?
understand
So most general doctors will be like, "Hey, these are their symptoms. This is what they're complaining about. This right here is like
What I diagnose.
where it's general areas. So these are the possibilities. It's up to you to choose one of these that like you feel like fits best since you are the expert."
that. I get that. What I'm asking, I guess I'm just not asking it right. Is the reason why men are more certified, I guess you would say, in the specialist trait skill or whatever it is that you're referring to more often than women.
Hold on. Can I answer this? Because I think it goes back to what she was saying about like reading, writing, and stuff like that. When you're in general, there's a lot more reading, writing, memorization that has to happen. A lot more
As
organization.
opposed to a specialist skill.
A specialist, like, all right. So for example, if you're in general, say there's 100 symptoms, the general surgeon or the general doctor has to go through all 100 of those. Whereas if you're a specialist, you only have to go through 20. Right? So, like, that's a lot less to do on your part. So, I think it goes back to what women just being better in general at schooling. And because it's based on us, we are more adept to it. Whereas men, like, if
So you're saying because he's a specialist, he has to know less? Essentially.
less in general, more on his field. But, like, it's less.
You see how that doesn't really...
Well,
Yeah,
because
it
when you
doesn't
specialize in
make sense.
when you specialize in medicine, you don't have to go back to the general.
Well, okay. Well, you do realize that to get to that specialist or level of education, they have to go through all the general information as well.
Yeah, but that just because you know the information doesn't mean you retain it 100% of the time. There are a lot of specialists who you go back and ask the general information, they can't tell you shit about it. There's a lot of engineers who say engineers are the best point. Engineers, you can have somebody who's a computer engineer. You're like, you're a computer engineer. You should know what the fuck you're doing. Do you know how many times when I was working for IT at fucking Adecco and everything, people who had fucking full-blown fucking degrees in the IT department would call me and be like, hey, yeah, my mouse isn't working. Nigga, look. And you go there, you're like, did you plug it in? They're like, what? You're like, did you
That's so
unplug it and
fast.
plug it in?
That's so fast.
And they're like, no. And so you plug it and plug it in. You unplug it and plug it in, and then the bitch starts working. And he goes, oh. And you, dude, you have a fucking degree.
Bro, that shit be getting me tight.
You have a 4-year degree in computer engineering.
That shit be getting me so tight. So fucking tight.
They're so specialized, they don't give a fuck about it. You have a fucking 4-year degree in coding. You know how to code on a computer. You're probably the best coder in this company.
But
You're
let
calling
that
me?
bitch turns off unexpectedly. You don't know what the fuck you doing.
Oh God, bro, it's so
I get
ridiculous.
what you're saying, but in that regard, it's software versus hardware, which is completely different than actual medical.
But
I
what
wanna-
I'm saying
I
is,
wanna add on to it.
you have to learn hardware before you go into engineering.
in software.
Yes, you have to know how hardware
software
works.
engineering.
Yes, because it's basic computer principles. Like you have to.
There are
You have
two
to know how to.
levels.
You have to know how to power on your equipment in order to get it to work.
But troubleshooting a console and getting it to work.
Knowing
is
how to unplug and
different.
unplug a mouse is the first day.
I'm not arguing that. That's just an example that you gave. Like,
But
that's
it
ridiculous.
happens on regular because
Introductions to computers.
they go like this, bro. They just go like this. When you're a
Tunnel vision.
specialist, you put on those blinders and you don't
Tunnel
give a fuck
vision.
about anything that doesn't have to do
Tunnel
with your
vision.
job.
Tunnel vision.
But that's the benefit of being a specialist. Like that's what comes with being a specialist. If you are if you're a mechanic who specializes in rebuilding engines, you don't have to change oil.
Lube techs do that shit.
Yeah, hey, send the new guy to do that.
Anyway, what was your point?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because I was gonna with what Mac talking about earlier about like the informative, like the hands-on side. Another good prime example is HR and admin administrations.
Women.
Look, majority of the time you see someone in HR,
Every 92 alpha.
and admin administrations, you're gonna see a woman at the reason I
Why?
know this, I work in College
Because they're with
Aerospace.
people and emotions.
Because the thing is, an administrator is going to take in all that information. They're going to be the first one to communicate with something before they go directly to their preceding boss.
Listen,
Which 8 times out of 10, it's a male.
I'm gonna say this.
Now-
It's gonna sound real bad, but when you call a call center, bro, be honest. If it's a woman who answers the phone, if it's general questions, you'll stay with her. But I'll ask for a new representative real quick if it's a woman and I know what I want. Like if it's specific, because because I feel like the man's gonna specialize in his field. That's what I said. Being specialization is cool, but most of the time,
But you guys are saying this and all, and I guess like everybody's just like digging around the fact that it takes more qualification and more higher levels of education, higher levels of learning to reach these positions, like which is what I guess you.
but
guys
that's
are
not the
uncomfortable
driving.
with.
But that wasn't the driving
But
factor.
you were saying because men like to work less with people and things as opposed to women, and that's that. And you said that
Yeah.
was the reason why men typically go
That's
into the.
literally it. Like
That's it.
They done the research. It has nothing to do because even some of their female colleagues outperformed them in school. So the men weren't going back to school because they did necessarily well at school. They were going back to school so they didn't have to deal with as many people. Like if I'm a doctor and I get tired of seeing all these patients in and day out, in the back of my mind, a man's gonna say, if I become a specialist,
You're still going to be dealing with people.
no, if you
You're
become,
going to
if
be
I
dealing with
become,
less people.
yes,
I'm
getting
going to add
the
on
sa-
to what Marcus is
So
saying.
you think guys go through 8 years of medical training just to
Yes,
to not
and I'm
deal,
gonna tell-
just
and
to
I'm
deal
gonna tell-
with less people.
I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you why. I am a IT tech for Collins Aerospace. There are some racist bullshit people at that bitch. All right. I'm on the camera. I gotta calm down. Anyways, there are some people.
No one's watching, bro.
All right, so
No one from there anyway.
all right,
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Somebody's
So
on
I work
there
at
writing
Collins
his ass
Aerospace.
up.
Writing his ass up right now. Marlon,
Ryan.
hey, Ryan's going in there on Monday. They're going to be like, go ahead, sign this paperwork.
Hey,
And
we
I-
need you to clock out.
Hey, did you clock in? You got comfortable? We're going to need you to go ahead and clock your ass back out.
Empty your office and your desk, everything out.
Hey, get your cubicle. Leave our chair.
You have to turn around and breathe.
Marcus
for a
knows
minute,
I
you
was
gotta
telling him about
recompose
this shit,
himself.
too.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but real talk, as an IT technician, what I'm doing right now, I'm going to different cubicles, speaking with different types of people, HR, management, regular people, assembly line, fixing
And
all
now
that
you want to
junk.
be a specialist.
Yeah, because I told them I got my security plus. I'm going for my security analysis because I hate people. I don't like talking with people like that.
You
'Cause
just want to do your job and go home.
Yeah, because I know if I can get a security job, one, I'm gonna be working from home, and two, I'm not gonna be talking with as many people. I'm probably gonna be on a meeting with like 5 people once every week.
But that's it. Like men on general, we'll do something that's uncomfortable that we don't necessarily like to get to a point that we want to be at. That's why there's more men CEOs.
And
because
then,
we're willing to sacrifice and get to a place where we have to deal with less bullshit
and then I will say
and
this,
still get ahead.
and I will say this on the like engineering side. Yes, there are.
If you're an engineer, fuck you.
Yeah. Yes, there are a fair bit of like female engineers. I say at Collins right now, there's a good portion of like female engineers, but I will say this: they are more socially awkward. And that because I like I said, I'm talking with them, and the conversation I have with a female engineer versus a male engineer is way different.
It's a brick fucking wall, dude.
Now I will say, if there's a female manager, that's different.
She's fucking on it.
She's on some shit because she's there for a reason. She's on some shit. Except HR. Fuck HR. I'm gonna get fired.
That's real as fuck.
Yeah. But
Fuck human resources. Fuck human resources running straight from the podcast.
hell yeah. But real talk though. But yeah, if it's not like a management position, the female's not gonna be as the direct, or they're gonna be like they're not gonna be as timid as compared to like you going to like a female engineer. Versus like say you go to a male engineer, they know what they know what type of shit they know because they know they got tasks they need to get done. And a lot of times they're directing the projects that are being done. Yeah. Even on the assembly line, it's kind of here or there because everybody's doing the same shit regardless. So I can't really speak for the assembly line. It's like 50-50.
But those are the dregs.
Yeah, but that's pretty much.
Like I said, bro. Like even me at the point that I'm at, like. I like being a supervisor, but I like it a lot because I have Marlon, and I can make Marlon talk to people. Bro, listen, it's the truth. Like, bro, like Marlon is very friendly and very nice and very, very charismatic and very nice with these people. He's very outgoing. I fucking love working with him, especially since everybody seems to think that he's the nice guy. I love it. So they stop talking to me. It's
so we got
great.
good cop, black cop. All right,
That's it. That's it.
Good cop, black cop.
Bro, but like the only reason why I can say that with like such definitively is because even when you're talking about what guys study in school, STEM requires you to talk to people very little. Because as long as you know your shit, they don't care how, they don't need you to discuss it with them. Just tell them how you got to your answer. It's very logical. It's like, Mac, how did you get this thesis? And you show me, you send me all your paperwork, and you never have to have a conversation with me. What happened?
¿Qué te pasa?
What are you looking at?
I'm sorry.
No fucking way. It's taking Mac that long to read?
What the fuck? How did you even find? What are you doing?
I'm
bro?
on Twitter.
What are you doing?
I'm on
Oh, no. Hey, yo! Hey, man, listen.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Y'all seen my first reaction too. Like, that took me a minute. I'm sorry, that took me a minute.
Are y'all sure?
When did they
It was just on Twitter.
There was a full
I feel like he didn't hit puberty till the bitch showed up.
I don't.
He for sure hit puberty
I'm
before
pretty
then.
sure.
He's a
The
grown ass
fuck?
That was a grown ass nigga.
He is an adult.
That nigga was swanging.
Shut up, Mac! Bro, the double entendre coming out of Mac for that.
Bro, just cause.
Anyway, Mira, you had a story. We're getting towards the laugh half. Yeah, you had that Reddit post.
Boy, I'm not bringing that shit back up now.
Go.
Tarzan probably
Let's
did
go.
it with that tomboy gorilla. Low key.
No way.
Remember that
Bro,
gorilla?
stop it, bro.
Let me stop.
Now that shit got my mind.
Hey, I'm just saying they were
All
close.
I'm saying
They
is,
were close.
No, because those little monkeys really did have a thing against Jane. Why?
Because she
She
beat
was
that
stealing
little-
their man.
Hey, yo, chill.
Because she beat the baby monkey.
She did not beat the baby monkey.
What's
She
the
took
umbrella?
her drawing back from it.
Yeah, she hit the baby monkey. He screamed. You think he said, "Oh, she took something from me"? No, that little chimpanzee said, "That bitch hit me!" And that nigga mama showed up
that
like,
little
"What?"
monkey was like, "This bitch drawing my daddy, mama."
My dad.
I was gonna say that he definitely was fucking on that jaguar body.
I hate all of y'all. You know,
It's a pussy of some form, for
Y'all are
sure.
wild. Y'all are
He
wild.
probably
But
said
you can
that
say he was fucking a chimpanzee, and I'm the bad person for saying he was
I'm
fucking
not
a
it
saying
chimpanzee.
wasn't
none
a
of
chimp.
That was a chimp. They were
No,
baboons.
they were not baboons
Probably
either.
fucking
They're a
the damn
specific type of
elephant.
monkey,
I
and
just-
I will rewatch Tarzan just to let you know what they were.
I don't understand how that boy, like, whole time, like, kept that bitch hidden while he was bricked up with that little cloth. With that, like, there's no way that bitch didn't slip out and
He
she
was
was
white.
like looking at that bitch.
He was white.
Huh?
He was white.
He still
He
has.
was white.
He's still
He was-
swinging
he
out
was-
there.
he was white.
That nigga was swinging. I don't know. To swing like that, to slide like that, you gotta have some kind of nigga in you. Like the locks.
Hey,
You can't tell me,
that's
bro.
lost.
There's a
You
dirty
can't tell
hippie
me.
that works at the Starbucks right here. She white as snow and got
That
locks.
shit ain't natural. I don't know.
Yes, it is. It's just not brushing your
Like,
fucking head.
That nigga had
That's that seawater.
the sauce that nigga had when he was sliding it. Nah, hell no.
Hey, he was sliding on those.
Both of
seats.
his parents were white as
That
snow.
nigga
Do
in
y'all not
Af-
remember
bro,
that?
That nigga in Africa, bro. Come on.
I don't
bro.
know.
He wasn't in Africa.
They were
Nigga-
skeletons.
Nigga in Africa, bro. Come on, bro.
It was two white. It was a redheaded white woman and a fucking man.
Both of them were bald. They didn't have any eyes when I
They
saw
were
them.
little baboons.
He was
I
not.
know they were fucking
He
baboons.
was
I
not
watched the
the
fuck out of that movie.
He was not the father, bro.
He was not the fuck.
You are not.
Did y'all
Daddy-
see? Wait. Did y'all
Tarzan Daddy
see?
was a
Did y'all
black
see
man.
the Disney connection
The Disney is that a
for
movie?
Tarzan? No, for Tarzan. So Tarzan's parents. So they're saying that Tarzan is actually a prince of Disney because they're saying Tarzan's parents were. Did anybody here watch
Yeah.
Frozen?
Elsa and Anna's parents.
Elsa and Anna's parents left on a boat. The boat then shipwrecked. The boat that shipwrecked.
What y'all doing on
Wait,
that?
bro,
Hey.
because it blew my mind. And you want to know how it ties in again?
It's not connected.
Wait, they actually are because then that same ship is at the bottom of fucking
They just throwing shit in there.
no, the same ship is at the bottom of the Little Mermaid, and I didn't believe it either. But if you watch the movie Hercules, right?
Oh, all the movies are connected.
Wait, no, bro, they really
It's
are.
Pixar all over again.
Wait, no,
Hey.
listen, they really are because in the
I'm
movie
interested.
Hercules, guess whose lion skin? Guess whose skin he's wearing when he slayed the lion? It's Scar. It's Scar. He's wearing Scar. It has a scar on its eye, and its eyes are
It was
green.
the carpet.
Oh, you're talking about Phil?
No, we're talking about Tarzan. Remember, they were painting the picture for him, and he had like the lion fucking head on. Look up Tarzan and the lion outfit.
Yeah,
It's
no, I know
Scar
what you're
from the
talking
fucking
about.
movie.
It is.
It's
They do
Scar
have
from
it
the Lion.
drawn.
They confirmed it. It's
Just
Scar
like,
from the Lion King. It looks just like him,
Bro, that's not real.
bro.
No,
That is,
but almost all of them are interconnected.
How did
So,
Scar
like,
die?
even
Kingdom
in
Hearts.
Monsters, Inc.
They're-
Scar,
Kingdom
he
Hearts.
died in the movie when they threw him off the.
when the hyenas was fucking him up.
Yeah, when they threw him off
That's
the cliff
what.
and
That's
there
what.
was
It,
that fire.
but
at
in
the
order
bottom.
to tie it in with,
But
yeah.
they never showed him actually being dead.
So how the fuck?
They never
Tarzan
showed him
end up
die.
with-
They
how-
never showed
how
him
the
die.
fuck Tarzan end up with the cloak? You know?
Tarzan
That- it
was
wasn't-
wearing Scar.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Hercules when they were
Hercules, yeah.
drawing
Hercules
the.
wearing Scar.
Oh, okay.
Hercules wearing Scar.
I swear that he put him over
Hercules
his head.
wearing lion cape.
What time was that at? What
It
time
wasn't the
frame?
cape, it was the carpet.
No, it's right here. This
Was
is.
it not the carpet?
I thought that he had it over his head or some shit.
No.
Maybe he did. Maybe I'm thinking about Shrek with the mama bear.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, he is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's talking. Where's my mom?
That's,
and then the
that's,
love bear.
that's DreamWorks though. That's
Yeah, that's
yeah,
totally
I know,
different.
but still.
This is
I
the-
remember this part.
Bro,
I-
watch
No.
watch the thing on his fucking
Bro, you're
head.
not finna tell me this.
Bro, look!
Hey, yo,
Bro, look! Bro, look!
Disney-
Look!
I'm looking at it, nigga.
Press play!
It's not him,
Bro, it has the scar on its eye!
Oh my god, bro.
Hey, that looked like
Bro!
It's not him.
Mag, you're so logical,
Disney-
bro!
Disney interconnects, like, they put little hidden things in all of their movies.
Bro, yes,
For
bro!
example, even in The Little Mermaid, in the crowd when Trident, Ariel's dad, comes through, if you pause it and look in the crowd, there's Mickey, Goofy, Pluto.
Yeah, they connect them
Like,
all.
they,
Look
they
at that
always
shit.
put little hidden
Yeah, I've already
gems
said- I told you
in
it was
all
on
of
his
them.
head.
Bro, ain't that fucked up, bro?
That's definitely.
Bro, we're a little kid just watching that movie. We're like, damn, Hercules so cool. Not knowing this nigga just really went out and whacked Simba family for no fucking reason. You know, Mufasa lucky he died in that stampede because his ass would have been the first one put up.
But no,
With that red mane,
So-
that'd have been a
Shit.
dead.
You can find Nemo in Monsters Inc. And then in the new Turning Red movie, there's a picture.
Of Sully.
No. It's
But I
not of
don't-
Sully.
I don't
If
know,
you look
but-
in Monsters Inc., there's a picture that Boo has drawn and it's on her wall. and then in Turning Red, there's a picture of that, like that. It's that same exact picture still hanging on the wall.
Of Randall.
Oh shit.
So like all of them are interconnected.
Hey, real talk. When are we gonna get a Monster Incorporated 2 when Boo comes back as an adult?
There's already
Bro, they had one. It was on the
It's called
internet.
Monster
It's not what you. It's
No,
not,
not that.
No, it's not what you think. They opened the door and then Boo's just in there with her boyfriend. It's a different type of Monsters Inc. movie.
Where you found that? Pornhub?
Dun, dun, dun.
I hate it here.
Anyway, go ahead. Read the story, Mira.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I'm done.
For leaving my fiance over not having sex.
Yes. No. No.
Right? They're both 26, and this is the male speak.
Bro, that makes you laugh.
So, they've been together for 5 years. The first 3 years, they had sex regularly, and it was fine.
Yep.
But over the last 2 years, that shit has declined
Usually
a lot. And in the last few months, like in the last 6 months, she hasn't fucked him at all.
Out of there.
Like, over the last 2 years, she only fucks him for rewards. Like,
That's lame as fuck.
anniversaries, birthdays,
Fuck I look like.
The fuck?
and stuff like that.
Back over here with the ass.
But now, these last 6 months, she, like, refuses to.
Bye,
And
Felicia.
He's talked to her about it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood. And he's like, alright, well, maybe you should go to the doctor and get yourself checked for your, like,
Get that cat
hormones
checked
and
out,
stuff.
man.
Maybe it's fucking you up. And
That
she's like,
box
I'm
ain't
not
working,
doing
bro.
that.
What the fuck?
And so he's like, look, like, I can't. So a few more months go by, and he brings up the conversation again, how, like, he needs sex. And she's like, well, I'm not going to. He's like, well, then I think we need to break up. And she's like, no, like, it'll get better after we get married. Let's just get married, and, like, it'll all even out. And he's like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this.
I don't know. He better than me.
Right? So he breaks up with her, and now
Oh.
his family and their friends and everything are saying that he's a dick and he blew it out of
Of course
proportion,
they are.
and that
Only listening to
he
the woman
shouldn't have
side.
broken it off for something so small. He's just, like, sex
Small.
craved and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he's fucking sex
Bro, sex craved, but not had sex, like,
in months, and he didn't cheat on her. He's crazy. He's not.
or not even having sex regularly in 2 years, and has only like, he hasn't cheated on her. He had, like, he's
Let's
just
not
brought it
normalize
up to
cheating.
her, and,
Black men don't cheat.
Bye.
like,
Black men have needs.
all men have needs.
Exactly.
All women have needs.
I can't breathe.
Clearly
No.
not.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright,
Alright.
women have emotional needs, men have
Miss Daisy.
sexual.
Okay, so y'all,
Miss Daisy, what's
her
Wait,
dumb ass need to figure it out
I'm
that
not
if she
clear.
want her emotional needs met, she need to meet her man's.
Physical
But, no,
needs.
the thing is,
it's not really that
So
hard.
he
Too
talked
much
to
on this
her.
podcast.
It says in the story that he talked
What?
to her and making sure that their relationship and everything was fine. Like, she wasn't feeling like
She
she
probably cheating on him.
was falling out, like, or anything, or that she was feeling, like, underappreciated. And she's like, no, like, everything's fine with us. I'm just not horny.
Then I'm not interested.
She don't love you.
I don't.
My thing is, I feel like if she would have even been willing to go to the doctor and at least get checked out,
What does that even mean?
or what do you mean?
You can have an hormonal.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You can
why,
have.
why does she need to go to the doctor to get checked
He's saying
out
her
for not-
hormones
If her
because
hormones
he
are
thought
fucked up, 'cause
he's
he-
saying like he probably thinks there's a drop in like what is
Libido.
it that what is it?
Libido.
libido?
Yeah.
Libido.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's saying like there was a drop like in your like libido is connected to like your hormones.
Because they're only 26. So for her to drop drastically.
I feel like
in
it's mental though. She probably needs to go see a therapist.
right.
probably
So he was
cheating on
just
that
saying
nigga.
like he like
She
maybe
might
if
not
she's
be
not
cheating.
feeling the same, it would be good for her to go see a
So they
doctor
were
and
having
make sure
sex-
that everything's okay. And she refused to do that.
So they were having sex regularly for 3 years, right? Nothing
And
had
now
a
it's
problem,
dropped
and then
off.
not all
So
of a
almost
sudden,
never.
all of a sudden,
The fourth
she not
year.
fucking that nigga.
Bro, I think that happens in every long-term relationship.
No,
but
3
to
years.
not
in.
fuck him at all,
3 years in, Mira.
Bro, we were having sex regularly for like the first year. The second year, shit like was dead. We were both working all the time. I was extremely depressed, never in the mood.
Exactly.
Like, all right, but this is 3 years into the fucking relationship.
Yeah, so we sped run it. We weren't bullshitting. Like that's all. That's the only difference here.
I'm just saying, sexually is very high during the honeymoon phase, and then
So theirs lasted 3
Evens out.
years.
even the honeymoon phase is usually 6 months to a year.
But theirs lasted about 3 years.
Yeah,
Right.
theirs just lasted about 3
So that their regular was all the time for 3 years, and
All
now
the
it's dropped
time.
off to never.
But what is all the time? Because
Yeah, like what?
like regularly?
regularly means different shit to other people.
People.
Regularly to me
There's
would
some. My friend Quag will have sex once a week and says that's enough. I'm like, once a week?
be Quagmire. That's crazy.
I can't believe
Quagmire
it.
be dropping that.
What like what would
Alright,
be normal
so
for
he
you?
said, this
Huh?
is what he said.
What would
in
be
the
normal
first
for
3
you?
years
regular?
of the relationship, our intimacy was amazing. We were each other's first and explored our likes and dislikes together.
That is what it was.
So in psychology,
Yep, she ain't had no other dick. That's what it was. She don't have dick.
in psychology,
I'm
it says that on average, a couple will have sex once to
found
twice a week. Like that's an
Oh, I
average.
need that.
Hey, look at him finding
Shit was
shit.
right there in y'all house. Damn.
So if you take in the
Matt look around too much in my motherfucking crib.
anyway, if you take into account the psychological study that says that most people have sex once to twice a week on average, and he says that their intimacy in the first 3 years was great, then you can assume that they were having sex at least once to twice a week on average.
Okay, but once or twice a week, and now it's none. Like that's not a big drop off. We went from 9 times a day to not ever in 2 weeks.
All right, but this is
Damn,
once or
9
twice a week
times a
for
day?
3 years straight.
9 times. I was like a rabbit, bro.
Once or twice a week for 3 years straight to
What are
nothing
you
at
doing,
all
Sam?
except
Yeah. So
an anniversary.
what I said,
I need
what
some
I
of your
said,
jeans.
we were speed running it. We did 3 times. We were doing 9 times a day in a year. We were averaging at least 5.
I feel like you're just playing devil's advocate.
I'm not. What I'm saying is like I get it. Like their honeymoon phase ended. I'm not playing devil's advocate. Is he an asshole? I wouldn't say he's an asshole. He's right to break up with whoever he wants.
It's just my phone being stupid.
He's right. It's his right to break up with whoever he wants. I just don't feel like he's. I don't feel like he's an asshole. I also just don't think that. I can't say that because
He's not the asshole?
he's not an asshole.
Right.
But I also don't think that like just call it.
Well,
There's some
women control who has sex. Men
yeah, but they've
control
already
who's in a
yeah, but they
relationship,
lose
bro.
that
It's
once. But that's out the window. They've already been having sex, so it's not like it's.
like, okay, but it's not like she only has to give it to him for a limited amount of time. Like
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like her ability to control him with that power is gone because he's willing to walk away. So he's what?
I think he hit that bitch the first time. She
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. So then what I'm saying
So you
is
bought it-
I think whatever's going on, I think something could have happened. Because he's not telling us what their personal life is like. She could have went out with her friends and had
He
a
does,
bad.
but he does say what's up with their personal life. He said every other aspect of our relationship is good, at least for me. But she also agreed that it was when I asked her.
That's because women want you to find not gonna bullshit. Like nine
Then
times.
that's her fault on communication.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't
Frame
think.
one.
I don't think he should throw away
Talk to
6.
me,
I don't think he should
ain't
throw
shit
away
working.
6 years for some dumb shit. Like if I can't say it's dumb because that's
All right,
pressure.
listen. If we
Crowley,
were in the agreement
stop.
that we were in,
It's a goddamn lint roller.
all right, if we were not in the agreement that we were in,
Yeah, that's what I said.
and you've
That's
gone
what I said.
2 years with only having sex twice.
What?
Twice. What the
All right,
fuck?
so for his birthday and for their anniversary, that's twice.
And he's
Valentine's Day. They got Valentine's Day. They got all. She said any special occasion or
No,
for gifts.
he specifically said like our
she-
anniversary and my birthday.
Right. But
Yeah,
she said
but-
she also said that she awarded him.
Yeah. So
Like,
like if he
so-
does
so
something.
Like,
You
Hey,
awarded
did
me
it-
with the same box that I've been hitting for 3 years now. Like you're crazy as fuck.
First
bro.
of all, I find it
That shit is-
offensive that women think that their pussy is a present
Right.
on special occasions.
Right.
A man has to they expect a man to get them flowers, jewelry,
New shit.
chocolate, something
New
for
shit.
their anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day. But women predominantly will go
I
and
would-
like get themselves lingerie
Y'all are-
and be like, oh well, this is my man's present, and it's like it's a
But I
I
would
bought
say-
this lingerie with your credit card.
I think
Right.
I think y'all are conflating the issue here. Like
I
I'm gonna
think
be
it's a problem.
I'm gonna be honest here. I think that's mostly women who are fucking whores. Like
Okay.
that no,
Right.
no,
I
no,
don't
that
think it's for
Don't disagree.
no, but like women who are like real housewives and shit aren't doing that shit for their
Real
husband.
Housewives.
Like I'm being honest. Like
Of
my friend
Atlanta,
has a wife right now.
Georgia.
When it comes to like getting him gifts, that
Housewives
motherfucker
are
woke up. He woke up to a pressure washer. He wakes up to fucking power tools. Like that's dope. I wish I would wake
oh
up.
my God. I just realized why guys get girls like cleaning supplies and like
There you go.
appliances and stuff, and it's because that's what like they enjoy that stuff, so they're just like, oh, well, like I would love a power washer and power tools for
I fucking bro.
Christmas.
If I woke up
So, like,
tomorrow
I
and Mirror bought me a
understand why
power
they
washer,
think that-
I'm excited. I don't
Hell
know
yeah,
why.
I'm big.
I don't even got a hose.
A new hand drill. That shit's $80.
Right, so
Without
I
a battery?
understand why a guy
Oh
would be
God,
like, oh,
I'm
she-
excited.
She's gonna love this, like,
Use this bitch right now, bitch.
Right.
Screw some shit
When I
up.
got this bitch, I opened out the box and the first thing I did was go. Mirror's like, we ain't got shit to drill. I said, shh.
You know, fine. Let me get a 2x and one nail, motherfucker.
Bro, I literally went around the house. Bro, we gonna find something. We about to use this
Now he
motherfucker.
about to start fixing shit. So
Yep,
it
that's
kind
it.
of goes hand in. You feel
Right,
me?
like,
You do that for him, and he
That's
gonna,
what I'm saying. I don't think.
So, how
those,
you-
that's not real. Like, I don't even consider those people to be like. You're not. You don't either. A, you don't care about the person you're with, and
That's
that
it.
goes the same. That goes the same way because there are some men out
That's
here
it.
who think that they show up with just the dick and
I'm
some
gonna box
donuts.
this dick up, and that's it, baby.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my dick in
some
a
of
box.
those guys are-
Some of them
What
won't
you
even put a
need.
bow on that shit. You just come home and they got that bitch out on the couch. She's like, "Happy Valentine's Day." She done got you the whole 9 yards. There was a kid in our middle school. This girl, they had only been dating 12 months on when it hit Valentine's Day. She brought this nigga 12 different presents. One of
That's
which
so
was a
cute.
Rolex. Was a Rolex.
A watch?
A Rolex.
Where?
The rollies.
In middle school.
The rollies.
Her family was from
She
Vieira.
stole her daddy roll?
No, her family was from Vieira. They had money.
Rollie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Roll.
A whole rollie. I
In
said,
middle school?
no.
Hell no.
I said, hell no, bro. He had
Bro.
12 different presents. I said,
Bro.
fuck no. Then he broke up with her and started dating her little sister.
That's crazy.
That's a pimp because he stayed in the family because he knew he
Name
get the
slip
same
back.
treatment, but he got the younger model. He was like, yeah, this.
What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? That shit was gross. I said, nigga, you tripping.
Why?
Cuz.
What you mean?
Bro, honestly,
That's-
it's gross
that's
on
a
his
weird-
part, but it's even like it's more
Gross?
gross on his sister's part.
How's
Like
that
you
gross?
just let your like he fucked your sister.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh,
taking
none of
it-
them were fucking.
Keep it in the Oh.
okay, that's
They were in
different
middle
than
school.
I'm-
They were uppity white. They weren't fucking.
Oh, I don't know. They was fucking in middle school when I
Because
went
to
to
me,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like-
but us is from the slum. Yeah, we was getting down, but
Right,
them,
because like I can only imagine like I could never fuck somebody who's fucked my sister ever. I don't give a fuck.
They're
I
probably
could
into
never
that
do
shit.
it.
none of
That
us.
shit's gross.
I don't
They're
think there's
probably into
anybody
that
in this
shit.
room that play like that.
I mean, maybe.
Daisy's already made her point clear. If somebody tried to fuck on one of her siblings, bro, she's going to jail. Daisy
And
said,
they even bro, she already said that let her find out they're even talking to her friend.
My brother and I are
She don't
Eskimo
play like
brothers.
that. Period.
Yeah.
no fucking
Two
way.
separate occasions. I promise you. It's crazy to me. I didn't know for a while. I was like, nigga, what? Okay. I don't give a fuck. It's not like I'm worried about
Did you
it.
go second?
No, never.
Oh.
I went first both times.
Oh my god.
You
This
think-
stress is
I don't know if well, I probably wouldn't even give a fuck, to be honest.
Anyway, we've kind of gotten off topic. Go
You
ahead.
wouldn't give a
We've
fuck?
gotten off topic.
No.
That shit.
Depending on who it is.
I
Max said,
care.
Max said he's ready to run a train. What?
You know how many other guys that I know?
Our whole
have
family
sex-
ain't the same. We cousins, but we ain't. Just
I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm just. I would never play like that. But you said you didn't. You said y'all didn't know. So like,
You-
unbeknownst
no.
to you,
He
you
said-
know what
I
I'm saying?
knew.
He
Or
said-
I didn't know. My
He-
brother knew.
Like his
Oh.
brother.
My brother fucked girls that
No, I thought you meant like y'all didn't know. Like, period.
No.
Oh no.
But like you said you didn't know. And
for a time, and then he told me, and I was like, oh shit, word, damn. And then the girl's like trying to talk to me again. I'm like, you had sex with my younger brother. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna fuck you again.
And that's crazy because y'all are like so different that it's like, bitch, you really just went for that. You really just went for
And
that.
both of them just wanted to have sex with my younger brother just to get mad at me, just to get back at me, which is crazy, right? Crazy as fuck. Like, not that it affected me at all. I was like, y'all just some hoes. Like,
You
I bet
better
the
be
younger
like,
brother
oh no.
I was like, oh no, yeah.
I bet the younger brother was like, yo, Matt, whatever you're doing, keep doing
You're
it.
driving a wedge between me and my brother.
That shit's crazy.
Oh no, it's gonna tear our family apart. Dead ass. Bro, what was in that bitch? She's like, yeah, I can't wait for Matt to be mad. He's like, why are you still dressed? Like, that nigga was already naked waiting.
That shit is crazy to me, bro.
Bro, you saying you wouldn't care? Bro, ain't no fucking way.
Now I
I could not go behind. I
Even
could
if
not
I
go
was
behind
single,
my
if my
cousins.
brother was single, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, we're both at.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
older than him, but we're at the age now. Like, we both go after the same
Yeah,
age
I'm
group type of female.
I'm not going.
so
I'm not going. I could never go after something my cousin went after. I could never go behind him. I don't want him going behind me. Shit.
I'm just crashing. What you talking about?
No.
How many niggas have you crashed? You just gotta think. How many girls?
Niggas have I crashed? I
you?
crashed zero niggas, man.
You didn't listen to everything that I said.
I know.
How many niggas did you come behind after you? You gotta think how many females you crashed. How many niggas did you come behind and crash after she got crashed?
Yeah.
Like,
That
come
ain't-
on, bro.
that ain't
I'm
got
not
that-
saying right like that same
Yeah.
in the same room right after.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah. But what I'm saying,
you
but what
crashed
I'm-
her. Your homeboy crashed her a week later, or you in one day you crashed her a week later.
I'm not playing that. Me and my homeboys didn't play like that.
That's wild.
Me and my homeboys wasn't crashing like that.
I guess we had a different friend group.
Yeah. Because my niggas
Here you
knew.
go.
My niggas knew I wasn't playing about that. As soon as you told me that you was really about in the bitch, I don't care how bad I
Okay,
had.
okay. When you say
I'm
about,
looking crazy.
No,
because
like-
I would
different.
never
Yeah,
let
but
that
we
girl.
were-
If you just
crash and pass.
Nah,
Like,
I'm not crashing.
But if you
fast.
tell me that you like fuck with her, like okay,
I think that opens up.
What
But
did
see,
you
but that,
say?
bro, listen, that just.
Why do you look so
Bro, no,
crazy
because
like
that
from
opens
the
up the
side?
door. That opens up the door for different problems down the road. Because now,
like what?
Because that's gonna fade the line of who's okay to crash and who's okay not to crash.
But you have that boundary right here. Like, all right, you let these niggas know. You gonna let your niggas know anyway. Hey, he's gonna know by how much you talking about her too.
Yeah, but now-
you gonna let niggas.
Yeah.
She off limits.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
right now.
you gonna have
we
that
friend-
conversation, right?
We friend. No, I didn't have to have that conversation because my boys knew.
But I'm
Because
saying,
if you brought a girl,
in that situation,
I'm
you're gonna
not-
have that conversation.
No,
like,
'cause
think
that's
about
situa-
it outside of what you think. If you have that situation going on, and you and your friends is doing something like that, and then you all of a sudden trying to actually get with this woman or this girl, you like, yo, all right, I'm really
I
fucking
think
with her.
honestly,
Don't
me and
fuck
my-
with her. You
If
feel
me and
me?
my friends were operating like that,
and if your
before-
niggas is really your niggas, they not finna, you know.
If me and my niggas was operating like that, like I always had that mindset. I guess this is why I never took part in it because I was an all or nothing nigga. Like if we were doing that, I don't care how bad you feel about it. Like nigga, if I'm crashing, you crashing behind me. Well, now this is what it is until we get married. So I don't care if she's with you. If she come knocking on my door looking for dick, hey yo, come on. I'm about to air eyes. You done hit mine. I done hit yours. Why you mad? We even.
Well, if you with a girl that's doing that, okay, that's fucked up.
But that's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't be taking that woman serious in the first place. But what I'm saying, what happens when you are there and you about to ready to settle down to that level? You got to step down.
I'm
to
cutting
that,
off
right?
them niggas because I
Like-
know we was grimy with each other.
Yo!
Bro, you dead as
You
fuck.
got
I'm not
a different-
taking the snake. I'm not taking a snake inside my dick. That's
You
like bringing
got
the bro. That's
snakes?
like saying I'm a bird and I know this nigga eats eggs and I'm about to bring this snake in here where my bitch just laid eggs. Bitch, no, snake, you gotta
You
go.
got a different group of niggas than me.
Bro, no,
Right?
no, my niggas never went behind me, and I never went behind my niggas. We just wasn't fucking on the same shit. I'm not fucking on that. As soon as you brought her over, I don't care if you hit her one time. If I liked her when I first saw her, you hit her one time. I'm looking at her like I'm looking for every flaw this bitch got. I'd be like, her pinky toe crooked.
But
That
you
shit's
still gonna
ugly.
crash.
No, I'm not.
Like, bro, you,
Nah,
I'll be like, that
Mark's
bitch
gonna
is
be staring
odd.
at that pinky toe the
No,
entire
bro,
time.
He does,
Bruh.
like, he will find every single flaw.
I can tell you
that
six
way,
flaw-
like,
I can tell you six
I
flaws
I can
of-
find every flaw in a female that I'm still gonna crash. Like,
I'm not
you'll
crashing.
sit here and like, all
I'm
right,
not
you
cra-
got.
bruh, once I get to that point, I can't crash. Like I told you, I done thought myself out of fucking simplicity. I could have a higher number
I'm
than
saying
170.
you
I
can.
can have a higher number than 170, just like
Y'all
you could.
bro.
Exactly.
It's not.
But that's what I'm saying. You had to talk yourself out of some shit, bro. Like I just can't do it.
No,
I was never hanging out with a
If
group
I
of
had
niggas.
to talk myself out, and then I'm obviously not. Really
But that's what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
fuck
Like
with her.
if you wanted to fuck her, there's a possibility that you saw something in her that you probably wanted to do something with. That's how all my boys operated.
No. Well, at that time,
That's what I'm saying.
at that time, I was just on crash and pass. I'm not like looking at
Not
these
passing.
females like, oh, I want to wipe her up. Like, no, that's not.
Nah, I didn't know how other niggas operate. Niggas say, "Oh, I'm just crashing her," and then all of a sudden you hit they bitch, and now they gonna get mad. And now
It's not mine if I'm passing her.
Yeah. Nope.
She's
My thing
ours.
I'm not
My
picking
thing
it
is
up.
that says a lot about
She's
her. I feel
ours.
like as well, like not only I think it's just weird for a dude to be like, oh yeah, friend, you got that too. Like,
Help your nigga out.
but like also,
See,
I
you
think
were a
that
friendlier
says a lot
nigga. I'm
about
not
her
helping
as
my nigga
well.
out.
Because
If I'm like, bro, this shit, it's all that. Here, try
I
that
think
out.
we've already had this
Alright,
conversation,
that's there.
right? Where even like I have never ever fucked around in the same friend group. Never.
A lot of
If
females
I
do though.
dated or talked to one guy, every other guy in that friend group now off limits for the rest of my life. Like because I've already been there. I've dipped my toes. I don't want to touch anybody there. Like because it's just a respect thing. I understand that guys have a code.
What
and
if
I've
you
never
got with the
accepted
ugly
shit.
nigga of the group, right? He got way like
It
just
doesn't
like
matter. That's how
that's what I'm
he's
saying. That's how
like-
girls operate. You got with the ugly nigga of the group, right? And then you like see his other friend's more well off. He's more attractive. He connects with you better. You feel me? And that's how women be like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Matt,
They're not thinking about it like, oh, I'm not about to fuck everybody in this friend group. They're not thinking about it like that, bro.
I've never been
don't-
that type of person, and I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation about fucking in friend groups before when we were talking about other people.
yeah, we definitely did
And
because Daisy made it
said that she
very
would
clear.
never do that either.
Daisy said not only would she not do it, but if she found out,
I'm not
she's
saying
crashing.
I'm not saying everybody. It's for everybody, but
Right, like
women, I understand women especially. Like, but for guys, like it's just like it's just something you do. Like it's an easier way to connect more with your homeboy. You feel me? Like
What the fuck did you just say, nigga? This is not binding time.
Retract the
Of course
statement.
it is.
This is
I
not
said-
bonding.
Retract.
Bitch.
I
That's
said-
Get
what
you a
it is.
tent. Get you a tent. We going camping.
You're
That's
saying-
bonding time.
you're
nigga.
saying-
So we know this. Matt likes the sword fight. So I'm just saying this. Matt likes the sword fight. All right.
Bro,
That's where I didn't want
Hey, yo,
to go.
they
listen.
fuck the same bitch and then compare notes.
Listen. All I know now is that you cannot be
Fair enough.
Mac's best man at his wedding unless you done crashed something he done crashed already.
That's not true. I have
Y'all haven't
morals.
bonded the same
My
way.
homeboys have morals. We have boundaries. We set them. But if you given a crash pass, an all access crash pass, then that's where you gonna stay. You gonna stay in that all access crash pass area. That you crash only for the team.
Nigga,
But
like
if you're not, if my
So you ain't
homeboy's
never
fucking
ran-
with you, you're off limits.
did you run a train on a bit before?
I've never had sex with.
Another nigga in the room.
Yeah, two dudes and one. I've had threesomes, but never with two guys and one girl. I'm not really there.
Have you
like that.
have you crashed with another nigga crashing another bitch in the room?
At the same time in the
Yeah,
same room?
yeah.
I'm crashing.
Yeah, you
a
got your objective and he's crashing his objective.
And then y'all tag team. Y'all switch.
Yes.
And then y'all
Two
switch.
different beds.
And then y'all switch beds.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that because the girl he was crashing is not the one I wanted to crash. So I was crashing what I wanted.
So he was
He
taking
got
one
what
for
he
you.
wanted.
So he was taking one for you.
No, he was fucking with he was a friend who liked bigger women. Her friend that I was with just so happened to be a bigger woman, and they was, you feel me? So
So he took one.
nigga, I wasn't even looking over there. I'm facing this wall. She
dead.
facing the wall too. Like the fuck? I'm not worried about none of that shit. I can hear sounds and shit, but I'm not worried
My
about that
nigga
shit.
Matt was like, damn, he over there killing that bitch.
Bruh, what? Nigga's like, yo, you gotta stop. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, we in the same room. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit don't matter to me. We both went in on this hotel room, nigga.
I can't relate.
Well, it's
I can relate to that one.
it's a crazy.
we
lifestyle.
put a divider in the middle of our room though.
A divider,
the more
nigga,
y'all-
a
alright.
sheet. Like you put a sheet up, nigga. Get out of here, bro.
He stacked the pillows.
I
up, that's
swear,
why.
the more y'all say, like, the more y'all tell your stories, the more I feel like a prude. Like, because
I ain't even told you
I
shit.
could
I promise
never.
you, I ain't told you
I
nothing
could
yet.
never
Hi.
even think about doing some of the things that y'all have done, or that like other girls have done, and they told me. I like can never imagine. So then I'm over here like maybe I'm more vanilla than I originally thought.
It's some real deal sluts out here, bro, and
Bucky.
hey,
like,
the world is a good place because of them, but he wants to legalize that shit, and I'm not for that.
Let it
it's not
happen.
illegal.
Wait.
He just wants to legalize them getting paid for it.
Well, legalize what?
Prostitution.
Prostitution.
I'll stand on that hill.
I pray they never make that decision ever.
I hope they do. Just so OnlyFans
Like-
will disappear overnight.
Technically, it's
she-
already legal. No one's stopping
'Cause, like,
anybody from cash
I feel like niggas ain't gonna
money.
feel as bad. You feel me? Like niggas just gonna be buying box all the time, and it's just
Niggas is gonna
I'm gonna take $20 to the corner.
niggas ain't
real
gonna be
quick.
buying boxes
not
all
as
the time.
much.
What do you mean? Just because it's not out there because
It's illegal. Yes,
Sex trafficking is the #1 crime in America. You can't tell me they ain't out here buying box.
they're not. They're not buying it. They're forcing these women to.
Alright.
To sell it to who?
They're not selling it.
Yes, they
That's
are.
not
forcing
true.
these
All right,
women
listen.
to
All
sell it.
over,
They're
all
forcing
right.
these women to
Just sell their
All
body,
over
sell their box.
social
Yeah.
media, there's bitches that are like, send me $20 and like, I'll come over to your house right now, or we can meet somewhere and we can do things right now if you cash out me X amount of money.
I mean, you ain't coming
And
to my
multiple
house, that's
dudes
what
do
I'm
it, or
saying.
they would not continue to post it. Like you have to think about that, right? If it didn't work, it would stop.
Yeah, but that's scamming. That's different.
All
What
right,
I'm saying
no,
is
what
that
I'm saying is like it's people
Anything
are still paying
works.
for that
Like,
shit.
oh, well,
the
okay,
sex
but
trafficking-
They would pay for it more.
the
is what I'm
sex trafficking thing is mostly. They said that the biggest thing is they've seen a rise in the number of what you would call pimps in America.
Pimps.
Pimp named Slick.
Men
So is a pimp?
men that are taking advantage. That's why single women was like.
Is a
single,
pimp a sex trafficker, or
Yes.
is he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
Because
it's
these women
different.
are voluntarily doing this.
No.
Alright.
No.
Yes.
So they no.
They are.
Listen to me. I'm
Wait,
telling
the
you.
Bulldogs.
I'm telling you from the study. So okay, so they had four different. They had
There's
four.
studies on pimps.
Yeah, but there's four different. Yeah, but the way the pimps go about coercing them is all the same. It's the same. It's the same MO, which is why they're able to charge them the same way.
But
So first they'll
aren't
give
these
them a bunch of.
pimps? Aren't these pimps pimping women that are already? They're just a
No.
manager.
They're
just an
grabbing.
organizer,
No,
right?
that's what I'm saying. They're grabbing young single moms who are struggling at this time to pay rent. That's why it's young single moms was one of the highest groups of
But you
people
said
who were
that they
targeted.
were coercing them.
They were using how they do it is they show up and they start like the four different women. This one guy got these four women made a total. I think they said they were able to recover $125,000 from his house. That's not including what he spent on everything else previous to them catching him. He's been doing this for 4 years. He's had two of these women for 4 of those years. He got the other two recently, so he had 2 of them for an additional 2 years. Now, how he got the first one, and he ran this scheme constantly. He said that's why the lead detective from the FBI said they're seeing an evolution in the way that this is happening, and it's scary. He said, first off, the guys are starting to become younger. He said before it used to be older guys, you were able to dictate them out. He said now it's younger men. They're from all races, and most of the time they come from not so good back homes. And what happens is older men are grooming them how to get the younger women to do it.
Right.
So the older men will tell them, look, find a girl who's struggling. I'm going to front you $20,000. Young single mom. You're going to help her pay her bills for a couple months. And then after y'all get, to that point where you feel like she trusts you enough, you're going to be like, hey, yo, I want to do, something freaky. And then you're going to invite one of your homeboys over and have him pay you $100 to sleep with you and her. And then it's going to go from you and her to just him. And then it's going to go from him to multiple other guys. And by that time, she's depending on you to pay her bills.
Right.
She knows where your kids are. She knows where they go to school.
That's crazy.
He knows all of this about you. So now you're just one in the number. And this girl said that there were some days where she was being forced to run up. Like she would have to encounter 5 or 6 guys at $300 to $600 a pop.
So in my textbook today, I read about pimps
And hoes.
and prostitutes and
So they just had her
madams.
watch Hustle and Flow.
So pimps and madams are pretty much the same thing. If you don't know what a madam
Pimps
is,
and madams.
madams are the women who run
Brothels.
Right. Sex workers.
in-house
Right, yeah.
call girl, things
She's
and
a
stuff
pimp.
like that.
She's a male version of a
She's
pimp.
a female version of a pimp, right?
A female version. of a
And
pimp.
what they do essentially is they set up your clients. They make sure that you're in a protected area or that you have a form of protection.
Okay,
stuff
question.
like that.
Wait,
Demon
is-
Slayer, 2nd season.
Is
Boom.
that yes? Is that technically sex trafficking? Because those women are voluntarily doing that for money.
If it is voluntary, it's not considered sex trafficking.
Okay.
If it's only considered sex trafficking if it is a non-voluntary thing. Like if you do not want to, but you feel like you have to. It's.
Well, yeah.
But most women go to pimps because pimps will supply them with drugs and money and food and housing,
and safety
right? So
for the most part.
on the streets, if a woman has a pimp, most people know not to fuck with that bitch, or the pimp will come and
Pimp your ass up.
there will be consequences to fucking with his girl.
Strong backhand.
And so a lot of women will go to that pimp because they know that no one's gonna fucking try to scam them out of money, or the pimp's gonna come and back them up on that shit. So it just gives them a form of protection, but it's usually always consensual for something in return,
It's an agreement.
right? And once it hits the point where it's no longer consensual, that's when it turns into a sex trafficking situation.
Yo. Oh, fuck.
Hakuna Matata.
Y'all want to hear a story?
I like stories.
Well, I gotta go. So maybe next week. How long is the story gonna take?
It's kind of, it should be, well, it probably will turn into a lot of talking, but somebody just sent me this on the Discord. And this is
Just
different.
get to it.
What? Why you? Oh, you gotta go pick up Issa.
Well, no, I gotta go do some shit. Gotta go to the store and shit, go grocery shopping, do some shit. It's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday.
Oh, what you driving in now?
Nothing yet, but I'm about to get this. Hopefully, I can get this car this week.
What is it?
It's a Kia Optima.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
2015. 2000.
Yeah. It's a hybrid
Ooh.
engine, so that big gets 60.
To the gallon.
You don't mind me
60
asking.
miles to the gallon.
Yep.
You don't mind me
Jesus.
asking what happened to the Dodge?
That shit's gone. Not getting that shit anymore. Fuck, that shit is out of here. Fuck that car. I'm not with it anymore. Them niggas were breaking my pockets with that vehicle. It was an amazing car, but it was
It was just too much on the maintenance.
well, not even just the maintenance, just like my monthly payments, because it was like $750 a month.
$750
and then,
a
like,
month?
$250 for my insurance, and
What the
then
fuck?
it's a band right there. That's what I'm saying. And then maintenance for the brakes, that shit was crazy. It's like $700 just to get my brakes changed. It's like $400 or $500 just for new tires. Yeah, that bitch is bad.
Tires, I can understand. You should have brought your shit over here. I'd have replaced your brakes.
I'm still on the $750 a month. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Was
saying.
that just signing straight off the lot? No down payment, no nothing?
No,
Well, he's
had
the first
down
person to
payment.
drive that car.
I had a down payment and everything on it too. Well, actually, no. It was
Used?
they had one pre-existing owner,
Oh.
and I got it for like it had like 20,000 miles on it. So it was from some older guy, who had sold it to the dealership, but he barely drove that bitch. Like I got that bitch basically brand new, but it like I said, it really was not.
It was a good experience.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't worth what I was paying for, and they wouldn't let me refinance. So
If they wouldn't let you refinance.
fuck Chrysler Capital. If y'all watching this, don't fuck with them.
I used to work there. Yeah, don't fuck with them.
Chrysler Capital.
Did you really?
they
Yeah,
some-
I was a lube tech for them.
Damn.
Yeah.
They on some whole shit.
So, but wait, you couldn't even like refinance with your bank or anything?
I could, but I'd have had to pay more money to refinance. Which is like, why would I want to pay more money to the whole point of refinancing is so I don't have to pay more money.
Yeah.
As much money. So
Bruh, I need everybody here next weekend. This story is different.
well,
I
I don't know. I'll be here. Don't know about anybody else.
Work calmed down for me this week, so I'm like, as long as work stays calmed down, I can be here.
You okay, Daisy?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you out of it.
Tired. She ain't even trying to argue.
Basically about to.
I'm not. I just heard y'all talk shit about women for like an hour and a half. I have nothing to say about that.
Damn. That's how you feel.
And then now you're talking about cars. I have nothing to contribute to that piece of the conversation.
So what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I thought he was gonna tell a story, but then you gotta leave.
I mean, I'll tell it when he's gone. If that,
Yeah.
I'm down for it. This shit is.
What's our surprise next week though? You said we had a surprise, bro.
Just be here.
I'm trying to
Just
figure
here.
out what that is.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because you talking about, you said I got a surprise.
I
Like,
do got a surprise.
Other than the
Yes.
empanadas?
If Daisy's not
I'll
coming
catch you.
next week, she has to. I'm waiting until she is for sure coming.
She coming
I'm not
next
making
week.
them again, and she doesn't show up, and then I'm just here with no one to eat them.
You get to see.
I know, right?
No one who showed up.
Nobody
last week.
appreciated him. Everybody was-
Max
I
and
appreciate
Marlon.
I
your
ate 'em.
empanadas.
I had
You
like
did.
5.
I be tearing them things up.
Alright, y'all.
She really was upset.
Drive safe.
They forgot last week that you wasn't coming.
I
was
told
here.
you too. You was here.
I told them that. I was like, oh, Daisy's not gonna be able to make it. She had a wedding.
After I had already started making the empanadas.
No, I told her
You
before
got
that. I
leftovers?
He's
said,
a liar.
I said,
leftovers?
I fucking wish.
I said, Daisy's not coming.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, I said, because she had a wedding. And she was like, well, is anybody else coming? I said, Mac and Marlon are supposed to be coming. She goes,
Or no, he didn't tell me until I was already frying, and I was asking like, how many of these am I making? Like, who's all coming? Text Daisy and see if she's still showing up, because normally she's early and she's late today. And that's when you were like, oh wait, like she's not coming this week. She has a wedding. And I was like, well shit, I wasted my time. And Mac's like, no, you didn't. You can cook them all, and I'll eat them. And I was like, bro, I'm not making 20-something empanadas for one person because you're the only one here. And then Marlon showed up like an hour and a half into it, and he took like the last two. I made 10 because I didn't know who all was showing up. But like,
I didn't eat
I was mad. I was mad as fuck because like I specifically made them for you because you've been asking, and I just.
Bro, you have my
food.
number. You just hit me up. I mean, there's no reason I shouldn't be here next Sunday. So
Yeah, like if you're for sure
Y'all wanna
coming,
hear
I
the
will
story,
make them for you.
yeah.
different.
Oh shit.
What does that?
It's
What does that mean?
Oh, I want a taco. Sorry.
I just want food.
Yo, Del Taco's down the street.
I'm really sitting. I ain't fucking with Del Taco no more.
you ain't like Del Taco?
I do, but
What
the first
happened?
time I got the food, I was cool. The second time, it was the next morning. Like that shit wreaked havoc on my digestive system.
What was it?
I don't.
What did you eat?
I had a burrito and then the same chili cheese fries or whatever.
That shit's fire.
Yeah, no, I fuck with it. It just fucked me up. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get Del Taco one a day. I ain't got shit to do the next day.
Huh? No.
Man, speaking of tacos, I'll let you read the story.
No. All right. Is everybody? Y'all sure y'all want to get into this?
Yes.
Okay. No. Okay. So this woman says, "I'm considering divorce and I need some outside opinions."
Mhm.
She said, "So when I got with my husband, who is who's quite a few years older than me. For context, she put in here, she is 25, he is 36.
Okay.
He never discussed with me his plans for having kids. When I brought up the subject of having kids, it seemed like he would sway around the situation. Well, we got married less than 3 months ago, and come to find out, he has 2 previous children. When I expressed to him that I was definitely wanting to have kids, he's decided that he already has kids and doesn't want any. Am I wrong for wanting to leave?
No, she's young.
But what? I'm not saying she's wrong for wanting to leave. I just want to know, like, why you would marry someone.
Yeah,
without
why would
having
you
a
marry them and you haven't
conversation?
had that?
They
Like,
had it. She said that he was.
No,
skirting
but
around
if
it.
you didn't get a clear definitive answer, like,
right, like
I do feel like she shouldn't have married him, but now, like, you know, she already done did it. Girl, get the divorce. Leave that man. Especially if he's willing to admit some shit like that until after you got married. Like, imagine how much other
That
shit you
nigga
could be
grinding,
hiding.
bro. But this comes. I really wanted Matt to be here for this because this comes down to what I was telling him about men being lying by omission. Like, he didn't say he didn't have kids, so he didn't lie. But nigga, you lied. Like, nigga, you could have told her that, and then you
Like-
didn't want any. She said specifically, he has 2 other kids. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
my thing is,
You're not seeing your kids often.
At all. For her to just
He-
not know.
he for sure was in the wrong. Like, especially if she tried to bring it up, and like, if he was like, oh, like I just don't feel like I'm ready for that right now. Maybe later, and that's how he was skirting around it. He's 100% wrong.
I think I believe in divorce in this situation.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't believe in divorce for no
Right.
situation.
Because you literally are you wasted her time, like by even, because she mentioned it way before y'all were married. Mentioned wanting to have kids, and you were not upfront
She should trick him
with
into
the
the baby.
fact that you do not want children
She
anymore because you already have some.
She should trick
You're
him.
fucked up. You wasted her time.
She should trick him into
Yeah.
having a baby.
Like,
She should just get pregnant. She should get that nigga drunk as fucking get
No,
pregnant.
that'd be the fucking worst mistake of her life. That'd be worse than marrying him.
right, and
I
like,
would never do shit like that.
I'm fucking around, Daisy.
Oh, I'm just thinking, and I'm like, that's just gonna make everything worse.
That's like saying, oh, I spilled wine on the carpet. Time to burn the house down. like this shit don't make sense.
Bro, that carpet was worth more than the house. Shit.
yeah, no, I feel like he's wrong, and I feel like it should be a lesson learned
I can't
for her
remember,
as
did
well.
I get-
Like, I understand she was young and probably naive when they met, but now that she's older and she's understanding that there's consequences, like I think this is going to be one of those things where she will in the future ensure that she gets straight answers from people about questions that she asks before she does get married.
Mm-hmm.
Did I give y'all the update on the twin sisters?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you weren't here, so I didn't give anybody the update.
Oh,
I'm gonna
twin
give that
sisters? They ran a train? What happened?
No,
The one
bro.
that got pregnant
The
with the,
one-
same dude.
Yeah, the one twin sisters, they had this thing. Catch you up briefly. They had this thing where they would fuck each other's boyfriends in order to break up with them whenever they thought their relationship had run its course.
Yeah.
And so the one sister got pregnant from 4 years plus 4 whatever years.
Yeah, it was like 4 years.
They were together for like 4 years, and she decided she wanted a reason to break up with him. So she had her sister go on a date with him and pretend, and then so she could pretend like she was mad at her sister and him. Well, the sister ended up getting pregnant. So she says from fellatio. Daisy don't believe it. Daisy said the bitch needed to be burned at the stake. She lying. But
How do you get pregnant from head?
Wait, what? You got pregnant for sucking dick?
Because fellatio is head.
I just chalked it up. I just chalked it up to pre-cum or not being careful of where you're sticking your fingers when you're doing things.
From head. She's sucking dick or he's eating pussy. Unless he like
She didn't swallow it. She had that shit in the back of her throat. Then,
right or like they had to have been having some form of actual intercourse, or he like nutted all over her stomach and it dripped down and they weren't careful. But like I don't
Regardless of how it
can't
happened,
have
the shit
that.
happened.
Okay.
The shit happened.
I think it matters, but okay.
Regardless of how it happened, the shit happened. Well, the update that the sister sent to us is that the dad was she already told us the dad was no longer talking to the one sister, and the mom was fully embracing the other sister, and so she felt kind of bad about that. She said she was talking to some of her girlfriends and that they were telling her that she should sleep with the husband to get pregnant as well.
The husband.
huh?
Yeah,
The
because
sister.
the sister they were getting married.
Oh.
So
okay,
she was
okay.
like, "Well, just sleep with him. He's your ex. You might as well just get pregnant too, and then like see how she likes it." And so she, at first, she said she was thinking about doing that, but she has since decided to not only forgive them, but go ahead and just embrace it and just let it happen. She wants to take the bigger route.
First of all,
She said watching us a little bit made her happy.
Oh, watching us.
Yeah, she said specifically, Mac and you arguing against me about the fact that, because she said she didn't believe it either. She doesn't believe that they just sucked dick, that she was just sucking dick. She said, but that's
There's
what
no-
they said. I believe them.
no way.
They're already caught. What's
Bro.
the point of lying, bro?
Bro, listen.
Listen, we're not arguing about this again today. She's
No,
not in
because
there.
I wasn't here, so I didn't get to be a part of the conversation. So I'm gonna say my piece.
You were here.
All right, no, I was not for this conversation. I was in the room because I remember her screaming out and you walking to the thing and telling me about this one and the other one where the dude was lying to his bitch about his best friend being a girl and the girl's sister and them going to the gym together. All right,
That was the one she brought up, bro. I still
I
stand
did
on
not get to put my opinion on this. Okay? So, first of all, I don't think it was fellatio. It doesn't make sense. The odds are so low that she would get
that.
pregnant.
Are they impossible?
Bro, damn near. If you
Damn near
say,
is
oh,
not
well,
yes.
I was sucking dick and I got pregnant, you're a liar.
No.
You are a liar.
No.
Your ovaries are not connected to your tonsils, honey. That's not how that works.
It
Lies.
literally can. If it's not an impossibility,
Shout out
then it's
mutation.
possible.
Bro,
Bro, only point here is they're already caught. Everybody who knows. I don't see the need in lying.
Bro, they're trying to do some Sweet Home Alabama shit from what I'm hearing.
Bro.
Bro, like
First of all-
to me it just doesn't make sense. First off, we already discussed that. I think everybody here agrees
people
that
lie for stupid reasons all the time.
yeah, but these two are already getting married. She's already pregnant. There's no reason to lie here. There's absolutely no reason.
So the one chick was dating the nigga for 4 years.
Yeah.
Wanted to break up, so she had her sister sleep with him, but now the sister got pregnant, and now the other sister who wanted to break up are embracing the thing, and they're gonna get married.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hold up. She's gonna get married to the guy or the
The
sister?
pregnant sister,
Sister is
The-
getting married.
she already
getting
married him, right?
To the man.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Right? And now the sister who wanted,
To break up originally was jealous.
right, but now she's accepting
She
that her
want-
sister and the man that she had her sister
She wanted
fuck
to know if we were
are together.
if she was the asshole for being mad, or
Yes.
if they were in the wrong.
They're
So
both.
she
They're
had-
honestly the whole
Yeah,
situation.
everyone's
is wrong.
wrong.
Everyone's wrong.
Everybody's wrong.
I think their lives.
Yeah, I feel like out of
Why,
both the
why is
sisters,
she mad?
like,
because
both-
you got your sister to sleep with a nigga who you wanted to break up
Right.
with, but
You
all of
have
a sudden
no-
they got pregnant. What the fuck?
Right.
What were you saying,
no
Daisy?
longer have any.
I was just gonna say I think both the sisters are like at least definitely wrong. The
Yeah.
guy,
He's
like,
innocent,
just-
bro. He don't know shit.
I'm
The
not gonna
guy's a
say
guy,
he's
like-
innocent, but because like afterwards,
What?
it's the
Well,
after that
afterwards she's
there's
pregnant.
no like innocence, like you still continue the relationship with her, like that,
what could he
so
have
on
done?
and so forth. Bro, that's her sister. Like that's grimy as fuck. I don't care, male, female. Anyway,
What if he didn't?
I
know?
do feel like
They were twins.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, after the pregnancy, I feel like everyone's wrong. Before, when like the guy, he didn't even know, if he wouldn't have been okay with that, that's actually like a form of rape. He definitely could have pressed charges. So I don't feel like he was wrong.
But what my question to you is like, is he wrong? Like, if they didn't continue a relationship right after, like, say she found out she was pregnant, then informed him, then they got into a relationship. Is he still wrong? Like, what if he was like? Because I don't think that he went oh, you're her twin sister, I'm automatically about to marry you. I think he probably went, what the fuck happened? I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't want to call her out, but I think she omitted some shit. I'm pretty sure that everything came out, they broke up, everybody was on their separate ways, and then the sister called her and was like, just so you know, I'm pregnant.
The way I
And then if he went back to be a father to his child, like, I see
You
what
can
you're
be a
saying.
father to your child without
And still
marrying
marrying
her
her.
ex-sister.
I get what you're saying.
I think what
I feel like that's that weirdo
the
shit.
only way I see them like ending up in this situation is like he said, they go and she tells him like, look, this is what happened, and I'm pregnant, and so she's like, look, I don't want an abortion, I would like to keep it, and he's like, all right, well, I personally would like to be a part of, like, if I have a kid, I want to be a part of its life. And they start talking more, hanging out more, discussing things, and they realize that they have a lot more in common than they originally thought. And now, like, when you are with somebody and you get along with somebody like that, most of the time you have feelings, like, you grow feelings for people. So, like, I think it was something like that, and then they decided, like, once they realized they really liked each other, they were like, well, we're already having a kid together, why don't we see if this works? I understand that.
I would have got an abortion. That's just me.
Right, but, like, not everyone's like
Yeah,
that.
but you don't get to make that choice. What if she was just like, no?
Huh? Then I'm walking away.
You're just gonna walk away and leave your kid there.
Huh? I didn't want it.
Doesn't matter. It's gonna be here.
Huh? Abortion.
It's not.
Huh?
I don't care. I'm sorry. If
I
I was
mean,
a man and I told you I didn't want it and you want to keep it, cool. You're a single mom.
What?
I don't care.
I
I don't
think-
play like that.
I think
I'm gonna do everything in my
Like-
power to make sure the tit doesn't happen.
I'm surprised by that.
I don't play like that.
You're really
I
on that
don't.
side?
I don't believe in trapping men. I don't at all in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe in trapping men getting women intentionally pregnant so they can be in her life forever. I don't agree with that shit. I don't agree with women keeping children that a man has said, like, if you knew that this man, now it'd be different if he switched up his story once he got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? If he was like agreeing with whatever happened, like he still wanted to go raw, knowing that you would keep it, and then he wanted to, oh well, you shouldn't keep it. That's something I don't agree with. But
What if
like,
it's a one night stand and like they didn't have that conversation before and she ends up pregnant? He's like, I don't want it. All right, whose side are you on in that? This is different. I've never seen this side.
I don't know that I want to say I'm on anyone's side there,
Like if he's
because
like,
that's a conversation to carry.
yeah, but like
I carried that. The one night stand I had, I carried that conversation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, if they like whatever,
And you should be using condoms
Crowley,
in that situation
shut
so
up.
it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not saying you don't.
So
you shouldn't.
in theory, let's say the man went in with no condom that night, and she ended up pregnant, and she said like she wanted to keep it and he didn't. Like, bro, you gave up that opportunity when you did not put a condom on.
That's.
I don't think it's right. Like I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't play
I know
with my
you
life
wouldn't
like
do
that.
it personally, but you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't play with my life like that. So it's kind of. I'm not gonna say it's hard for me to put myself in those
Is
shoes,
this
but
Matt's
like,
watch or yours?
That's mine.
Okay.
but I don't know. I don't.
I
I
just
think. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say, like, if I'm a man, I told you I didn't want a child. We went into whatever we did with our agreement, and then you decide to switch up. If I leave you as a single fucking parent,
Okay, what if you're in a relationship? So my other question is like, okay, so what if the situation is like you're in a relationship with a girl, right? And you're like, oh, I don't want kids, but y'all keep fucking around and she ends up pregnant.
Abortion.
you said you don't want kids.
So she keeps it. Is she in the wrong there?
Yes.
What if she's outwardly telling you, well, if I get pregnant, I'm keeping it?
Well, then you're in the wrong because she told you what would happen if she ended up in the situation, because she's gonna have to carry the child.
All right. So
So
now,
then at that point, the guy would have just left because she told you.
so if the
that
guy
she-
leaves, is he in the wrong? Because
No.
he like told her I didn't want kids.
No.
So then she's keeping the kid, but then if she puts him on child support, is she wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't care. Like I
Hey,
stand on that.
this
Like
goes to what I was saying a couple of weeks earlier. I'm getting them to sign papers.
Can I be honest? I think, like, in the same way that if a woman ends up pregnant after having a one-night stand, and she informs the man that she had a one-night stand, but then he asks her to please keep the baby, and she doesn't have to have anything to do with it after the birth, but he would like the kid. And she's like, nope, I'm getting an abortion. He has no say in that. And I understand it's her body,
I don't agree with that.
right? But it's still
Ooh.
his DNA as well.
I don't, because I've always said if that was a situation, like if I got pregnant by a man, y'all know, like I'm still at a point I don't want kids. I think I'm gonna always be at that point. But anyway, let's say I'm like 28. Me and this guy are friends with benefits, and he wanted the child, and I did not want the child. I told him what I would do, but if he says I will take full responsibility for this, we are going to see in the next 2 weeks Because I'm not giving you no whole 3 months. I'm not doing that shit. We have 2 weeks to figure out how you will and can be the sole legal custodian of this child. Because
Right.
I am giving up my rights to this child because I did not
Day
want
one.
this child.
Day one. As soon as it drops, you
Right.
sign it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Not to be
Daisy
funny,
is
like
not playing.
if I was still like on that standpoint, like me personally, I wouldn't bring a child in this world. I'm not gonna be a part of their life.
Yeah.
That's just me. But if that was the case, and that like say I was like, you know what, sure, if we can figure out how you can be the sole legal custodian of this child, no big deal.
Right.
We're gonna figure it out. You're
No
gonna
child
sign those
support,
papers,
but this gotta
and
be-
once this child is brought into life, if
We're
you
done.
decide to switch up, I can do. At that point, I get to make the decisions because you know you want to renege. It's too late now. So if I want to give this child up for adoption, you can't object. If I wanted to give this child to my sister because she wanted children and she didn't have one, you can't object. You can't object to whatever the fuck I choose to do from there.
I fucks with you because
See,
you playing this out to the T.
Because,
Yeah.
like, to me, it's like, if a woman can sit here and tell a man
You
who
got
she's
bitches.
had intercourse with,
You got
it doesn't matter what you want.
Yeah, yeah.
It
You
doesn't
got
matter what you want. I'm gonna get rid of the baby regardless, even though it is partly your DNA as well. Fuck you. I think in return, a man should be like, look, like, I really don't want this kid. If you want to have it, that's fine, but I don't want anything to do with it. Like, and that's a choice that y'all both made that same choice. It's not fair for the man to be the only one.
Yeah, like
Consequences,
I've heard
but
of
it's your
that
choice to
happening
make
in real life,
Right.
and like it actually it destroyed like the man who went through it.
that. Right.
And I do feel like it's fucked up. I do. Like I'm not gonna say I don't. That's why I say like if you really want to sit here and argue you want this child,
You have to prove to me in the paint.
yeah, you get
Exactly.
2 weeks. I'm gonna set my appointment because I can cancel an appointment. Once I've gone through with that appointment, we can't go back from that. So you get.
got 2 weeks to prove to me that this is real.
Yeah,
Like,
we
yeah.
can take I'm for real. We can take every legal step possible that you would be able to. If you said you didn't want me in the child's life and I didn't want to make no effort towards it, cool. You're the sole legal custodial guardian at this point. You're the guardian of this child at that point. Well, you're the parent. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, I gave up. When I had you sign those papers, I gave that shit up. Now let's say I'm 9 months to the line, and I'm like, you know what? I do think I do want to step up. I do want to be a mom. Like, and you know, if you're like, you know what? Fuck you. It's already mine. Then I'm gonna have to fight on my side because I still went through with those steps that I took 9 months ago.
Bro, she stand on business. I respect that. She stand
I-
on business. She's
I
like,
don't
I'm
play
just
with
gonna have to
kids.
accept that.
I can't. Not with kids, because it's like that's such a permanent thing. Like that is a whole nother life in this world. Like you can't.
Right.
I just didn't expect. I honestly didn't expect you to. Like, that surprised me. Fuck, that surprised
What'd
me.
you expect?
I expected you to definitely be on the side of, like, that's the woman's body. Like, that's her choice.
No, I don't agree with that. Once it comes into someone else's
Because
potential
it's not,
child
exactly.
in the situation.
That's where I come out with it. Because it's not just yours. Like, you didn't make that by yourself.
Yeah,
You
like
didn't
it
end up
sucks that it
pregnant
has
by
to sit
sleeping.
in your body, but like you still, I feel like women don't take enough accountability when it comes to the possibility of getting pregnant. I feel like men are able to, like I said, deny accountability when it comes to the part that they play.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because like, if you were a man and you knew you was fucking wrong, and you knew y'all would still make two different decisions, you should have been the one to, you know what, I'm not smashing you without a condom.
Right.
Because you already know what time it is. If she said that's what time it is, this happens.
Granted,
You knew.
I feel like if the bitch
Stop
lies-
looking at my toes, Mark.
I wasn't looking at your toes.
Oh, I was like, damn,
Oh, we
they're
almost
bad.
have the
Don't
same
do it.
color.
I did not. I didn't even notice your feet till you said something.
Listen,
I
I
was-
kept
I
seeing you
was
go
off
down,
it.
and I'm like, stop looking at my
I
fucking
was,
feet.
I was often thought, I was like, damn, Daisy really did, like, she just fucked me mentally. So I have a question, because we have a friend who just went through this, right?
All right,
So,
male or female?
he's a male.
Okay.
His name, I'm not going to say his name, but he had a wife.
Mhm.
And he travels for his job.
Right.
And his wife says that she told him that she would stop birth control. Then she ended up pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And he was mad.
Mhm.
And then she said that he had no right to be mad.
I don't agree.
With her or him?
Her.
Good. I was just wondering, bro. I was surprised. Like, she
No,
was,
because like even like now, like I have an IUD for my comfort. Like people will be like, oh, you must be out here. I'm really not. I have it for my comfort because I know I'm that serious about not wanting children.
fact.
So for me, like if you're gonna quit birth control, the day you quit, you need to remind him like, hey, just a reminder, I'm not on my birth control. And then when I see you again in person, we're still gonna have another conversation. I'm just very thorough about that shit because I don't. I've I've had the one time
Slip up.
God, yeah, the one time God really looked at me and was like, "What choices you finna make?" And I had to make it for myself because that nigga wasn't standing on no business. I made it for myself, and I don't give people the opportunity to
Get me twice.
not even get me twice. I don't give people the opportunity to play like I wasn't thorough when we carried this conversation. Like we weren't thorough because not only am I telling you my point of view, I'm gonna ask you any and everything that I just said from myself. I want those answers from you.
Fact.
I want to know how we're playing here.
Bro, she said, "Damn, see, he was not standing on business."
He wasn't.
Bro, that's crazy.
And like I feel like
I had to stand on business about mine. I was fucking.
I'm just saying. I'm not even like not to
I
be
was
funny.
panicking.
Even with
Shit.
you know certain members of the podcast and their situation, like I feel that shit wholeheartedly because like I've been through that. That shit hurts. Especially as a woman, that shit tears you apart because you really got to think like if this child was to be like God gave me you, and God gave you me as your fighter, as your advocate, solely like in life. Like I'm supposed to fight for
Until
you
you
harder
right.
than anyone.
Until you get to a point
Yeah.
where you can stand on your own.
And that's
Even
what I'm
then,
saying.
still
But that's what I'm saying. Like a mom, like you're literally like you are supposed to fight for that child harder than anyone else. So it's like if I like when you know like you gave up that right, you gave like my life would be totally different if I wouldn't have made the decision I did. I think about that shit all the time and I hate it. But you gotta once you make that decision, you gotta stand on it. So that's why I say like when it comes to shit like that, I see how it changes life trajectory.
Fucking Christ, Daisy, talk your shit.
Thank you.
Damn, talk your shit, Daisy. Bro,
I don't know why like. I don't know.
That
I think
blew
it's 'cause
me.
it's something I don't talk about, but like that's literally why I have the tattoo on my. Well, this is my left. Y'all's right.
Yeah, but it's
That's
your
why I
left
had
side. Just
to.
say your left side.
Yeah,
Open
listen,
your
I had
heart.
to think about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's why I have the tattoo on this side because like I really, even now, even the situationship I talk about, like he knows, he's knowledgeable. I've told him what would happen in my situation, especially considering I do have an IUD because it will most likely be an ectopic pregnancy. Chances are we're not recovering from that. You know what I'm saying? And like I just know, like I said, like I know how it really fucks with someone that has the I don't want to say like emotional intelligence, but that has the mental capacity to really look and see how this could play out at every angle. And now that I've lived through it, like you know how it can play out at every angle, and I don't.
Damn. Fuck. I was not expecting that. That's crazy.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's fucking nuts, bro. She stand on business about that topic.
I'm for real. Like, especially he had a. I'll be real. He had a D1 scholarship in college, and he said he would drop out and he said start trapping. I don't know that he would have actually been any kind of trap king per se, but he said he would drop out and help me if I decided to keep it, and I didn't want that for him, and I didn't want his family to blame me or potentially harbor resentment for this child, because that's something they're then gonna have to grow up with. So I made the decision for myself. He knew obviously that was a decision. We talked about it multiple times, and afterwards he messaged me like 2 or 3 weeks after the appointment. I wanted him to come with me. He was flaky, and then after it he was like, "Oh, well, I would have came with you." Bullshit. But he messaged me and he was like, "I gotta ask you something." And I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I had a dream last night." And I was like, "Okay, so what's going on?" And he said that his uncle told him, "Don't slip up, don't mess up." So then he asked me, did I actually go through with it, or did I just keep the money? And I went the fuck off, because trick ass nigga, I don't need no $400 fucking dollars. My check was 3 times that. You paid because you're gonna step up for the same accountability that I had. So I cut him off after that. I literally blocked him on everything. I've never talked to him or seen him again to this day. And he is no longer playing football. He got injured. That is God's fucking karma. And I don't know what he's doing with his life. But I'm just saying, I made that decision for him. Like, obviously there was my factors into my life, but I ultimately made that decision for him, and like it went to absolute shit.
Business.
Bro, she looked at the camera like, if you ever see this, Billy, I'm talking to you. Like, damn.
Business. That's what she's standing on. Not business. Business.
I'm just saying, like, especially because that was my first love. That was the first guy. Like, he took my virginity, like everything. He was a big first for me. So like, I feel like that was it was a lesson. And that sounds crazy. I do feel like it was a lesson, especially like all the women in my family, like the women that were present around me. They used to always, "Oh, you're gonna be like a pregnant teenager. You're not gonna escape your teens without a kid." Da da da. Because that's been the prophecy for them, and I wasn't going for that shit.
Bro,
I couldn't do it. I haven't even figured out what I'm gonna do with my life, but I couldn't let my life turn out to be what theirs is.
Yeah, bro.
That's very mature.
Can't be the statistic, boy. I can't tell you how many of them told me I wasn't. Bro, my uncles, all my friends on Xbox, even the niggas that I was friends with on back in the day say it all the time. They were like, "Oh, you was gonna end up with, you gonna have hell of them." I was tearing shit down like that. They was like, "Bro, you about to have hell of them." Like, we just waiting for you to come home and tell us. And when I had that one slip up with
Right.
Brittany, and I was ready to stand on my business, they were like, "Yeah, you about to see what it's like." And then God Plan went to work and then they were like, "Well, shit." I mean, I felt bad. Like, I felt terrible. I did. I was like, "Damn, that sucks."
If you know, she miscarried.
I figured.
Yeah, she had a tough time. And then I bought her a puppy, and then the puppy died of parvo. So then she was just having she had a bad month. That whole month sucked for her.
Dang.
I'm just saying, I know how transformational that is as a person, so
I was gonna make a joke.
I don't play like that with people's.
Because that's what I do in uncomfortable like conversations. Is,
Oh, girl, it's all right. Oh, I tell niggas I took that trip.
But no, I was gonna be like, damn, that bitch couldn't keep a house plant. And then I was like, that's real fucked up. And I shouldn't say that out loud.
If you fuck around and miscarry with your first one, just
Bro,
be like, "Damn, Mary
listen,
kills
it's just when
houseplants."
when I don't know what else to say because like I don't handle like I understand people's emotions, but I'm not very good at responding to them. So I always because I respond to my own with
That bitch
dark
said she
ass
couldn't keep a
humor.
houseplant.
My dad died, and I
It's
still
just
to this day
fucking
make
wild.
very fucked up jokes about my dad being
The
dead.
Like,
house
this is
plant
how I
was
handle
wild.
that. So
No, I get it.
make them when I don't know what to say to other people.
When
The
my
houseplant was wild.
aunt's husband of like 30 plus years passed, we were literally his body was still in the house because they didn't come to get him, and we started cracking jokes. Because what else are we supposed to do?
Bro, like,
what else do you
I
fucking
can't.
do?
I've
Like-
already outcried myself. If I will just wallow in this like sorrow
Yeah.
and sadness if I don't do something. So like I just
No, I
I
get
laugh.
it.
You have to laugh at something.
I get it. All right, podcast.